answer right quick, King. Just 1 second. No, Miss Fifi, and that's my whole point as well too. Like a lot of the women, they look up to men, right? And when they see that these men not even like taking the opportunity to consider their opinion or wanted to hear from them, that's what I'm saying. They doing too much. I'm agreeing with you. They should turn around and say like, hey, this woman shouldn't have to be loud to get their point across just because you're being loud. You should lower your voice and allow them to speak. If that's
I've
the right
never
manly
had
thing
men
to do.
talk to me the way some of these men talk in rooms, period. I'm not just
These
talking
are
about
men.
it
These
throws
are
me
men, Miss
off.
Fifi.
Yeah, I don't
These
do
are
that.
boys.
Yeah, I don't fuss with guys. I don't do
Miss
that.
Fifi, Miss
Yes,
Fifi, he's
yes,
cutting
dear.
you off. Notice you were getting your point
Yeah,
out,
that's
and this sensitive
yeah.
ass nigga is just cutting you. He just cut you off
Miss
just
Fifi,
now.
notice that he cut you off to tell you that you cut me off. And I'm cutting him off
Y'all a
to
mess.
let you
Fifi,
know.
Miss Fifi,
This
did
is
you hear him
purely
cut you off
entertainment,
again?
baby, for me, but I do
Did you?
sometimes like to.
He won't let you speak.
That's all
He's
right.
not allowing you to speak right now,
That's
Miss
all right.
Fifi. You
Miss
hear
I
him?
Fifi,
know
I'm
how to
gonna cut
shut
him
up though.
off just so he can stop cutting
He's
you
a
off. So stop cutting
hypocrite.
off, Miss Fifi.
Well, since I have your attention, Nathan, I don't know the gentleman is not in here, but anyway, I only went off on one person and it was not good, but he's not in here, so I won't talk about him.
Real quick, can I just point out something, Nathan? Um,
Yeah,
I need
what's
to
up?
clarify something. I disagree with you not because you're wrong. So I think in this, so there are circumstances in which you're right that I feel like men shouldn't engage with women. For me, I determine those circumstances according to whether or not those women deserve a man in the first place. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the fact that we live in a world where men are expected to be men inherently, even for women who don't deserve the shit. I'm not that dude anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Well, back when I was a simp, back in my simp days, I used to believe that shit. Like, but I'm not that nigga anymore. Like you're gonna have to earn the privilege of my masculinity with me, just like how I have to earn the privilege of your femininity with you, right? You don't want to cook, you don't want to do any of the feminine shit or whatever, and I can't make you do. It's your body, your choice. I can't make you do none of the shit. No problem. But you're not gonna get a protector or a fixer of shit around the house unless you do some feminine shit. We're going to have a values exchange here because I can't just be masculine for everybody. And you know what? I thought my stance was gonna change at some point, but now that I'm having a daughter, none of this changes, right? I cannot afford to be a.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I can't
you're
afford to
having
be
a
a man to
daughter, bro?
every
Hey,
woman.
you're having a daughter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, baby girl.
He
Congratulations,
was
bro.
gonna
Look
be
at
a
him trying
girl
to sneak that
dad.
in there, trying to sneak
Oh.
that in the middle of a rant. We
He's
see
gonna
you,
be a
bro.
girl
We
Damn.
see
dad.
you.
Oh.
No, no, but I mean, no, no, but real talk though. Like, I cannot afford to be a man for all of the random bitches that don't deserve it. But for the women that do deserve it, yeah, then I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm gonna treat you like a lady if you act like a lady. But if not, then we can both be bitches and we can see who's gonna be the bigger, more successful bitch. Who's gonna be spicier? Who's gonna be sassier? Who's gonna be funnier?
All
That's
right, so I had
facts.
2 points.
God
I had two
bless you,
points.
bro.
I had 2 points. The
Yeah.
first, the first one
Mm.
was I wanted to point out how ironic it was the man talk about his masculinity, who was the only man in the room that's part of what's called a sisterhood and represents the sisterhood.
Yeah,
Number
yes,
Oh, from the
kid.
Black Brotherhood.
yeah,
Yes.
number number two was yo Kane. You know what happened yesterday?
What happened, bro?
Actually,
Tell me.
earlier today, both.
What happened?
Yeah. So I asked this person. Some people know her by Shy Shy. Some people know her by Doctor.
Yeah,
Whatever name you know her by.
yeah,
I asked this person. I said, "Yo, I'm going to your hood. I'm arriving in the morning.
yeah,
You got me? You know what they
yeah.
said? Hell no.
What? Yo, we're not doing this.
What?
I
We're
swear,
not doing this.
She
We're
said
not doing
man,
this.
hell
it was
no?
bad.
Yo,
It
it's
We're not
like
was
doing
that,
this.
Shy
bad.
Shy?
We're not doing this. We're
It's
not doing
like
this.
Really? You
that,
didn't want
Shy
to meet up?
Shy?
Nigga,
So you
Oh,
I got
it's
listen.
like you
plans.
got beef
I,
with
I
knowledge?
Or
I gave
don't
her
don't
my
worry
I
about
gave her my
I
little
flight.
thought
I gave her my
Mexicans
flight.
stuck
GA,
together.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
hey,
telling you,
let
I
it,
gave her
let
my
it.
look. I gave her my flight number, my arrival time. I
No,
gave her
the fuck you did
everything.
not.
She
Yo.
hit me
Nah,
with
Shy Shy
that.
ain't about
She
that
hit me with
life,
that.
bro. She just talked.
Damn, Shy
She
Shy,
like,
you
when
a
in New
hoe
York,
too?
Yo,
That's
hold on,
how
hold
it
on,
is?
say something real quick.
Hey,
yo, yo,
New
leave,
York, that's that
leave
New
me
York
alone.
hospitality
Shy
right
Shy.
there.
I thought Mexicans stuck together.
Leave
What? I thought
me
Mexicans stick.
alone.
Don't
New
Mexicans
York,
stick together? What's going on?
New York
I'm
hospitality
not
right
meeting
there.
up with knowledge.
You said
Mom,
what?
I'm down. I'm
I am
down.
not meeting up with knowledge. I don't
Why
know what y'all
not?
think this is. For what?
Man, you a
Like
She
what?
yo,
she
Shy
just
Shy, you a
been to
op.
New
You a op,
York
Shy Shy. Why
with
you being
Yeah,
a op?
leave me. I'm busy. Okay.
What about Jacobus?
Right there.
I
I'll
can't
Oh
smack
believe
yeah,
what
the
I'm
shit
yeah, yeah.
out
hearing.
of Jacobus.
Jacob said I'm out there. Jacob said yeah, all day. I'm out. I'm out there. He gave me the right response.
Oh, that's what's up.
Shasha, even with that.
Yo, no, the fuck
Yo,
I did
Shasha
not.
ain't about that life. She
That's
What?
that New
No,
York. That's that New York
he asked
hospitality right
me
there.
to pick him up from the airport. I said hell no.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
it.
wait. Now,
Pick
come
him
Wow.
up
on,
from the
knowledge. You can't be asking
airport.
her to pick you up from there.
Pick him up from the airport. Where are we going?
I still want to see the city.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm not a tour guide,
Nah,
nigga.
knowledge, you trolling. You told her to pick you up from the
he probably
airport.
would
Come
have.
on,
Hey,
bro.
look, he
I,
probably would
I
have
can't
paid your
condone that,
entire.
man. He asked her to pick her up from the.
He
I can't condone that. Come on.
probably paid your
Line, we can
You in
barely
the
hear you. What'd you
Matrix,
for the
say?
day.
Lion. Stop
No,
talking
that's
And
a
look,
shit.
fact line. That's a
I hear
fact
him.
line.
I hear him.
he
Come
probably
on.
would have paid.
To
I,
pick him
I
up
said
from the
he probably would have
airport,
paid your entire wage for that day.
do I look like
Yeah,
a
A
yeah, he
motherfucking
chauffeur?
probably would have.
chauffeur?
A chauffeur.
You got me fucked up.
How
Wait.
many
Gonna ask her
You
to
know how
help
many
you
Well,
move
no,
Jacobus
too.
coins I would have gave you that day?
you just got.
No.
No, you. No, that's just always. All you're saying basically is that. I mean, that's how New York do hospitality. That's all.
Wait.
No,
Now,
that's
Who
Shasha.
extra.
told y'all I'm hospitable?
Wait, Shasha. You got a car, right?
Yes, I have a
Okay,
car, but I'm
good.
not driving to the airport.
Yeah. All right.
That's why we provided taxis for knowledge.
I mean, knowledge. We can all pitch in to get you an Uber if you really need one.
That nigga don't need
Listen,
nothing.
I've rented
Now
a
let's do,
car. Look,
wait, wait,
look,
First
wait.
time coming in on a low
I've rented
budget.
it.
Can
Look,
you
look,
pick me up?
hold on. For the record, I rented a car and I paid
Yeah.
for parking already. But I wanted to see Shasha say, "Of
I
course, I
feel.
got you. You in my city. I got
Right.
you."
I
That's what
Right.
I
feel
wanted
so.
to see.
I
So
This
feel
is
knowledge,
not my
Damn,
city.
That's how it
knowledge. Why
is,
you lying,
This
Shasha.
is
fam?
not my
Paid
Wait,
for
wait,
city.
wait,
I'm
parking.
dying to
wait, wait,
get
That's
wait,
out
like,
of
what is
this
that?
city.
wait, wait.
hey
So knowledge,
knowledge.
wait, wait. So knowledge, you walked all the way from Mexico City to Miami, but gonna tell me you rented a car in New York, man? Stop lying, fam.
Hey
Mexico
knowledge.
City.
Hey knowledge. Did you get
And
your
the
shots
parking
before
was
you went?
$80 a day for the record.
What?
Shasha,
Wow, that's
That's like a month. That's like a month's salary,
Shasha.
fam.
that
Hey,
sounds like it would be.
hey knowledge. Did you get your shots before you went?
No, they got rid of that.
You
They
need
did get
you need
rid of
to
that.
you need to make sure that you bring your own water and you've already had all of your shots. I heard those rats out there are vicious.
Yeah,
They
I
are
seen
something
some
else,
big
man.
fucking rats.
But knowledge,
Telling
that's
you,
the thing.
man.
There's nowhere to park. What do you like?
Uh,
You
I
just
paid, I
drive
paid,
in.
I paid for parking in my hotel, and it was $80 a day for my hotel.
Dude, the parking is as much as the
Right,
I
but
room
you're
mean,
not
my
space.
gonna
thing is
you but you're not gonna
knowledge.
drive it during the
I'm
day.
staying in Manhattan. I don't plan to drive it during the day. I only plan to drive a couple locations.
Well,
Dude, the
knowledge.
parking is
Bro,
as
look.
much as the dang on room, fam. There ain't no
Yeah,
way in
you
where I
might
rent
as
a car in
well
New
So
I'm
York.
you're
not
just
finna let
providing a nice parking spot for a
I'm not
rental
finna
car
let
that you're not
somebody
gonna
from
use.
Memphis talk about New York, bro. That's the last nigga to be talking about New
Uber,
York.
Uber it.
Well, the thing is, knowledge. You might because every time I go to New York, I don't get a car. I just do the Ubers and taxis. That's just a lot cheaper, bro.
I
Ubers and
know, I
taxis,
know, I
bro.
know. I've done it
You
before.
know.
Once
So.
again, I'm taking my wife though. I'm
Oh,
trying.
right,
You
right,
know what I
right.
mean? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Right.
yeah. I hear you. I hear
Just
you. I
call
hear
the Uber a chauffeur
you. Yeah, that's true.
because you're not gonna end up
It's
driving
the
around
same
though.
price. I looked it up. The Uber just to
No,
go down a couple
but one
blocks is like $38 just to go a couple blocks. I'm like, I'm gonna
Bro,
rent a
just take
car.
the subway, bro.
well, first of all, walk a couple blocks, but
I'm
you're
not.
not
Hold
even
on,
gonna
hold on, hold on.
You
Let me
too
That's
good
an
for
respond.
the
hour
Let me
train?
drive.
respond. Let me
because there's
respond
nowhere
to
to
Eric. Hold on.
park.
Let me
Yo,
respond to Eric.
rent,
Let me
rent
respond to
electrical bike.
Eric. Hold on. Let me respond to Eric. I am not gonna allow Nathan to step foot on the subway.
Wait, is Nathan with you? Nathan is with you?
He said he
Yeah, he
with his
said he
late.
took
He
his
said he with his
wife.
wife.
Oh yeah, he is with his wife.
Nah, that is right
Oh
there.
no, Nathan's the second wife though, right?
Yo, Nathan is a side
He
chick.
is
No,
That's
the
no,
wild.
side piece
no,
wife.
no, no.
Nathan is a side chick.
Nathan's
That's
the
wild.
second wife,
You need to
bro.
give him the actual title that he deserves. He's
Yo,
a
King.
side bitch.
What's
Yo, yo,
good, buddy?
yo, King. You might have just told Nathan something he didn't even know about, fam. He
That's
probably
what I'm
pissed
trying
off
to
right now. I'm the second.
figure that shit
He
out.
He's
told me
No,
I
the
was not his.
side.
I was his number one.
no, absolutely.
That nigga is the side. No, put it. Say it right. He's the side bitch.
He's the
He ain't
second.
no sex. He ain't no wife or any of that shit. He gets Applebee's. He don't get no 5-star treatment. No. You give that nigga a hole in the
Right now,
wall. No
Nathan, like,
pause.
wait, Applebee's? That's an upgrade.
Now, wait a minute. You niggas been giving them Applebee's? This nigga been taking me to a hole in the wall.
I fucking love chillism, man. Y'all funny as fuck. Yeah. Yo, Kanye
We
West, our
we
favorite.
just we just learned that Nathan is a
Yo,
chauvinist
that's a
pig.
fact, King.
What?
Nathan is a chauvinist pig, and he think that women are inferior to him.
Oh, well, he's right. I mean, for the
You
most part.
too.
You know me lying. I'm a fucking hater. I'm an incel king, all types of shit. So you know what they call me. You know all the shit they call me, man.
See,
So
now listen, all the shit that that girl Tally has said about me, and I'm the one fighting for her right to speak. Ain't that some shit,
crazy,
man?
right?
I can't.
Yo,
Crazy,
King,
right?
Ah,
What's good, buddy?
did you see the flight attendant that for Alaska Airlines that was fired for twerking at work? And she had to
Yeah,
go
I
fund
saw
me.
that. I
Yo,
actually did see that. I
you
saw
know what
that.
title what thought came to my head when I saw her
What's
twerking on what you call them?
twerking?
Nappy headed
Nah, yeah, Alaska got
Under
standards.
what
They got standards.
circumstances was she like on was she like on TikTok in uniform? Like what
this
happened?
goofy chick was on the plane in full uniform with name tag showing and posted it online, fam. I'm like, how dumb do you
See, this
get,
is
man?
this is what I say when I say I do not support all women. Some of you bitches are dumb. It's that right
And
there.
and the
But I
crazy
don't
part
think she
about
was
it, if you go
dumb.
to the GoFundMe, if they haven't snatched it already, like she had a couple donations, not many, but a lot of people on there just basically commenting and criticizing her. Like, what the
oh,
hell were you thinking?
how old was
Well,
she?
she'll
She's
find
probably a
another
young.
job.
She was
She's
young.
Yeah,
probably a
She
she
was
was
young.
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 She had
Yeah,
to be in her 20s.
people do all kind of stupid shit when they're young. They don't really take their job seriously, and they most of the time they're gonna quit within the first 6 months anyway. She ain't tripping.
Nah, you fuck up a
Oh,
nice
by the way,
career like
y'all,
that, bro.
RFK
Come on,
Jr.
that shit's
has been
retarded.
confirmed, just so y'all know. So
Good.
How about
Yeah.
Doge in the IRS building? How about that?
Hey
I fucking
King,
love it. What's
Mitch
good, buddy?
McConnell's bitch ass voted against him, bro.
Say it again.
Mitch McConnell voted
Yeah,
against him.
like they need to get rid of him, bro. That's the
His old
first
ass
thing
need to
like
be
that came in my mind.
retired, bro.
Yeah, man. Like they either need to he either needs to retire or somebody needs to primary him.
How
I'm
many
tired. Like
times does
I'm
he have
tired
to
of him.
be like publicly stroking out for it to be whatever
Right.
process it is to remove someone from office, like for that to be initiated?
I agree
Please.
with you.
He's
Yeah,
afraid that
exactly.
I
Doge is
agree
gonna
with you.
find.
So
He's afraid Doge is gonna find him in some sort of scandal, so he got to stay in office.
one
No,
thing I
that fool
like,
just froze
man,
in front of the camera, though, bro. Like
he did,
literally,
and he fell.
And they had a mini
He also
stroke.
fell. He just fell recently.
he made
Um,
Biden look like a really intelligent person.
Facts. We all know Biden's an idiot. Um,
Yeah,
the what was I gonna say? The Pam Bondi. Watch out for Pam, man.
I knew it.
Watch Pam.
That's a bad bitch right there.
That is a bad bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Woo! Watch out for Pam, man. She
Well,
like I don't think people know what's coming, Mike. Pam is about to
I know.
scorch earth everything. Pam is about to scorch earth everything, man.
I hope so, bro. I fucking
So
hope so. You see that shit with Fauci? How like 19 attorney generals or some shit are like going after him for state
yeah,
crimes?
yep. Saw it.
Oh man.
Saw it. And you know what's gonna happen, Mike? I think they're gonna test the constitutional limits of what Biden did. And I think the argument is gonna be Biden was either illegitimate and
Yep.
or not in his right mind to have made uh
I think if they go down
those.
that path, they're gonna lose. I don't think they're
Oh, you
gonna
think
fuck with
so?
that. That's what I mean, I don't know
If
much, but
but
there's
if it
certain
could be
things that
proven,
tend to
Mike.
be sacred.
Wait, let me be clear, Mike, because I want to see if this is what you're saying is can't because Speaker Mike came out and said and already alluded to the fact that there were other people making presidential essentially acting as the president and it wasn't Joe Biden. So
Yeah.
if that
I
can be
mean,
proven, I'm saying that if that can be proven that there
I
were other
see.
people making the decisions.
I
Actually,
see.
I want to make the
So
argument. I would love to make the argument that hey, listen, there may be some validity to the election, the first election being stolen now.
Oh, I believe low
yeah,
key
I
Trump's
be
gonna
I
try to
believe
fucking
that
dig some
shit. I
shit out
fucking believe
because
that. So
Once that shit, like, I think there is something, and I think they should look into it. But do you notice how chill Trump is now? Like, he's not like,
Absolutely, that nigga in charge.
he's like, all you gotta do is give the motherfucker a cigar, and it's like perfect. He's just chilling.
I mean, look! All the henchmen he has around. He had this time around, Mike. He has
Yeah,
motherfuckers that are with him, like die hard Trumpers that are with him now. This time
that's what we were
around,
talking about
Uh,
yesterday. Like,
you
yeah,
know.
they see it now. They saw they couldn't understand the process at the time, and people who were like maybe either on the fence or they completely believed the rhetoric that was coming from the political left on every single news broadcast and publication. They had no other choice. But now that they've seen, they've experienced the Biden effect, so to speak, and now they're like, oh heck yeah, this guy definitely was the one we were supposed to have. He was our, our American savior,
May I
and
speak
they
after Lion?
what
and
about
yeah,
that bitch that got fucking
May
let
I
go from
speak
the
after
View?
Lion, please?
Yes, you
Who?
can, Auntie.
Thank you.
Lion, when you done, can you call me? I got some information about an academy for the baby.
okay. Wait,
Okay.
wait, wait, wait. What do you mean? Done with this conversation now, or you talking about
Yeah,
done?
when you're
No.
done, when you're done with the conversation as a
Oh,
whole, you just call me.
okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna finish, chewing up these chimps real quick. Okay, go right ahead, Miss Fifi.
Why, thank you, and thank you, Mike, for yielding. I saw the clip of Elon Musk in the Oval Office holding court with his badass child. Excuse me. That little boy told the president to shut the fuck up, shush your mouth, and that is really scaring me. I'd rather have the 2016 Trump than this one because we have a South African running the country, and it's scary. We're going to be sold for $1. I promise you. Thank you.
I told
The
y'all his
hell?
parenting skills were questionable because he got so many and he got to spread
Uh,
himself thin.
okay, well,
Wait,
one,
who did she say was
I
going to
don't
be sold for a
understand
dollar?
what is this "we're gonna be sold" narrative. I
I'm
want to
being
understand
I'm
that.
being
It's
facetious, sis.
just fear
Okay.
mongering. It's just fear
Um,
mongering.
Tally, I'm
but
just
also,
being funny.
Sounds like something from
also that kid,
Roland
the
It's
father
Martin.
is
bad
an
as
odd
shit.
that probably
And
that
he's probably
that
on the
um,
spectrum. He looks like he acts like he's on the
so
spectrum.
I think it is. I think there's some element of autism that's carried to the father's contributions. So maybe, but also he's just a
It
fucking
comes from
kid.
the mother.
He's just a kid.
All that
Yeah, I
genetic
think
shit comes from the mother.
Trump has.
Just
See,
a kid
Oh,
cussing.
no, I'm sorry.
the thing
I
is,
swiped my screen. I am so sorry. No, I, it was just interesting and just a little weird. And if I'm wrong, I've never seen anything like that in the Oval Office like that. Um, and he
like
said
what?
nothing. It was like he let that man, listen, it's all good. Whatever the case may be, I just thought it was
Wait,
Same,
Miss
interesting.
Fifi, are
same,
you
Think
are
I
you
need
Hold
to
on, hold
say
speaking
on.
that.
on
If he would have
Elon?
said, if he would have said, "Hey, control your kid," the world would have went insane. Can you
Man, the
believe
kid
how
shouldn't have been
insensitive
there.
he is to people with autism? Can you believe that Donald Trump told someone
Right.
that has an
The
autistic
mama
kid on the
said that,
spectrum
look,
to watch their
the boy's
kid?
mama
They're
said,
so
why was he out there
insensitive.
like that?
They're so insensitive to
Oh, I know he likes to
autism.
argue, so I'm going to yield.
Either
I'm
thing
going
that
to
he would,
yield to
either
the
way he
Puerto
would have acted,
Rican,
whether it was
whatever the fuck
pro
he is,
or
Mexican.
against it,
I'm going to yield to him.
everybody would have went against it.
Yeah,
and
Miss
I
Fifi.
wanted, I
Fam, a
wanted
I
to say,
kid
agree. I
cussing
agree
though?
with. I
Y'all,
agree with
we
Nolly.
just gonna say it's just a kid? Hell no, I'm
I,
not
I,
finna
I
just sit
wanted,
by and watch no kid cuss. I'll
I wanted
That
to
choke
say
my
kid
this.
son
just
out.
heard
He
a
cuss like
lot.
that
That
when I have a
kid heard
son.
a lot. He said, you're not the president.
I
No,
want
no,
to
no,
say
Mr.
this. I
Clinton.
want
That's
to
not
say
what they're
this.
saying. They're saying that he's an autistic kid. Clearly, he's autistic. He's on the spectrum. There's no question about it.
Listen,
Right.
But
let's
if
move
that
What
was
they
a
past
gotta
that.
do with
He
normal,
cussing though?
said
if
what
that
he
was a
Miss
heard.
normal
Fifi, it's a
situation
child,
and an
Miss Fifi.
autistic,
Come
yeah.
on.
Listen, I
If
know
it
what
was a
children are,
kid
and I
in a
love children, but
restaurant and the
listen
kid
to me
was like screaming
carefully.
or something like that, and someone would have
Listen,
addressed the parents and been
that
like,
little
"Hey, control
boy.
your kid, or you shouldn't be
Listen, I
outside
didn't. He
in
looked
public
at him.
with
I
that
saw how
kid,"
he looked at him.
everyone would have protected the kid.
I don't
But
want him to look
because
Exactly.
Hey,
at
it
his
was
father.
Elon
hey,
I
hey,
Musk
agree,
hey,
and
Nolly.
No,
I
Elon
think they're
Musk
hey,
was
making
at
a
an
listen. Let me
big
event, he
deal
had
out
finish.
his
of
kid,
nothing.
Let me
hey,
finish.
hey,
everybody's
His
hold
gonna
on, hold on,
father.
hold
attack
on.
I
Listen,
Trump.
don't talk
Can
much.
you
Nathan,
believe that
Nathan.
Trump allowed this
His
to happen?
father. Listen.
Whether he said something or
Hey,
didn't
hey,
say
hey,
something,
hey.
Hey,
Now,
hey,
give me a
listen,
sec. Come
he
on
would
Nathan,
have
now,
I
been
agree.
Nolly.
criticized
Give me a
either
I
break.
way.
agree. I
hey,
agree.
It
All
was
Nolly.
I'm saying
it
is,
was a cussing for me.
listen,
Wait, hold on, hold
listen.
on,
The
hold on.
little boy Number one, of course he
Uh,
shouldn't have been like his mother says, too many lights and all the stuff going on. That kind of it triggers that kind of stuff. And he's saying what he heard. Children are sponges, like SpongeBob. Kids are sponges. Where did he get it from? He got it from his father. That's
Get
all
what
I'm
from his
saying.
father? What are you saying he got from his father? What are you
The
saying
Just
he
his,
got?
cussing.
his mannerism and cursing and telling Trump, shush your mouth. You're not the president.
That's
What?
That's
weird.
not cool, man.
When did he
What do you
say that?
Go listen,
all
listen.
Oval
Google
Office?
it. It's been all over the news, man. Come
The
on, don't
little baby said
can't
that.
not give you more
The
credit
little
Little
than that.
baby
baby
went like
X.
this. It went shh. Little baby went shh.
That's
That's what the
I
little
got
funny.
kid
all.
did.
That's
Little kid was
funny.
shh.
That's not even
Wait,
offensive.
the
It's
little
a
baby X
baby.
said that.
He
No,
actually caught
no,
the
little
hype
baby
Why
said
train.
does this
shh. That's
even
what the little
matter,
baby
though?
did.
This
Oh,
is
that's
The
funny.
little
crazy.
baby
Yo,
Big
did.
why y'all
baby
all talking at the
King, I'm
same
not
time, bro?
lying
I
to
can't hear
you.
shit, bro.
And you
Here's the thing,
know
Miss
he
Fifi.
has
Miss
autism.
Fifi, it's a child. Like
Baby, I
the,
know it's a
the
child. Let a
scriptures
black
are very
child have done
clear
that.
about that. When you're a
Let Sasha
child, you
Malia have
behave
done
like a
that.
child. There's
Everybody
nothing
would have
wrong with
been
that.
mad.
But here's the thing, Miss Fifi. I think Elon. What I like about their dynamic is because look, Miss Fifi. Let's be honest about one thing. Elon is the richest man. Elon is the richest man in the world. A lot of y'all don't like. I feel like you don't understand the weight of that. This is
King,
the
you're going by his
richest
money.
man,
I don't care about his
right?
money. His money don't
No, no,
mean
no,
nothing.
but no,
He's
no.
not
It's not
God.
about the money, Miss
He's
Fifi.
not
It's
God.
not about the money. It's
That man
not
is from
about the
South
money.
Africa.
Just
He
listen.
is doing the same
It's
shit
not
that's not
about the
right.
money, Miss Phoebe. It's not about the money. It's about the productivity that got him to that position. Why do I bring that up?
You're
I bring
impressed
it
by
up.
money,
Just
King. I
listen, Miss
know that.
Phoebe.
You
Miss
come over
Phoebe.
here, y'all impressed
Miss
by that.
Fifi, Miss Fifi, again, you don't want again. I feel like you don't understand the weight of what we're talking about because someone like Elon, that productivity that brought him to his current position, he's turning that into energy in fixing the bureaucracy that's currently got our government in a plague. And so, Miss Fifi, respectfully, to have the richest man next to the most powerful man. And these two gentlemen are working for we the people. That is amazing when you think
I,
about it. You got
I
the
just
richest man and the most powerful man, and we are their boss. They're doing everything we ask them to do. I don't see how
That
y'all
little
don't
boy is
see
our
this
boss,
is going to
honey.
be
Little X is our
amazing for
boss.
the future of America. I
I
don't see
just I
how
just
you
want
don't see
can
this.
I just want to say one thing I noticed about
Apparently,
the
he was
room.
telling the
Look,
reporters to
hey,
shush,
wait.
not the president. That
I
makes
just
much
want
more
to
sense.
He
I
looked
just
right
want to
at
say,
Trump, and Trump
God
looked down at
damn.
him and looked back up like, "Lord have mercy."
All
Really,
right,
you
I just
saw
It
that all in the camera? Because there's
Yes,
only
I
one
did,
camera.
baby.
Oh, well, I'll go after Lion for
All right,
once,
yeah.
and not because I'm a
Say
woman.
something. I just wanted to say something that I just noticed. I just noticed knowledge, which is actually Nathan's right hand man going back and forth with the woman, and then I also noticed King going back and forth with the woman as well. I feel like I might be getting picked on. I don't know. Does anyone notice that?
Oh, not lying. Look, I was being respectful to Miss Fifi, so I wasn't
No, no,
trying
no.
to,
It's not that. No, it was before. It
And
was before
and
you came
and
in.
and for the record, I go back and forth with Nathan all the time.
Exactly.
Okay,
So I
now,
Clay.
lying. I wasn't going out of my way to be disrespectful or nothing. I was just,
No, no, no. It wasn't
ladies
about
first.
disrespect. You got to hear what Nathan was saying earlier about real men.
oh, Nathan does that dumb shit all
Yeah,
the time. It's
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
just
So yeah, yeah,
February. He
yeah.
does that. He
I
does
know
that
he
all the
does.
time.
I know he's full of shit. I'm pointing out the fact that there's other people in the room that might not know, what I know. That what
Well,
I've known.
you know what? Line. I think people pick up on Nathan's like, his trolling and shit like that. A lot of people love Nathan to death, but they don't take that nigga seriously because they know he be all over the place. Nathan,
Right.
literally, he's all over the place.
100%.
All over the place. Like he'll argue one
Okay,
thing
well,
this month, and then next month he'll come argue the exact opposite. You
so
know.
as I have stated to others, I think people who argue with their heart on the mic every time are fucking weird and ruin the dynamic of the room. You're supposed to be able to make good arguments. And if you can make good arguments from either side, you're an even better, like, a presence on the stage. Now, back to the other conversation. So I would be more concerned with Barron's big ol' ass saying to Biden, it's time. At the, what was that, the inauguration? Than this 4-year-old kid who's seen mommy and daddy say potty words. and didn't know that it was inappropriate, possibly because, like his father, he's an autist. I think it was less appropriate for Barron to say that to a former president.
Here's another point I wanted to respond to Miss Fifi's statement. There have been much stranger things that have happened in an Oval Office other than some baby calling someone to shut up. So yeah,
Yeah, I just don't see it as an issue. I agree with that. I don't see that as an issue. As a matter of fact, I'm very happy with what both Trump and Elon are doing, how they're exposing so much of this corruption. Like I said, line, I think this is the setup for Pam Bondi to go in, and there you will see prosecute. You will see there will be prosecutions. Is what I'm trying to say. There will be. They're not playing games, and I love it. It's going to be great. So
I want to see what happens when he goes to DOD, Department of Defense. I want to see what happens there in CIA.
and Miss Fifi, did you feel like that
There's
I did
4 years. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
or dominated you or anything like that? I just want to make sure for the sake of the room.
Oh no, I'm good, baby. I have no
Uh,
comment. I'm good. Thank
okay,
you.
good, good.
I'm trying to get this report done, but yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, good.
that's good. That's good.
Nathan, you should slap yourself.
Hey, what about them fucking trying to spend money for fucking Fauci to have a shrine or some shit like that?
What?
You guys hear that?
Yeah, you saw
That's
that? That's
The
crazy.
fuck, bro? The only shrine that guy's gonna have is fucking JLo fucking bars.
Facts. Yeah, Shrine of dicks in his fucking what the fuck? But yeah, that's facts, Mike. That's fucking
Hey,
facts.
what the fuck is going on with the? I was listening to the like I think it was like the House committee. Like, what's going on? Why do they care to push this transgender movement so hard?
You notice that? You
I don't
notice that,
like.
bro?
I don't
You
get
remember it
it,
was
bro.
conspiracy at first, right?
Right. At
It
first it was
was like,
conspiracy.
and then people are like, "Oh, one with the receipts," but here, like, how would you ever find out? Like, if nobody brought this to you, let's just say some of it's true, let's say most of it's false, just for the sake of conversation. How would we have the ability to investigate this? Period. If it was never brought to light, even if it's not true,
Glad
like
you
we
asked.
they
So,
don't
Mike,
give us access to shit.
no,
Right.
Mike, what we actually we had a little microcosm of that happen in this very room when it was stated earlier that basically people who see things that they know is wrong, what they should do is just look the other way and mind their business for the sake of keeping the peace. And if you have something to say about what's going on, then you clearly are a closeted homosexual yourself.
It's so
If you
weird,
say
bro.
something about children, then you clearly you are also a pedophile too. It's a way of shaming people to silence, and that's what was going on. If you had something to say, and you're noticing things happening in your school and in your colleges, and all of these programs are being pushed in your communities, then there's something wrong with you. Nothing wrong with what's going on.
Yeah,
Nothing to do
I
with
just
us.
I don't get why this country was so determined to like spread this transgender thing throughout the world. Like millions and millions of dollars being spent. What the fuck? What's going on with that? I don't
Docile
get
men,
it.
docile men will not rise up and fight for anything. The
Hey, you
We
know what
docile
I
men
imagine? Hey, you know what
are
I imagine? I swear to God. You know that one guy that Biden that was working for Biden that had like a shaved head that got caught stealing clothes, like the woman man, that white guy with the bald head at the
yeah,
airport.
I know who you talking about. Yup.
I imagine a bunch of those people running the country,
Yeah,
and
that's
that,
exactly right.
bro, that like
they also
if
have a yarmulke on when they're not in front of the camera.
that guy is on the fucking their dollar bill, that transgender dollar bill has that motherfucker's face on it, that white guy, because that's like
Wait,
what I think of
lying.
these
Sorry.
fucking people, bro.
But lying. You saw the video where they put the yarmulke on before the cameras go on and all that? You saw that video?
You were breaking up. Say it again.
There was a video where they put the yarmulkes on before the cameras go on, where they put the mask on before the cameras go on, they take it back off when the cameras go off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Mike, I don't know if you heard my argument from earlier. It was a response to Miss Fifi that no matter what Donald Trump did, if he would have responded and said, "Hey, you can't have your kid in here," if he would have responded, "Hey, your kid can't say that," if he would have let the kid say that, no matter what Donald Trump did, there's gonna be a response. If you would
Yeah.
have told the kid to be quiet, they would have been like, "He's insensitive to autism. He's insensitive to disabilities." I hold that position. I don't know if you
That's
disagree.
100% fact, bro. It's
Yeah.
100% fucking because people just want to see this guy go down. How about why the fuck are you
And to that
complaining?
point, those are the people that you're supposed to ignore because they're not in control of their faculties. You don't ignore women.
Dude, we're finding out so much weird shit. Now we went to the I
Literally.
just saw. Yeah, we went to the IRS. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, that's the next one. Yup, I saw
I can't wait, bro. Like, and it puts these fucking libtards in a weird position because you see, now they're not complaining about what's being found. They're
Yeah,
complaining about the people that the people
who's finding
finding
it?
it.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. It's
It's
just
like,
Yeah,
exposing
we
them.
didn't we didn't elect him. We didn't elect him. He's doing
yeah,
a job that he wasn't elected for. Instead of, hey, why is I don't know if you saw yesterday, $150,000 for global warming in Sri Lanka. She's like, what
yeah,
does that
What the
mean?
fuck?
How does that benefit Americans? What does this mean?
bro.
It's
And
Instead
so
of, yep.
obviously money laundering that I'm just like, my
yeah,
bad,
and then
Mike.
you oh people, where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? And then it's like, here, this is it. Oh no, no, no.
No, no,
Who
no,
was the
no.
fucking yeah? Who was the? I think it was Louis. He was like, it wasn't 56 million for the hotel. It was 19 million. What?
Wait, Louis
That's
said
your.
that?
That's what he said. Because
Louis,
I was
come
like,
on, bro.
Nah,
because
no, he was.
it was
It was another
Louis.
one. He was like it wasn't 8.4 million in subscriptions from
Oh, that was it.
USAID.
Yeah.
He was like it was 8.4 million, but from other government agencies, other U.S. government agencies. I mean, it was still bad.
Look, we're finding
Yeah, chaos. You
really
were the one asking
horrendous
for
shit.
receipts. Did you get enough of it yet, or are you still asking for them?
It's bad. We're still finding shit. Like it's so bad.
Nah,
And I don't know.
Wait,
Chaos actually
what
had a good
receipts?
argument because I looked into it and Chaos was right that
About what? Which
On the
one?
WhiteHouse.com. I did look up the external links they posted, and they weren't like official links. They were just like links like media posts that link back to what he said. So that is kind of weird for me personally. I
But
feel like they
how
do
about
have.
this? The
Hold on,
House
hold on, hold
Committee.
on, hold on, hold on. One second. I feel like they definitely have the power to release. Here's what this part of the bill is. And that's it. I would be convinced with that. But the fact that they are releasing external links that that go to other pages that link back to what he said, it was kind of weird for me. It gave me Putin vibes because Putin does the same exact thing on his Russian
Wait,
media.
what was this for though? Knowledge, just to clarify.
If you go to whitehouse.gov and they have a specific, it's called the fact page or fact sheet
Yeah.
website section that is dedicated just to post where money's being wasted. And if
Oh,
you go
the
to this specific
USA
page,
stuff.
yeah, that USA stud. If you click on the links that they have connected to where the money's being wasted, it's external links and it goes to freaking media websites that just quotes what Donald Trump said. So it is kind of weird. I'll be
For
fair on
all
that.
of it though?
Yeah, for all of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
whitehouse.gov, whitehouse.gov, fact sheets, and click on any one of them that you want, and they're all
Wait, but
external links.
has its own website.
There's USA .spend.gov and there's whitehouse.gov. Whitehouse.gov, everything is external links.
Okay. And then did you check the
I check both
official
of them.
did you check no, the Doge account on Twitter, the
I
official
checked
one.
Doge account, but Doge account it just states where which government is being wasteful towards resources. It doesn't show the actual bills, which I think is what Chaos wants to see, and I agree with him. I do want to see
Well,
the actual bill that says $32 million for gay books in Peru, something like that. I want to see
No, no, no,
something that
no.
says
See,
that.
but chaos is playing. Chaos is playing games because all Congress
What?
does is approve the money to USAID. They don't approve what USAID will use the money for.
Yo, King, come on, King. You
That's
you doubled
exactly
down a
what
lot when I pushed
it's.
back. Nope. You wanna go back again, King? Do you wanna go
Let's
at it
do it.
again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So
okay, yeah,
at
sure.
the end
Okay,
of the
sure. Give me the proof. Okay, give me the proof that like you're saying all these claims, right? Give me the actual proof that
right, right.
amounts to an
I'm
external account
clarifying,
that
but
says,
I'm clarifying something first,
okay,
Chaos. I'm clarifying that Congress gives the money to US aid. It doesn't determine how US aid will use the money unless it's specified. That's the starting point. It's not like Congress and everyone they're saying, okay, so we're just gonna well, okay, so we're gonna send 50 million for condoms to Gaza, and then we're gonna give 10 million here to lady boys in Thailand for patriotic viewership, or we're going to give about $5 million to climate change for houses and Fulanis in the north of Nigeria to combat Islamic morning prayers. Right? They're not determining those allocations of the budget, right? I mean, or are you making the argument that they are?
wait, so how do you know that they are doing this? Like there should be like a paper trail,
No,
right?
no, that's what
That
I'm trying
says,
to say.
hey,
When that,
yeah,
so
so I'm
that's what
asking
I'm
you.
clarifying.
So wait, let me finish. Let me
Go
finish,
ahead.
King. So you're saying that, hey, this is what Congress did. There should be a paper trail for that, right? Like they can't just like appear out of thin air and say, hey, this is what they're doing it for. I want you to show me the paper trail for what you're stating so that I can see and say, hey, you're right. Like I'm not beneath that saying, like I'm not above that saying, like, hey, to admitting that I'm wrong. I am never that. I want you to show me the paper trail
Hey,
for all the
Austin, I'm
claims that you're
following you,
making.
baby. I'm getting ready to follow you.
Wait, who is
So
that?
no, the thing is this, King. Like you're saying all these things, but I'm not seeing the proof. The proof is in the pudding. I'm
No,
not
no,
seeing the pudding.
chaos.
No, no, no. Wait, let me.
I
You
tried to
can go ahead.
clarify something.
No, no, no,
I
no. But
tried
I
to
want to.
clarify something.
But I want again. You're trying to clarify the things that I've already like asked you. Like you're saying that Congress said this. They've earmarked this for this. And
No, I'm saying
if Elon
Congress
Musk is
doesn't
that
do that.
no, no, okay. If it doesn't do that too, like even if it doesn't do that, right? You're saying
Yeah.
something. You're stating something, right? You're stating that this was what is like. This is what the money went to, right? That can't appear out of thin air. Like what you're saying has to come from something solid, right? If you're saying something that is actually true, it has to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah, you
Where is it
right.
coming from?
So so again, you're referring to um the findings of Elon and Doge. Like for instance, the 50 million that goes to condoms, to Gaza condoms, like that type of stuff, right? You're saying where's the primary evidence for those things? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Well, Elon
Right,
admitted
right.
yesterday, by the
So are you looking for what are you looking for? Like an official what exactly are you
yeah.
looking
Like
for?
I'm looking for like so whatever Doge is saying to state this, right? I want them to like
Yeah.
show it to the public. Like like all those
Yeah,
things that
but
you're
they
like
have been
showing
doing
are
that.
they haven't. Like I looked at it,
They have.
King.
Hold
I
on.
looked at it.
I got you.
No,
I'll
I
show
looked
you
at
again.
so I'll tell you something.
well,
So
Elon
I'll
Musk
show you
yesterday,
again. Look.
real quick, Chaos.
okay,
Elon Musk
What are you
yesterday,
saying? What are you saying? What are you seeing, Chaos, to say it's not
yeah. So I
something that
looked at
you?
the so Mike. I looked at the Doge account, like the official Twitter page, right? So
Me too. Me too.
all I see is like they're making claims and they post a screenshot, and the link that they point to is not like something that I can like look at and see the same screenshot. It's not the same thing.
But that
And I
come
Okay,
on,
looked
what
at
that
that.
what
No,
what
no,
if you
he's
compare?
correct. He's correct. Look, look.
Okay,
That's
that's
what I
fine.
said
That's
earlier.
fine. That's
Okay, go
fine.
ahead.
Look,
but
so
that
then
doesn't mean it's not
you have a
true.
claim, and then you have a link that just restates the claim, right?
No, it
Right.
doesn't. That's the thing.
No, no, no
So there's
yes.
a claim,
Go ahead. Go
and the
ahead.
link doesn't restate the claim, and that's the issue that I have. It doesn't.
What
So
does
like,
the link
so what they're
show?
saying is like they're saying something. So either the page is like completely broken, or like the link that I saw was pointing to USAID, and the
Look
USAID
at
thing
this
was
meme.
completely broken. All right. And then the second thing that I saw, Mike. Okay, I really like. Again, here's the thing. I'm really like trying to like tell you like if I were to be someone who like wants to verify, trust but verify. Like one of the things that Dode said was like it pointed to like Politico or one of the other sites receiving aid from
Look
the
at
U.S.
that.
government. So, so basically, what I did was I looked at the page and said, "Hey, okay, this is the tool they're using to like show what the how much they got, how much this agency got." I searched for that agency, nothing came up, and basically what the tool said was like, "Oh, this search is broken," which was kind of convenient because like now I can't verify myself. Like I have to like rely on this tweet saying that hey, this tweet says this, but when I try to
Correct.
verify the same thing, I can't do that.
So wait a second. So wait a second. So okay, fine. Let's just say everything you're saying is true, right? And I believe what you're saying is true, like your experience and all that, right? Um, why isn't the media fucking saying that these things are wrong?
They
It's one
are.
thing
They
to say
said
that.
They
they
are.
are.
No, no,
They
no,
are. They are.
They
no,
are.
no. It's one thing to say what you're not saying it's wrong. You're just saying you can't verify it,
Uh-oh, Mike.
No,
right?
Elon Musk.
Wait,
If you
hold on.
Hold on. There's a
Uh,
point. Like before you start celebrating, right? You're saying you can't prove it. It can't be proven or disproven because when you look at the links, they're broken, right?
no, this
Correct.
okay,
Correct.
Mike. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
thing is like
Okay.
Mike, if I like say
Okay.
this for one thing, right? Okay.
Hold
Okay.
on. Look, is the media disputing the claim, saying it's not true or that it can't be verified?
It can't be verified. Can you verify it?
Okay. Do you see that, Louis? You hear the language? So,
yeah.
okay. So here's the point. Look, right now, you have no official documents to either confirm or deny, right? Fine. You only have the word of the people, which is a heavy burden, which means that these people that are hunting for Trump's errors, I'm talking hunting, right? If they make a claim, especially a fucking gross claim, right? These motherfuckers are gonna find it. And if all we have so far is that it's unverifiable, it's probably true. Now, on top of that, Musk said, look, you guys should look into what I'm saying. I'm going to make mistakes. That's what he said, right? So he's not saying that he's without error. But here's the question. What documents would we have available to confirm or deny, right? Or even talk about if this topic was never brought up in the first place?
Right.
So
Can
Mike,
I
okay, yeah.
can I
Can
try to
I
steal
okay,
on it? Can I try to
go for
steal
it.
me on it?
Go ahead.
It's something like this. So uh Trump or Elon Musk make a claim. The entire world is trying to verify the claim. They can't falsify the claim. Therefore, it leans likely to be true because they're not able to falsify it.
It means yes. Hold on one second. Let me plug my headphones.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like what I would believe, basically. Yeah.
Okay. No, no, no. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Oh, you
Okay.
want to go? Okay.
No, no, no. I was done. I was done. That was my. I
Yeah.
was just
Oh, okay.
asking for
Yeah.
clarification.
It is a little bit of an
So
argument from
Mike, this
ignorance.
is this is my whole
There goes
yeah.
my
That,
baby.
Go ahead, Chaos.
so this is the thing, Mike. So if I were to like say you run a business, right? And you were to tell me, hey, my business makes X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
and you make the claim. So
Yeah.
now people who are trying to invest in your business ask you like, hey, could you like give me the your books so that we can like compare that you're doing that so that we can invest and make like a partnership, right?
Yeah.
And when they like ask you for your books, you're only giving them like partial parts of your books. You're not giving the entire book. You're just saying, hey, this is a screenshot of what I made last year.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
they're saying, okay, you gave us a screenshot, give us the statements from your bank accounts, and you're not doing that.
I'm
But
not
you
doing.
can do it because it's
Okay.
your business, right? Like you have
Yeah.
access to that, right? That's the claim. The claim is
Okay.
this,
I
like
get
they're
it. I get it.
giving
I
all
don't
these
know.
things.
No, I
Yeah.
think knowledge did the work for you. Here's the thing. This is now coming down. So far, let's just say there's a moment of ignorance within our country right now, right? A claim's being made and it's not able to be fucking falsified, right? So here's the deal. Like, let's have a little friendly little bet. We'll call this the fucking bullshit meter test. I think that of what is available, that there'll be over a 95% accuracy rate on the Trump side's claim.
Yep.
What do you think?
What do you think, knowledge? What do you
Not
think,
knowledge, not knowledge, not knowledge.
chaos? My
Chaos. What
bad.
do
What do
you
you
think?
think,
You're the
chaos?
skeptical. You're the skeptic. Right now,
Hmm.
we're in a moment of ignorance. I think 95% of what they're saying will be confirmed as true. What are you going to say?
What do you think? Chaos.
And here's what it's testing.
I think the
Here's
number
what
is
it's
lower.
testing.
I think the
Here's what
number
it's
is lower.
testing. It's testing the intuition of the individual to assess the world that they live in, to make assumptions when you don't have everything that you
Full
need,
information.
right?
Yep.
So I
Yep.
want to know, what do you think? You want to make a little friendly
No, this
bet?
is
You want to make
Hold
a
on.
the
bet?
thing is that
Before
Mike.
well, no. Look, there's nothing at risk besides who has a better bullshit radar. Do you want to make that bet?
I'll make a bet.
Mike,
Who said
again,
that? Who said that?
Tim,
Tim.
Oh, Tim, I don't know you
Tim, you're
that
gonna
well, bro.
lose
No
your money,
offense.
bro.
It's not even money. I don't know. I don't even know him, but I know chaos.
Oh well.
Fine,
no,
you can
the
make the
thing is,
bet.
Mike, yeah, Mike,
Wait, wait, wait,
let's
wait,
go
wait,
point
wait,
to
wait,
point.
wait, wait, wait. Hold on. Look, do you want to make that bet?
No, because again, I don't want to
You're not even
draw
Oh,
losing
because
come
Mike.
on,
anything. It's
Chaos.
No,
not
I
even
know, like,
money.
Well,
no,
what is
Mike,
even
but do you
how do you
understand my
even
point?
measure this stuff?
You
Yeah, the
bet
thing is,
based on
like,
the claims being made publicly, right? So basically, look, right? If there are 10 things, right, and you get 9.5 right, right, then I win. I'm giving myself, like, this is like a 95% is like
Take the bet,
really
chaos.
hye.
But
It's
that's the
real.
problem.
Can I
Nothing's
bet
going to go
Hagop?
public. It's just like random waste, fraud, and let me go after abuse.
No,
So,
just go first, knowledge, because chaos is just gonna
all right,
filibuster.
all right. So I'll take it a step further. So I actually watched the press conferences where they did address this. They actually spoke about it, and I think Mike is actually right. And I'll tell you why I think he's right. So the press went as far as saying, "With okay, we see what you posted. We see what you're talking about." Their response was, um. What did she say? Oh, she said, if if all of this is true, instead of actually arguing that it's not true, she said, is this even fraudulent, or are you just saying that you don't like the way the money's being spent? Let's just assume all of this money is being spent the way that it's being spent. Is this fraudulent or is it waste? And the woman responded with, "It is all the above, fraudulent and waste." And I forgot what the third one was. She said it's fraudulent Abuse. because abuse. That's what it was. Abuse. Yeah, fraudulent, waste, and abuse. It is all the above. The American people, if right now, like that's what she said about the Sri Lanka, the $180,000 spent for global warming in Sri Lanka. Nobody knows what that means. The American people, now that this is in front of them, ask the American people, is this where you want your taxpayers' money to go for
Right.
$180,000 in Sri Lanka for global warming? No, Americans don't want this. This is all the above: fraudulent, waste, and abuse.
Yes.
So
Right.
yeah,
So say
instead of saying that it's not the claims are not true, that we have proof the claims are not true, they're actually going the opposite way and saying, even if it is true, is it wrong? So I do find that interesting.
right, and that's very, that's subjective. Say for example
You
the
said that's subjective.
yeah, the 20 million in condoms to Gaza,
50
right?
million.
50 million in condoms to Gaza, right?
It's a lot
So
of
it
condoms.
turns out it's a lot of condoms, but also it didn't go to Gaza. It went to like Uganda. It went to
Mozambique.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
that's not
Mozambique
true.
went
We
to
already went
another
over this.
country.
Hold on a
So
second.
in
They
that
asked
so
Michael,
in
we
Elon
that
already went
case,
over
specifically.
this.
so in
You're
that
They
mixing
asked
two
case,
Elon
different
but in
issues.
specifically.
that case,
They asked
in that
Elon if he
case,
admitted that he was wrong.
is that fraud because it was because the reporter on it, say Doge or whatever, the reporter on it got it wrong, but then also
No, it's
to
bad
knowledge's
estimated
point,
spending.
is it actually abuse if that was something that was approved by people that wanted it to happen and it was approved by
Yeah, the
Congress or
people that
whatever?
wanted it to
That's
happen.
where it's subjective,
No, it's not
because what
subject.
you call
It's
abuse,
not
other
subjective.
people may call an effective program.
No, that's retarded. So at
You
the
can
end of
just
the
point
No,
to
day,
Elon's own
respectfully,
words.
that's what
Michael,
subjective
the
means.
So
reason
wait,
why it's retarded is
Mike, I want to
because
place a bet, Mike. I
hold on,
want to
hold on,
place a bet with
chaos,
you
hold
right
on,
now on
chaos.
one thing.
Hold on. The reason, Mike, that yeah, you know this. The issue here is that a lot of this sounds like money laundering. When you look at the programs that were being implemented and you look at how much was being paid and or how much was being allocated to these ridiculous initiatives, clearly, and then you juxtapose that with the salaries, or I'm sorry, the net worth of some of our politicians that have base salaries at $150 to $250,000, and yet they have net worths in the multi millions. We're talking 50 to 150 million. Sir, clearly there is a racket going on and there is money being siphoned off to politicians with this ridiculous fucking aid shit. That's what's
That
going on
Right,
here. And that is not subjective. That is not subjective. That is
it,
the objective criminality, right?
no, it
Part that's
certainly
going
is
on with this
So
shit.
where's the objective proof, King?
because
King,
it's
where's the objective
hyperbole,
proof? Like,
but
It is
also
objective.
it's
Wait, wait.
opinion.
It is
No, where's the
objective
objective
that
proof, King?
hold on,
King,
chaos. It is
objective proof.
objective that you
Objectivity
have
is not subjective.
politicians
Give me
who
the
make
proof. Give me the
$150,000 a
receipts.
year and they
Give
have
me the
net worth
receipts.
in the hundreds of
There is
millions. That is
always a trail.
objective.
Give me the receipts, King.
King,
That
that's
is
It's
Nancy
objective.
subjectively
Wait,
your
Pelosi.
Chaos.
claim.
What's
You
your
You're
want
bet?
me to
What do you
give
claiming
you
want to
the
that.
bet?
receipts
What
of
do
the
you want to
net
bet?
worth of
So,
politicians?
yeah,
King,
Mike.
Nancy
So,
Pelosi,
so
pretty
this is
much.
this is just like one
Hold on.
thing,
Anyway,
Let me.
right?
I'm
Like,
gonna hear
Hold on.
Chaos's
I
bet,
got it.
please.
Hold on.
Let me.
everybody, but chaos. What proof would satisfy you that King could provide? And
Hold on,
how
hold on.
come?
Chaos said he wants to make a bet with
sud-
Mike, and then
suddenly,
King
suddenly,
was in the
what proof
middle, and
is
then he
needed?
said, "King, go ahead, go on." Now, if King made a submission, I do want to hear what the bet was that King. That sorry,
Okay,
that
okay. Fair
Chaos wanted
enough.
to
Fair
make with
enough.
Mike.
So, Mike, yeah, this is the bet, Mike. So let's go. Like, I don't want to lose 90% because it's very hard to like define what the 90% could be because we're just like throwing out numbers
Okay,
there.
just what's the bet,
So,
dude? Please.
no, this is the bet. So let's talk about the Sri Lanka thing, right? Let's look at the Sri Lanka claim and let's see like what the amount was actually earmarked for. And I bet you it was not for global warming. Probably some environmental stuff, but not global warming. It's
Wait, wait,
probably
wait. Say that.
encompassing a
Say that
lot more
again.
things.
Say that again. What was say that again?
So the Sri Lanka bet, the
Yeah.
Sri Lanka money that America gives to Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
I bet it's not for global warming
What
alone.
about climate
It's
change? Define what
yeah,
you mean by global warming and
climate change,
climate
global.
change.
I mean, I use those words synonymously. So you can say global warming, climate change,
Okay,
yes.
what do you mean
But
by
money
that
that's
then? What do
given,
you mean by that?
so the money, like
He
the
means
money
if
that
you
they
looked
gave
at the
is
Hold
wild
for.
on,
numbers,
Marshall.
it
I don't
might
want to
not
hear
be
from
the thing
you.
you're
I want to hear
talking
from
about.
him. What do you mean by that?
So it means that the money that they gave was an aid package that was like comprehensive of
What do you
other
mean by
things,
global
medical
warming and climate
supplies.
change? What do you mean by that? Define that.
Wasn't
What's
that
the
the claim you guys
definition of
made?
global warming or climate change? What's the definition?
Didn't you
Bullshit.
guys wait?
What's the
Didn't you
definition?
guys make that claim?
The
What's the
definition
fucking
What do you
is
mean the
definition, bro?
definition?
I'm asking you a question. You brought this up. This is a novel
Oh, about
bet. That's
global
your
warming.
idea. What's the definition? Because if we in fact
Wait,
confirm this bet
people
right,
talking about
if
climate
we in
change
fact
is
shut up,
novel.
dude,
You've
stay
heard
out of
about
this right now,
climate
bro.
change
It's a
for 10
one-on-one. This
years.
has nothing to do with you, bro. If we make a
Get
bet,
it right,
hey,
bro.
fat face, get the fuck out of here. I'm not talking to you,
They've been
bro.
talking about
Keep your
climate
fat
change for at
fucking white
least a
ass out of here.
decade
I'm not
and a
talking to you,
half.
bro. Go
Wait,
on a
do I have to
diet.
go
Well,
too?
then get the
Get the
facts
fuck
right.
out of
They've
here,
been
bro.
arguing about it for at least a decade and a
Shut up,
half.
bro. Shut up.
No,
Shut
you
up.
do yourself a
I
lot
don't
of
give a
favors by
fuck
getting
you
this
and your
correct.
fucking self, bro. I don't give a fuck about you, bro.
Hold on,
I didn't
Wusa.
ask whether you
Shut
cared.
the
Wusa,
fuck
I
up,
Marshall.
bro.
asked you
Why
to
are you
get the
fucking
Marshall.
intervening?
information correct.
I got
The
this,
f-
Mike. Marshall, we don't interfere when two men are about to make a bet. We let them hammer out the details.
Women
We
don't
don't
interfere. Men can
interfere.
interfere.
yeah. Well, that doesn't change anything. Marshall's a bitch. So how are you
Okay,
define?
now
How
I
are you
won because
defining? How
that's
are
all
you
you got to
defining that?
say.
Chaos. I'm gonna let. How are you defining that?
I'm really. What do you mean by defining global warming, Mike? I'm
What are
really
you talking
confused by
about,
that
bro? Are you
question.
just having a hard time now? You're trying to put it back on me.
What is
I don't know what
climate
the.
change?
I
Is
don't
the
know what the
question.
fuck it means, bro. Tell me what it
Like, what
means.
do you? Yeah,
You don't even know what it
like,
fucking means. You don't know what it means, do you? Just admit
what the
that you
fuck?
don't know what it
Like,
means so I
wait,
can
you
go back
guys,
and eat my food. Do you know what it means? Yes or no?
Mike,
Do
calm
you know
down.
what it means? Yes or no?
You're the
Don't
one.
fucking say my
You're
name
the
again.
one
I need to
that
go eat
said.
right now. Do you know what it fucking means? Yes or no?
He's hangry,
I know what you
Get
chaos.
the
guys
You
said.
really
fuck out
just
of here,
defined
Dan,
it.
bro. You don't know what it means, and here's why it's important.
Okay.
Because if, in fact, we look into it and it touches upon something that you define, then I would win. But because you're a fucking idiot and you want to use a term that you don't even understand because you're a
Hey, watch your
left-ass
mouth.
bitch, right? Then you want to just slap it on. Now I'm asking you to fucking, like when they ask, what's a woman? You just got stuck with that question. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm going to go back and eat.
Ooh, I
Watch
won
your
my
Dude, you're
mouth,
bet.
man. My
asking about a
son's
term
listening.
that's been used in common American parlance for at least 25 years.
So
Like,
And
getting
what is
mad at him
funny
because he
is
didn't
that
give you
the
some
bet, like
exact
again, this is what
definition
the claim.
doesn't
That
actually answer
nigga
your
said
point. Again,
Marshall's a
the
bitch.
terminology has
Oh
been used in
shit.
America
Oh shit.
synonymously for things having to do with the climate for at least 25 years, which means it's
Marshall,
common
Marshall,
knowledge
I
in
don't think you
America,
have a fat face.
which
You have a
means it's
wonderful
not a
face.
particular definition the way he's referring to it.
Bill.
The funny thing is, like, the claim was made on the stage saying that we're giving money to Sri Lanka for global warming, and then when I said, hey, if you actually look at the bill, it's probably not going to be just that. And then immediately, when I said that, like, people were like, oh, define global warming, as if like that saying
And
that
your
one thing and
faggot
then
ass
stating
couldn't
something, it
do
would be
it.
like,
You could have
That's
just
not his
defined it,
sure,
point. His
Mike.
and
point
you
is that
Sure.
the
couldn't.
line item where the House of Representatives appropriates money does not say that. That's his point. And if the
Bro,
House of
nobody cares what
Representatives,
you have to
who
say.
holds the
You are the
purse
least
in
relevant
the
person
United States,
talking right now.
No,
does
Mike,
not
it's
have
Nobody
amazing. Let
a
him
gives a
go. Let
crap
him
say,
what you have
go.
to say.
then you can't pretend that it does.
You
The
really, like, you
only
have no
body in the
idea how
country
pointless your voice and
responsible for
information is in this
handing out
room.
money
I don't
is the
know, like,
House of
who listens to
Representatives
you, bro,
Appropriations
but
Committee.
you're so fucking boring, bro. You're not interesting. You're not
Government is
funny. You're not
boring.
even
I don't
anything.
know in
You're
what
just an annoying
universe you think
person that
it's
has
not.
fat
The
cheeks. I could hear the
Appropriations
fatness
Committee
in
is
your
boring
voice.
work.
Your
It
cheeks
doesn't make
weigh
it any
fucking
less
7 pounds
fun,
a
and it
piece.
doesn't
I
mean
love your
This
my
cheeks,
Everybody
motherfucker
information
right
talking
Marshall.
here,
about
is
his
what you
bro.
say
cheeks.
they read
That
because you
fucking
pull it out of your
that
ass.
that that goatee you have trying to cover that double chin, that ain't fooling nobody with your fat
Again,
ass
if
face,
all
bro.
you have to
Get the
say when
fuck
I am
out. That
giving
is all I
difficult pieces
have.
of
All I have.
government
Hey,
He
I
advice
got
said
a
that
her
I
pair of
cheeks was
fucking
apply,
fat.
ears.
then you
I got a
will
pair of
walk the
ears.
plot and you have
Hold
I
on,
got a
lost
hold
pair
the
of
on.
argument.
ears, and I'll
I
bet
don't
you you're
know.
fat.
Bro,
I'll
Like
bet you you're
that's
Marcus,
fat.
not the
like
point.
I'll bet you
His
you're
point
fat, bro.
was
I'll bet you
the
you're fat. Are you
line
fat?
item
Are you
appropriated
fat?
by
Just
Congress,
tell me.
which is
Just tell me you're
federal
fat, bro, and I'll go
law,
on mute. Are
does
you
not
fat?
say the thing
Are
you're
you
Mike is fat
fat?
saying that
No, I
shoulder.
want to know something. I want to know. I want to know if my
we're not
ears.
talking
You
about my
see,
physical
this goes back
appearance,
to the
bro,
bullshit
because
meter,
my
right?
physical
I
appearance
have
is
the
what you want
ability
to
to
talk
make
about,
assessments,
since
He
and I
you
has a
don't
have.
have
thin
I'm going to
any
say I'm
soul.
about
structure in your
85%
head
Climate
accurate,
change.
right?
on the
And
House
I'm
of
being very
Representatives
conservative.
How
Appropriations
does
Committee
climate
is
My
handing out the
ears
fucking
tell me that
money.
this guy's
climate
fat,
change
right? You
climate
know,
Talk
like
that
when
change
you
shit,
see a
Marshall.
speaker
Talk
when it
that
hits
shit.
bass, it's like.
Explain
Oh,
to
I'm
me what
done.
the
Talk that crap.
Appropriations
creating
Committee
This fool's
said
environmental
fucking
Marshall's
you are
soul
cheeks
has a
supposed
fucking
to
low
like bounce when he
advertise
BMI.
talks,
be
bro.
and if
related
you
to
cannot
This
climate
quote
fat
what they
change.
motherfucker right
appropriate,
here.
you should
And then he
say
fucking
that.
intervenes with his
It
fucking
doesn't have to
feminine ass fucking
answer
voice.
for
Like
more.
anybody has like, a
Bro,
fucking care
what
in the
it
world what
means
the fuck
is
you have to
that
say.
claiming
Marshall,
it
You're
without the
boring. No
line
one
item
likes you.
is
No one likes to
dumb.
listen
can
to
you dig
you.
Mike
And on
out?
top of that, you're fat.
Alex, can you
You
dig Mike?
couldn't even
You're
make it on a
missing the
fucking
fucking point.
talking app.
Hey,
If you
Alex, I
can't
can
You're
name
a
a
dig
line
failure in the
item that
world,
doesn't
No,
and
say
now
what
you
you
no,
want to bring
no,
it
say,
no,
onto a
no,
fucking
no,
virtual
no.
which
world,
again
and you fail
is
there too.
federal law.
You
Alex,
see what I
The
mean?
House of
Federal
Representatives
law. No one
appropriates cash,
cares. No one
and the
cares.
Appropriations
No
Committee,
one
they
cares
have
what
a
you have to
line
say.
item for
No one
white
can even hear what
peas,
you
Go on,
have to
which
buddy.
means
say,
when
bro.
you are
They
Go now.
can't
talking
hear
about,
it.
if you
You
are
know why?
going to
Because
refer
the
to money
fat
spent by
vibration from your
Congress,
cheeks, they
you should
drowned out your
refer
words,
to the
bro.
shit they
no, no,
wrote and
They, you see
passed
that right there?
that got passed through the Senate and
A
signed by the
shit.
president.
That's the
If you want to
cheeks.
know what they
It's the
spend,
cheeks, bro.
that's where you
You got to
fucking
get
look.
lipo in your
And simply
face.
because you were too
You
no,
ignorant
got to
to
get
go
what?
there
liposuction in
does
your
not mean
face.
Am I gonna
anything
get
you're
You got to
saying is
good?
reduce the
fucking help.
fat
Don't
in
What
your
it
choke
means
on the
is
face.
you're
truffle
Am I
utterly
gonna
shuffle.
get
Reduce
good
the
if I
fat.
uninformed.
use
This
it? Make my
motherfucker's
Look at
face
what
is
the
so
Congress
fat
says
that
hello
and
gravity
allow
pulls his
you
everybody.
ass
to
down,
make
bro.
that
Today
shit
is
This
up
fool's fucking face
February
planting all
13th,
day.
2025.
for whatever
This fat
fun you
motherfucker
got
right
twenty-five.
here.
here.
It's a Thursday.
So what?
Hi. Hi, Mike.
Happy
What are you
Valentine's Day
Hi, almost
before.
Valentine's Day. So
Marshall's fat.
I know,
If
Mike, and you're
that's all you
gonna
have to
have
say,
to
you've lost the
You hear
discussion.
Marshall.
that? You hear that?
Mar
You
No,
hear the
you've
S
lost
in
the
that word?
discussion. He
That?
can't talk
That's
about what
all
the
you have to
House of
say?
Representatives actually
That's all you
appropriates
have to
because
say?
he
Marshall.
doesn't know what
Is
the
that
fuck
all
he's
you have to
talking
say?
about, which
That's a
makes
Marshall.
any
fat in this
comment he
face,
has on
bro.
the
Alright.
subject
It's a
to be
fat in this
bullshit.
face.
Because
This
Mm,
that's
To
what
fat
the
be
person
faced
is
fair,
talking
pig
about. And
Sylvester
if
was
you're
Mike,
talking
not
Mike,
a
about the
fat
She's trying to
line
guy.
be an
item as
overseer. You have to do
appropriated
what
about
it
the House of
says.
Representatives.
What it says. Oh, Tally's so jealous. So, Mike, I actually am curious
No
about the
one's fucking
climate
jealous of you. You're a
change.
fucking dog. Shut up.
You're a
Shut
malignant
up, dog!
tumor on the face of white belt's chillism. You're toxic, Tally, and you're
Hey,
abusive.
I'm not
hey,
toxic or
what does this have
abusive,
to
but
do with
you are a
Yeah,
dog ass bitch.
you're just
Shut
mean.
up.
Nobody likes it when you razz
I don't
on
give a fuck.
people
I
and
do not
abuse them
care.
I
like
like it.
I do
that.
not give a fuck at all.
Okay, let me
I
correct
don't.
myself.
I don't.
Some people find
No one
your
gives a fuck
abuse
about those people.
entertaining.
It's not abusive.
The people that like you.
Yeah,
So,
whatever.
are we
I
going
don't
to get
care.
a definition of climate change policy?
Can I request after you're done, one on one with chaos? It'll be
It
really
means
quick. I
whatever you
promise.
want
I
it to
promise.
mean.
Please stop centering white mediocrity. Knowledge, you wanted to say something?
No,
Thank
I
you.
wanted the 1v1 with chaos, and I promise it'll be extremely quick, like maybe 3 questions.
I want
I'm
to have fat
interested. Go
cheeks.
ahead, knowledge.
Chaos, do you mind?
You go for it. What's up?
Okay, so I see you keep referring to the actual bill, to the actual bill, to the actual bill, the way the actual bill is being spent. What's in the actual bill I feel like there's maybe a disconnect with your understanding of what the actual core issue is. What people who are right now in this day and age have an issue with these bills. Um, am I understanding correctly? Let's say yesterday she spoke about the Sri Lanka bill. Are you saying that because we don't know what's in the actual bill, that we don't have a reason to be upset or something like that?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this knowledge. So for instance, right, like um, if we were to just say like about chillism, I'm just going to make about chillism. Like when you talk about chillism, chillism has got three rules, right? And the three rules, like we talk about, like hey, like no calling women the B word. Um, what's the other one? No, like talking bad about families and kids, spouses and kids are off limits, and no, like doxing, right? It's like saying like so that's the three rules of chillism. But if I were to say, hey, the rule in chillism is that no calling women the B word, that is true, but it doesn't encompass the whole like rule set of chillism, right? So you're saying something that is like partially true, but not the entire picture. So what I'm saying is this: when they say, hey, like this was like they take X amount of dollars that are spent, and on the bill, like what is it being spent on? Like they're just like saying one action item. So like I posted a link on the chat. It's from the U.S. Embassy in Sri Lanka, and in that link, it talks about U.S. aid and how that money is being spent. If you look, there's been like the whole climate change argument that they talked about. Like it's been going on since the 1957, I think. They've been like talking about like that's the only part where it talks about climate change. Every other part it talks about was like sustainable agriculture and like bringing them up to speed on like tech and stuff like that. So my like the whole like pushback that I have is that the narrative that's being set is not completely true, and that's the pushback. And for the narrative to be like true from what they're saying, they should like show, hey, like this is the amount of money that we're giving, and it's solely meant for like climate change. Like it's saying that, oh, people are giving food stamps for just soft drinks, which is not true. Like I think I don't know, like I don't know enough about food stamps, like say XYZ, but like my example of chillism is like I think it might be the analogy of what I'm trying to do.
All right, so the other two
Chaos,
questions.
they
So hold on, hold
define
on, hold on,
U.S.
hold on,
aid
hold on, hold on, hold
specifically.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So the other two questions that I had are relevant because you answered yes to the first question, so I'll cut straight to the chase. So yeah, so you do have a disconnect, and I'll tell you where the disconnect is. Right now, today, where we're talking, having this conversation at this moment, the issue is being spent on not Americans. That is it. You could say $5 spent in whatever country that no one knows about to help a crippled kid. Right now, Americans want money spent on America. That is the disconnect right now. That is what it is. In America, we see any bill and it says $100 spent here, $200 spent there, 1 million. It doesn't matter the number. We just see money spent in every other country. Right now, the Americans at this moment, 70% of them at least, 70% of Americans want the money invested in America. They want it invested in us. We don't care about the breakdowns at this moment. We can get into the breakdowns later. We can get into the corruption later. But right now, we're just seeing all of these things coming out saying this money's being spent in this bill and this bill is for this country. The breakdowns at this moment doesn't matter. America, 70% is upset with money not being spent on us.
Okay, and taking 1% of the entire federal budget and making it Everest makes no fucking sense. If we were really
It,
going
to
to go
you, to
after
you, to
if we
you.
were really going to go after federal spending, what we would do would be to go after entitlements. After entitlements, we go after our interest on our debt. My point is,
But we'll do that
Americans
next.
view that we are spending all of our money on other people is an untruthful view, and it's a view that only takes into account 1% of federal spending,
Th-
meaning
That's
it
the
doesn't
start.
judge the other 99% of the way we spend money. And I'm sure you would agree with me, 99% is a hell of a lot bigger than 1%,
It
right?
is
Which means
1%. Sorry.
which means when we look at how we spend cash, we need to be looking closer to home. It is a red herring to look at foreign aid and say that is where we are wasting all of our money. Number one, it's 1%. Number two, the discussions we have for aid to states are different. So, say, for example, homelessness. Homelessness, whether we like it or not, is a municipal issue. If the Congress would like to elevate it, they are more than welcome to pass a law and elevate homelessness to a U.S. issue, meaning that the House of Representatives can then allocate to each state a homeless allowance if we want. But the United States House of Representatives, in its wisdom or dumbness, appropriates 99% of federal funds that have nothing to do with giving money to other countries. And that if we're really being honest about it in the bidding process, doesn't have anything to do with how we spend the majority of our money. The majority of our money is spent on mandatory spending required by federal law, which takes into account Social Security, Medicare, and disability insurance. And then it goes to the interest on our debt, and then our military, and then ourselves. And we spend approximately $2 trillion on ourselves. My point is, it is easy to say that you can reform the federal government and get more money for Americans by chopping out foreign aid. But the truth of the matter is that's a red herring because it amounts for such a tiny percent of the federal budget that chopping it out does nothing to bring any balance to anything anybody says they care about in this room. Homelessness, drugs, fentanyl, spending money on Americans. If we were really serious about spending money on
How
Americans,
fat you are.
we would be looking at how we spent our, say, domestic cash on things like Pell Grants, farm subsidies. We would be looking and having hard conversations about that because that's actually where we spend the most of our money. And Chaos's point that we should have a realistic reflection of what we are spending our cash on is important. Yes, it's also important to note that the American public is frustrated. But it is also important to note that frustration needs to be tied to governance. And governance means looking at what we actually do, not what vast amounts of people think we do without any understanding, any, say, Freedom of Information Act requests of the government. Like, I'll give you an example. You could have looked at USAID and the vast majority of the money they spent before Elon and Trump got in. Here's the problem. Nobody gave enough of a shit to actually look, right? So yes, from one instance, Trump brings that magnifying glass, and that's great, right? But we cannot be confusing stuff that amounts for basically no federal spending to be the thing we balance the back of the federal government on. Don't get me wrong, we have to walk and chew gum at the same time, guys. So you have to both pare down foreign aid in ways that is not helpful for the United States, but you also have to be serious about the money we spend. And the problem is, in the last like 20 minutes, we haven't been serious about it. The idea of looking at what Congress actually allocates has been poo pooed. I'm not saying that people are doing that intentionally. I'm saying they're reflecting the frustration and don't want to pare down to where we actually have the problem. But if you want to connect the frustration to anything positive for our country, which I'm sure we all want to, right? We all want America to be great, then we need to pair what actually is appropriated to what is actually spent. Otherwise, what's the point of having the conversation? Other than like massaging our egos and making each other feel better, like, what's the point?
All right, I'm assuming you're done, so let me respond. So, I'm gonna be way more succinct than you are. So, I'm gonna point out in an analogy how terrible your position is and why it's a bad position to hold. So your argument is something like, there's a book, the book has 100 pages. And why are you opening the book and reading page number one? There's 99 other pages. There's so many other things in these 99 other pages. If you really care about the book, you would focus on the 99 other pages. Why are you opening the book and reading the first page? That's the equivalent of what's happening right now. Once again, I started earlier when I was speaking to Chaos. Chaos tapped out. You jumped in the ring, so let's go. Let's do it. The argument was, let's start somewhere. Let's start with page number one. Just because there's something interesting on page number 50 that you care about, there's something interesting on page number 75 that you care about, it doesn't mean we shouldn't open the book, read the introductory, read the first page. That's what we're doing right now. We're on the first page. So you're saying it's only 1% of the bill, only 1% of the bill. How much is 1% of the entire spending? Guess what? Let's say I even said it to him. I said, let's say it's $1. Let's say it's $100. It doesn't matter. We care about right now the one page that we're looking at, and we see that $1, we see that $100, and guess what? We don't agree with how it used to be spent. We don't care about what happened in the '60s, in the '70s, in the '80s right now. We want that $1, that $100 to be spent on America at this moment. And we get to page number two, we'll address page number two. When we get to page 50, we'll address page 50. Right now, America is looking at page number one. He's been in office for what? Less than a month? Maybe a month? Guess what? We're still on page number one. The 1% that you're addressing. We'll get to page number 50 to 50%, hopefully. If we don't, then we'll hope the next president takes after him and continues reading the same book. But as of now, saying that only caring about page number one is a bad position to hold because something happened on page 50 that you should care about is it's that's a red herring.
No, knowledge, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if we truly claim to care about the efficiency of government and the savings to the taxpayer, we will not be focusing our energy in total on the 1%. We're going to be looking at the 50% we spend on mandatory spending because that is where most of our money goes, right? You don't
Yes,
balance
page
your
50.
budget.
We're
You
not on
don't
page 50
balance.
yet. We're not on
No,
page
I'm
50
not.
yet. We'll get there.
No,
We'll
no,
get
I am
there. We'll
not
get
arguing
there.
you ignore it. I am arguing you walk and chew gum. You can be critical of the foreign aid process at the same time as you take on mandatory spending.
You're doing what I said you were doing. You should be focused on this,
No,
not
I'm,
that.
dude,
We will get
I'm
there. We
not.
will get
My
there. We
point,
will
no,
get
my
there.
point is if you claim to care and you genuinely care about government
You're
being
doing it
slow,
again.
and no, no,
If
no,
you
I'm
care, you
being
should be focused
honest.
on
You
this. That's
cannot
okay.
tell me
I just
that
gave you an
genuinely
analogy.
giving,
I
hold
just
on.
gave you an
You
analogy of
can't
your
tell me
position. You're
genuinely
doing it right
giving a
now.
shit means you
You
only
can't
focus on
pretend to care
1%.
So
about this unless you
the
care about this. You're
the
doing what just
No, no,
what you
no.
said you
analogy
were
That's not what
doing.
I'm saying. I'm
Yes,
saying
it
you
is.
cannot
You
pretend
can't
to
pretend to
care
care
about
about this
balancing the
unless you
federal
care about
budget
this.
if you are obsessing over
You're doing
1% of
it.
what we
How do you
spend.
not see you doing it? You were doing it. You're repeating it. I'm not saying you should care about this, but you should care about this. You're doing it right now. Once
Fine.
again,
You
we'll
not
get to
lying.
the
Dude,
we'll
you are
get to
more
the
than
second part.
welcome to care about foreign aid. But the argument that is currently being made is that foreign aid is such a significant source of spending that we need to cut it right away, despite the fact that it's not a significant source of spending. Definitionally, it's not significant,
It's the
right?
first page. It's the first
I'm not
page.
telling
Let's
you to
address
look
the
at
first
page 50 before
page.
you look at page one. I'm saying that if we really care about where we spend the money,
You're
we
doing
will
it
look
again.
at where we spend the money. And we
How do you
don't
not
spend
see
most
it?
of the money on foreign
How
aid.
do you not see it? You're doing it again. Page one is what's in front of us. We're addressing page one. Yes, page one is in front of us. That's what we're all talking
We're
about. Everyone in
addressing
this
page
room,
one that will get us
we're in a reading
nowhere
club. This
because
is
it
a
offers
reading club.
no significant savings
Everyone in this
and
room is
doesn't
in a
do
reading club,
anything
and
to
we're looking at page
curtail
one, and we're like,
the
"Wow,
big
can you
payments
believe
we
it was on
pay.
page one? No, I can't believe it was on page one."
Knowledge.
And
It's
tomorrow,
not
when we
that.
flip the
It's
page
that
and we go
you
to page
can't
two, then
talk
we'll talk
about
about page two
seriously
tomorrow. But
reducing
you're like,
federal
no, no,
spending
no, no,
if you
no.
are
I know
spending
about this
your
book.
time
I've
on
read books
foreign
like this
aid.
before.
That is
Everybody,
not a
you should be focused on what's
serious
going to
source of
happen later
federal
on page
dollars.
40. That's your
No,
argument. It's
what
a
I am
bad
saying is there are
argument.
serious sources of federal dollars and there are non serious sources of federal dollars. You choosing to focus on foreign aid is choosing to focus on something that is not serious, that does not actually contribute to the vast majority of the money we spend.
Here we go. I'm going to
It
appeal
is
to chaos.
focusing on
Chaos.
something
Is
that
he
has
not
literally
doing
nothing
Bro,
what
to
I'm
do
how
with
is
claiming him
that
of
not
doing,
balancing the
chaos?
exactly
budget.
what knowledge just
Hold
said?
on. Chaos.
How
Is
is
he
that
it's
not what
not
knowledge
doing
said?
what I'm claiming him of doing?
Knowledge. Do
it's
you
a
need
bad
me? Do you
analogy,
need
but
me? No, it's
it's a
but
bad.
knowledge. Do you need me to wide explain it?
Wait. I haven't
No,
finished it yet.
this is
So let me
exactly
say
what
this.
knowledge is saying he's
So
doing.
It's
wait,
true.
I guess everybody else is chaos.
No, just you, my brother.
Chaos is against my
Okay.
position. That's why I
Yeah.
want
So
him to
knowledge,
say
yes.
his.
Like
Oh, go ahead.
give it like if I were to take your analogy as is, then yes, you're right. But I don't think the analogy like makes sense in the term of federal spending. Let me tell you why. Okay. So if it was a proper analogy, right? The issue is like federal spending is too much, right? So the first
Well,
thing you
hold on.
would do is like,
Before you explain, I just want everybody to know he said yes. He agrees. Anyways, go ahead.
yeah, you know what, man? I think it's fine. I think this is probably not the right situation to like talk about this because I guess you guys are dug
Oh
in
no,
like
this is a perfect
where you're at.
situation. You were going to describe it. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So yeah, let me describe this and see what happens. So you're cooking bacon, right? And you're cooking it next to a window, and there's a curtain that's there. When you're cooking it there, like some of the breaking grease like spills on top of the curtain and the curtain's on fire, right? So when the curtain's on fire, what's the first thing that you do?
You yell fire and a crowd of people.
Okay, cool. See, that's why I said this
No,
is not the
you
right place to do
address.
this, and that's it.
Yeah, you address the curtain. Go ahead. You put the fire out. Okay, go ahead.
You turn the gas off first, and then you like because that's the source of the
You're
issue
a
that's happening.
retard,
And then
bro.
once it
What
happens,
the freak?
you
You
extinguish
turn
the
the
fire.
gas off first.
No,
Off.
Yeah, of course.
Turn it
Yeah.
no.
off.
You would move. You
Again,
would
yeah.
move the
Fucking
pan off the burner and then
Dude,
stop
you're
the
not
fire
good with
on the
analogies,
curtain.
Chaos. Fucking just stick to the point.
Okay, man, it's fine. It's fine.
Do you even
This
eat
is why I
bacon?
said this is
Do
not
you
the
eat
right
bacon?
place for this.
Can I try real quick? Going off.
No.
No, well, he's giving up because of the bacon
No, we're
analogy.
talking about bacon.
Also,
You don't have
Mike, I had a
experience.
bacon joke
Yeah,
too. That was hilarious.
you're a Jew. You don't like bacon, right?
I know, and I'm not going to go with the bacon analogy. I just want to
All right,
get
all right,
to
go ahead.
Knowledge's point to Marshall in this way. Whoa, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Nope,
Just
we can't hear you. So then I'll go ahead and white explain it for
No,
him.
here
What?
it is.
Nope, can't hear you. Can't
Marshall,
hear you. You're in
you
the
cannot?
matrix.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can.
Hello. Huh?
Hello?
Huh? Yep, can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Explain it
yes,
next
we can
time.
hear you. Go, Dewey. Go,
God
go.
damn, bro, you
It
know,
is
I can hear you,
okay.
Dewey. What's
control
up?
this guy.
It
Oh
is
my God.
okay to try and book a small win before a big win. In fact, when you're doing something new for the first time, it is better, right? You're going to learn, stretch your mind a little
You gotta
bit,
build
Yeah,
your
learn a
small
little
momentum.
bit.
successes build
You're
into
going to
bigger
get better
successes.
You
at
gotta
it,
build your
etc.
momentum. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small builds into big.
Yeah, think about it. When
No.
you eat your
Yeah.
fat food, you start with
Oh
your hors
shit.
d'oeuvres, and then you get to the main course because you
So
understand
it is
fatness.
totally fair to go after something that is not the mandatory spending, because the mandatory spending is going to be much more contentious, and to go after some of these smaller bites first, bank those wins, learn from it, and then apply that to the main course.
Yeah, but the problem that the mandate or the mandatory spending is through a different branch. So the executive branch can only deal with what they can deal with at this very moment. That has to get a lot of support within the legislative branch as far as the Republicans there to have that actual appetite. So you can't do that now because they're just going to laugh at you. The legislative branch is going to look at Elon Musk and say, "Stick to the cars right now, bro. We got some shit that we got to do, and we're not even going to bring it up for conversation, right?" So you got to look at the political calculation, and then you also got to look at the rationale behind their method. The executive branch just went in court saying that they had the constitutional power to do A, B, and C. I'm pretty sure that they don't have the constitutional power to attack the legislative branch in the same manner. What do you think, Marshall?
They are
You think
not
they do?
allowed to withhold funds and violate the Impoundment Act, but the Office of
What?
Management and Budget, which is the boss for Doge, is
Uh-huh.
allowed to do what is known as throttling. What that means is if you are for
Oh.
fiscal year 2025 looking at a $2 billion appropriation, the director of OMB can look
Uh-huh.
at your funding and go, well,
Oh,
we in the executive branch at OMB think you really only need to be given $1 billion so far.
all right.
So
So they
we're going
can
to
only cut what
throttle
they
that
can cut,
second $1
right?
billion. Well, what it actually is we're going to
Mm,
throttle that second billion, and they're not violating the Impoundment Act because they're not refusing to appropriate it. They're simply
okay.
using their discretion given by Congress to say, hey, we think we need to see you operate with $1 billion first before we give you the second one,
All right. So
essentially.
let's say they're going after page 50, attacking the mandatory spending. How would the executive branch go about doing that?
The executive branch on its own,
Uh-huh.
without the House's help,
Uh-huh.
really couldn't.
Oh my
I,
goodness, they
I,
couldn't.
but dude, I've never argued that
No,
the
but
executive should do it on his
this
own.
kind of goes to Dewey. Dewey says you have to be able to build the momentum. So this
No,
kind of
no, I
works.
get the
Wait, hold
small,
on. So no, wait,
to
hold on.
large win philosophy.
No,
That
wait,
makes sense
no,
to
no,
me.
no. The point
No,
I'm
no,
making is that politically
I see
you
where some
have
of
to
those going.
wait, hold on. No, like politically you have to be able to create this appetite for it, right? So then you're seeing the mainstream apparatus perpetuate this idea that this dude can't be trusted, but he's constantly putting out shit that people can agree with is waste. So then you get right, you build up a whole bunch of wins in the public. The public starts supporting it. I just seen a poll that says 65% of the people support Doge's action, right? So then you could do whatever you want, and then you can
So,
hold these congressional representatives throughout the midterms. You can hold them hostage to an extent. This guy's
so,
against Doge.
Public pressure, essentially,
Yeah, public
yeah,
pressure,
yeah.
absolutely.
which
So
you
the
need to do.
president
You need to
uses,
bank
the
early
executive
wins.
uses their bully pulpit. in order to
Duh.
bring awareness to the issue, and then that would bring Congress to create a commission or create some investigation on whatever it is. What is not traditional about this, or not, whether it's you know legal or not, is to just bring in a random consultant from outside and
Wait, but it
have
is
them do the
legal.
investigations.
Yeah, dude, that is the weird part of the way that it's operating. It's not like presidents
No,
haven't
who's
had
saying
kitchen
it's
cabinet.
illegal?
No, no, no. Hold on. It's not like presidents haven't had kitchen cabinets, right? Like a loose affiliate network of people that come stay at the White House that they talk to on like a regular basis. That's happened for all the presidency's existence. Um, in fact, in the McKinley
Hey man, can we get like the
administration,
Oh, let's
condensed
not talk
version?
about 1864.
Oh my gosh, bro.
no, no, the
Can we get
McKinley
the
administration
condensed
was the early
version?
1900s, and
Seriously.
Yeah, that's well
the
after
only point to
1910.
referencing the McKinley administration was that he
Hey, that's the guy with
managed.
the tariffs.
It was the guy with the tariffs. It was
Yeah.
also the dude who
No,
had
no, no
Theodore
history
That
Roosevelt
lessons.
as
didn't
his
work
No
deputy
out.
history
president.
lessons.
The terrorists didn't
Hey
work
man,
out.
you can always
Of
you can
course it did. What
always
are you
learn a
talking
new
about?
thing about history, even if you didn't know it.
What do you mean the tariffs didn't work? McKinley was the most successful tariff
What?
user in
Yeah,
the world.
right. And it caused the Great Depression.
No, he.
Wait, I thought it was the
Oh
Van
gosh.
Smoot tariff. Was I wrong? I thought it was Van Smoot tariff
Yeah,
that caused
Nala said
the
you were wrong. Sorry,
depression.
Chaos. I was
The
rooting for
answer
you,
Did
bro.
we
I was
Holly's
rooting
did
for
we
you.
ever get a definition of climate change in law?
Of course. It's when the temperature goes from one place to another place.
It changes up or down.
regardless of the temperature, it's always changing.
Climate
Trust me.
change policy?
No, I was just trying to bring some laughter to this day. That was it.
Nice try, Samoa.
Well, like, I think that depends on who you talk to. If you talk to folks in big cities, they often have, at least in my experience, they often have answers that think about taking care of green space. Like Central Park would be my prime example in my head. Um, and then out in the country or in more rural settings, they tend to be more biologically diverse recommendations that revolve
Damn,
around
Nala,
taking
beat
care of
this guy up
ecosystems and
bad,
not taking
bro.
care of green
Hit him with
space.
an elbow, a knee.
Anyone
Central Park is more
tracking
about public
Oh, sorry,
space than
guys. My
green
bad. My bad.
space.
anyone tracking the water flow in California? I heard that the excess water will now damage the crops. Anyone heard that?
Well,
Well, it depends on what they're growing. If they're
the
growing cotton,
farmers
then
will
you
need
get
that water that's just being run off.
Yeah, I thought it was the summer. Like they're losing the water that they're earmarked for the summer.
No, that was the
Why
left
are
wing
they losing
criticism
it?
on how irresponsible it was, but
Because
that was
it's
right.
going into the water. Water has to go somewhere. If it's not in
Of course.
containers and there's not fires, it's not going to be used. So it's just going to run into the ocean.
Hey, who wants to bet
Well, wait a
$20
minute.
right
Hold
now
on.
that California will not have a shortage of water during the summer? Anybody want to bet?
Just like they didn't have a
I
shortage of
bet you.
water
I bet
during
you.
the
I bet you a
fires.
dollar they will.
All right. So that's a bet,
They
family.
didn't have a shortage of water during the fires when there was no water in the fire hydrants and the reservoirs were empty.
30%. It was 30% down.
What?
Yep.
Yeah,
What?
20% of the fire hydrants didn't have water.
Right.
But also with
I thought you
wildfires,
said there
that's not
was no shortage of water, and then you just said 25% of the fire hydrants had no
there wasn't a
water.
lack of water. The fire hydrants weren't
Huh?
working.
I don't know. There was
That's
some
not what
They
I
weren't
criticisms
heard.
about the
working
fire
because there
department
was
union. They
barely
had
any
some pretty
water.
large criticisms, bro. They were
We
saying,
always have a shortage of water in California.
no, wait, hold on. No,
Always.
but the fire department had
We
some
don't
criticisms for
we
the
don't
mayor.
get enough rain. We don't get enough rain.
Oh,
We
no, wait.
always have a shortage of
No, not
water.
in the
No.
recent years. The past 3 or 4 recent years, there was no shortage of rain.
Well,
Did
I
I
just wanted to point out
misremember
that the
that?
fire department
It was
said,
a super
did you guys
bloom.
read the fire department's criticism about the
Monica
policy that
doesn't
the
live in
mayor?
California.
She doesn't have to live there to read the headlines at LA
I do
Times.
live in I've
No, I
never
know,
lived
but
in any other state but California.
What? Do you think the fire department was lying or the fire department union was lying when they said that this mayor's policies left them stranded without a paddle?
Yeah, the fire department was DEI, so they were lying.
No, they were white people.
no.
They still
I see.
DEI.
Samo, I don't disagree with you, but there's still the problem is this: there's either a lot of information that people don't pay attention to, which allows the propaganda from both sides to take over. Because, and just one point, because I couldn't make it earlier because people were talking crazy, is that there's people in this room still claiming that $50 million went to Gaza for condoms.
Yeah, it went
That
to Gaza, Mozambique.
right, but also
Hold
in
on,
that
wait. Address that. Do you think they need $50 million worth of condoms?
no, that's not my point. I like what Doja's
Hold on.
doing.
So
I'm
what's your
not.
point?
No, but
Wait,
when it says
I
were
Gaza,
support
it
the
was
50
Gaza,
propaganda.
Israel.
million were $50 million worth of condoms sent anywhere funded by the US?
Yes.
Yes,
Tim,
but
go
that's
ahead and finish your
No,
point. I know
no,
where
thank you,
you're
but
going
no,
with
it
this.
wasn't.
yeah, my
No, it
point is
wasn't.
Yes, it
Tim, go ahead
was.
and
yes,
finish.
it was.
Hold on.
Okay,
Yes, it was. It went to Gaza,
Post link.
Mozambique. What?
but here's what
Post
I'm
link.
saying.
Post link. Samoa.
What I'm saying is the
Oh my goodness.
information might be limited, but it is out there, and I enjoy that people bring up different things here because then you can research it and whatever. Some people like are definitely well informed. My whole point is just one example about propaganda going both ways is because if you watch the full, I guess you want to call it a press conference in the Oval Office, the answer that Elon gave, where he said we're going to make mistakes, was directly from answered from the question. You're saying
Yeah.
it's fifty
Hold
million
on. But
dollars.
the question, what was the
I'm just saying
question?
the propaganda. The
No,
question was
no. What's
the question
propaganda? The
was
dude said he was wrong. What's propaganda?
that's all
Yeah,
I'm
but he put out the wrong information.
Yeah,
right. But while I'm
that
okay, if I could
That's
just
the
finish,
propaganda.
yeah,
what
hold
I'm
on real quick.
saying is
Go ahead, Tim.
about a half an hour ago, or maybe 20 minutes ago, King was still in here saying that. And the problem is we got to get past the little bullshit because I agree with what Doge is doing. I don't like the propaganda that is then forcing everyone to be confused about what's going
No,
on
but I
because
think this is a
things are
red
getting
herring though,
done.
right? Like he said 50 million
Maybe
went to Gaza. They thought it was Gaza, the Palestinians, the Gaza Strip. They were wrong, but 50 million did go for condoms to Mozambique. In the question that was asked of Elon Musk, she basically said, yeah, it went to Mozambique. How do you feel about it? He said, nobody's going to be able to bet 1,000. That was a mistake, and we're going to get things wrong, but we're going to be able to correct the record when we find out that we're wrong. But nobody is disputing what Chaos just said. He said the receipts. Nobody's disputing that $50 million was purchased of condoms to Mozambique or Gaza, Mozambique. Right?
I thought it was
I think
AIDS. I
I
thought it
think the
was
Wait,
for
number
what?
AIDS. I
No,
thought it was for
no.
AIDS
Wait,
and
wait,
things
wait,
like
wait,
right.
that.
wait, wait, wait.
The
Wait,
number
where
is
are you
too
getting the
high,
number from?
50 million for
Wait,
condoms.
where are you getting the number from, Samoa? Or
Uh,
Monica? Yeah, Monica said the
right.
same thing
Hold
too.
on.
I
Yeah,
No, but
where are you
hold
just
on.
getting the number
posted
from?
a
So,
link in the chat.
right,
So
right.
both the
So
number
the
and the
number that we're
location
hold on, but
and
the
the
number that we're
items were
using
wrong.
is what Tim's example was, Chaos. So in that press conference, the lady points out that it was not Gaza, the Gaza Strip, but it was Gaza, the Mozambique, $50 million. And then
Wait, that's
Elon
just like
Musk
a wait.
pivots.
Yeah,
Hold on. And then
wait.
Elon Musk pivots and
Okay,
says, "I was wrong about the location, but isn't $50 million a hell of a lot of condoms?"
and I agree with
But
that.
wait, wait,
but
Yes.
it
wait. Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
$50
So
million dollars worth of condoms.
Can I wait?
Who's
Can I say
saying
this one thing?
that?
Okay,
Yeah,
Monica.
yeah. Go
What
over.
like this is just like Elon Musk saying things. Like, what's the proof of what he's saying? Like, are you gonna just like believe what he's saying and say, hey, this
No,
is
it's
what he
not
No, it's
said?
that.
the
The reporter would
interviewer
have
that said
questioned
it.
him. The reporter would have went
Wait,
hotter
wait.
at him
Monica
if it was
posted.
a total
Wait.
lie.
Wait.
That's
Tim.
that's the
Wait a
point we're
second. Wait a second.
making.
I wanna be on my like. I
I'm
wanna
trying to make.
address this first. So Monica, you posted a link from X, right? Like he's just saying this.
Yes.
Where's the proof of that?
Ask
Do
him.
you have any?
No,
Oh,
it's
this
the
is okay. This is a
reporter that
great
Ask
said
logic.
Elon
it.
Yeah, this is
Musk.
a great
Chaos.
logic. Yeah,
This
this
is
is
Sure.
so Fauci
The
said it,
data
So
is
and
out
that
chaos,
means it's
there.
true.
the
You don't
data
Okay,
is
like
give
not
my
it.
out
Guys,
there.
source?
give it.
Hold
No,
on. Hold
The
on.
data,
Chaos asked
chaos.
me. Chaos asked me,
But you're
please,
an idiot.
gentlemen. Please,
You're an
gentlemen.
idiot
Chaos.
because you're
Well,
trying.
you also were wrong yesterday,
No,
and
I
you didn't
wasn't.
admit to being. Yes, you were.
I
When
wasn't
you
wrong
said
about
that
a
no.
single
X
thing I
wasn't,
said.
you said X wasn't making money, and then I post a link that shows they
It's a private
do.
company. Show me how
It's
much money they make.
Yeah,
I
it's
that's I
did
don't
spending
like
more
the
than it's
wording.
yesterday,
making.
and
No,
you
you don't.
wouldn't
You only
stand a
have the
correction
words of what
yesterday, so
they.
I really
So
don't want to
again,
engage with you
I give
anymore,
a fuck
Brad.
what you want, but chaos is
I will
100% right.
refuse and
Doge
ignore
has
you.
been
So
released.
going
I
back to
don't care. Here we
chaos,
go.
chaos,
Do this.
there's
I can
data,
play this game with you
there's
because the
data, chaos, and if you
Yeah,
don't
is not
like
out
my
there.
Monica,
But
source,
the facts
chaos,
I'm
Monica.
saying
if
that
you
to you
don't
What is
like
the
says
my
data?
source,
chaos.
Oh, this
chaos,
is
Doge
then
okay.
has
please
Fantastic.
offered
You're
do
to
your
wrong.
look
Welcome
Fine.
to
own
the
into
club,
it
That's
more.
fine.
research.
Chaos.
That's all,
Okay.
chaos. Just
So
do your own
Yeah.
research.
chaos
And if you
No,
again,
find that
listen.
my
again.
Yeah, the
information
next
is
time,
wrong,
Monica.
I'll
Is
do
that
The
something
when
next
that
time.
some assholes on here won't do. I'll stand a correction. And
you
then
should
moving
correct yourself
forward,
by
using
I'll
it with like
share
a
the correct
plastic bag and tying a
information.
knot around
I
your
don't
neck,
deserve
and
to
then
be
breathing
abused by
deeply
Brad.
over and over
So I'm
again
going to
until
ask
it's
the mods for
found.
a fourth time to please tell him to ignore me, and
No,
I'll ignore him, and
you
everybody
should
will
just
be
shut up.
happier
You
and
should
better
shut up. You
off.
should shut
I'm
up.
tired of the abuse
Good.
that
Then
goes
go
only
away.
one
Go
way.
away.
You
Go
don't
away.
own this
Go
place.
away.
Go
You
open a
notice something?
political
No one
compass
cares
room.
about you. I
Go
get it. Your
open a political
self-validation is
compass
there.
room.
I don't
Go
care.
open a
Go.
political
Go
compass
open yours,
room.
Monica. Sit by the
Go
fire
open
while
a
What's
you talk
compass
to
political
mean?
me and
compass
listening to the
room
fucking KKK
and
chant.
stop harassing
You
white
know,
women
I
on the
get it.
internet, Brad.
I
It
don't
looks
care.
bad.
I don't
It
care.
looks like
I
you
don't
have some
care.
deep
I don't
childhood
care.
It's
Because you
emotional
okay.
are not
trauma
worth
that you're not
being called a
healed
white person,
from.
a black person, a
So
Native
I
American,
really,
a Hispanic, an
anyway.
Asian. You're a
So I'm
fucking piece of
asking
shit.
for the
You're a
third
fucking
time, and
Krispy
I've
Kreme
been
donut
given the
that walks
moderator
Monica is
around
coping
like you
badge.
so
actually
hard right
So
now.
belong.
I
Monica
need
is
the
coping
room.
so hard.
I need
Hey,
the
I
room to
know.
tell me
Grab
what
those
y'all want me
pearls,
to
girl.
It's
do
a
because
Fucking
I
grab
Monica,
them
because
PII
your
really
and
do
attitude
leave
is
your butt
back
not.
like
out
a
in the
I
fucking
conversation.
really
motorcycle.
do not. I
You
I
really
don't
want us
care
to,
what
don't.
you
Brad
want. No
literally
one
blew
Hey,
her
cares
Monica,
what
you
back.
want
you
us
Brad,
to tell you
want.
what
wait,
to do?
more. I'm asking you guys, do y'all want to hear
I,
Brad insult
I
someone he's
don't,
not
I don't want to
interested in
hear you.
yes.
I don't
engaging
want to hear
with
you
him?
whining all the time. That's what I want. I don't want to hear you whining. You're whining.
Noted. So Brad's
Thank
now
you.
in the goo, so you won't
I'm
have to
gonna
hear
move.
me
I'm
whine.
gonna, I'm gonna move him back up.
You can, but
To be
also
fair,
remember the moderator policy of white belts and chillism.
Yeah, you
to
can
be
only the
What's?
moderator that moved him can bring him back
Yeah, she
up.
better move him back up, or I'm moving back up.
to
She
be
said
fair
what
though,
she wants to say first.
Samoa and I were having a little back and forth where I think we're in agreement that these things are happening and that I agree with what
Allowed to
I am
move
not a
people to
Trump.
the goo. Hold on, Tim. Why is this
I
fucking
just
piece
want to
of
point out
shit
that once
fucking
again,
trash?
white women are taking advantage of DEI. Thank you.
No, like we should smack the shit out of the white women. Fuck the white women. Fuck the fat, obese
Brad,
Mississippi fucking
no,
white women
no,
that
Brad.
exist there. You know what, Monica? The only way you're ever going to get a guy is that fucking somehow you fucking spread your legs for the fucking people in Gaza and somehow one of those 50 million condoms.
Mozambique or
Oh
Israel?
no, my finger slipped again. Oh, Brad's in the goo. Oh, Finley, go rescue Brad from the
Go
goo,
ahead, Tim.
please.
Yo, Finley, don't get into this, Finley. Don't get into this.
Damn, bro. It's getting brolic out here. Hey, Tim, go ahead, bro. Tim? Oh, hell
No,
no.
I'm here.
That all the black men fucking make sure they're good
Oh,
niggers.
I almost had it.
That's
Oh,
what
you
fucking
missed your
Monica
shot.
wants. Monica wants you to be.
Damn, I'm bad at
Wait,
this
what do
moderator job.
inwards? Oh my god.
I'm bad at this gig, guys. Go ahead, Tim.
Monica, I feel like you shouldn't moderate your own conversation just because you're losing and you look bad rhetorically. It doesn't mean you need to get
I
upset.
don't know. I think you're invalid.
Exact.
Tim, can you continue?
Wait, what happened to the if you're banged, you gotta like lose the mod badge to get to that? Like, isn't that like the
She's
thing?
not banging.
You're
That's
not
the
doing that
thing.
anymore?
She doesn't want to bang with him.
Oh, gotcha.
She's
She could
actively
just, she
running
could
from
just,
him.
she could just use the mute button.
She's
So,
basically conceding to him, like conceding to him that she
well,
lost,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, Brad
well,
won.
the thing was that Elon Musk. Well, the first assertion didn't come from Elon Musk. It actually came from the White House press secretary,
Bro,
who said,
Tim, are you going to talk? Come on,
I'm
man.
trying. I don't like to interrupt unless
Bro,
I have
just
a few
move it.
drinks.
Bro, move this diaspora dude, bro. Just move him.
So let's hear from Tim, and then if Samoa, and then Q, please.
Oh, I don't want to speak. Q can go after Tim.
Can I go next?
See, I like the conversations because my problem, like I said one more time, is the propaganda. So it seems like me and Samoa are disagreeing, but the problem is we're agreeing, but it's hard to get past the bullshit that we have to wade through. Like as an example, the 50 million, where we agree that 50 million is too much. However, we're arguing about did it go to Gaza or Gaza, Mozambique? And I think in the beginning, the reason why it came on as Gaza and people harped on it so much, and which divided the actual conversation, was it was implied that it was Gaza versus Israel. And I think that was done on purpose, which I think everyone's doing this propaganda. But that's all I'm saying. We're agreeing,
And
Monica,
but
I
we're
have the
propaganda,
links.
fighting.
that is true.
I
That is
have the
true.
links, Monica, to refute your claim. And you could look at that USAID package that they gave about condoms, and you could reshape your thinking. I have the facts for you, by the
So
way.
my claim was that $50 million of condoms were paid for by U.S. taxpayers and sent by the U.S. government to somewhere. That was my claim.
Yes, and
So
your
it
claim is
wasn't.
false.
It wasn't
Can we,
50
Do you want to
million.
read the link? Do
Yeah,
you
for
want to?
sure.
It was a.
Thanks. Thanks,
Monica,
Dennis.
Yeah, go.
can we stop the mod abuse? It's been
It's
long enough.
not mod
Can we
abuse,
take him
but
out?
can we bring Brad back
Can
up?
we bring
It's
back up, please?
literally not mod abuse.
But
But
when
I
I
would
do it, y'all
like
I
say
would.
it's
Brad to
mod
come
I would
abuse.
back up
like. I would
as
like to
When I
well.
shoot
bring
people to the
Brad.
goo, it's mod abuse.
We
I would
can't let
like
Monica
to
No.
moderate her own
bring
conversation
Brad
though.
up, but I don't want to hear him address me.
Hello,
Please
I
tell
hello.
him to leave
okay.
me
Bitch,
Well,
alone.
you are.
It's
if he
not
addresses
You
me,
moderation because
are a
she
piece of
did not
shit,
consent
Monica.
to
You
bang.
Okay,
always
we
Shut
are.
don't
up,
need you
This
to white
Brad,
Brad.
knight
bitch
leave
for
her
her.
alone,
literally lives in
Brad.
Mississippi and
Leave
walks
her
around like she's a
alone,
fucking
Brad.
queen.
We
This
don't need you
Brad,
to
fucking
white
cunt
knight for
can't
stop.
Monica.
fucking do
Stop white
shit.
knighting for Monica. Let Brad
Brad,
Yeah,
speak.
you know what? Stop. She abuses absolutely everything. She has.
Brad.
You guys are fucking retarded to think she doesn't have a fucking
Can we have a
a thing on it. I
conversation,
don't give a
Brad?
fuck. She wolf. No, don't cap for her. That
I'm
She
fucking
not.
cunt
I wanted
obviously
you
fucking
back
she
on
throws her
obviously
stage.
has
shit
a
at
Not
mental
cap.
you.
deficiency.
She
I
starts in on
actually,
you.
I
I don't give a
actually,
fuck if this
Booty
conversation
Clapper,
Don't
goes
you
cap,
need to
on.
Mike.
get back on stage.
I
And I
don't
would
give
Brad,
a
they're
like you to
fuck
trying
what
to
she
stay on
does.
rage bait
stage.
You
you
know what?
because you beat
If
Monica.
you're so concerned that Monica brings such a
Who
relevance,
the
the
fuck is this
fucking
new
dumb
guy?
fucking cunt
Get
can't
him the
even
fuck up
figure
out
out
of
that
here.
Twitter posts are
Brad,
not
this is what they
factual
want though.
evidence.
They're
That
trying
the
to
Hey,
rage
I
fucking
bait you. You
agree,
JJ.
Donald
need to
Jones
Brad.
calm down.
report
I
isn't
agree.
coming out for receipts until tomorrow, Valentine's Day. That's when it was promised. Elon Musk promised to actually buy commercials. So when people like say, "Hey, where's the receipts?" Dumb fucking fat bitchy cunts like
No,
Monica
Brad.
don't have the receipts. Because you know
Brad, they
what? They
want you
So,
to
don't
so
act
I,
like
exist.
this though
I
because you
was
beat
supposed to go
Monica
next,
in
y'all. I don't
substance
know
and in
what
terms of
happened.
rhetoric. You beat Monica, so they want you to rage out like this. This is what
Invalid.
they're trying to
Okay,
do because they're her friends.
So
let
just
me say
move her
this.
So
down
don't fall
move
for
her
the
down.
rage
Who the
Don't
bait.
fuck
mod
is
the
they?
fucking cunt.
Who's
Hold on,
they?
I'm
hold on.
talking
Let
about
her down.
Shayla, are
Direwolf
you there,
and
Let
I'm
write
T-Wolf?
the
talking about
decision the
Samoa.
day
And I'm
she's
Direwolf
done
calling
in
you
has
her
out.
nothing to
fucking
do
mother's
with
ass.
that.
And now you're white knighting
The
for her while
problem
she's white
is
knighting. So that means you're
Well,
white
the
hey,
knighting for
everybody. I
problem
was
Monica.
supposed to
is
go
the
next. I was supposed to
problem
go next.
is the
You're
rules of the
implicitly white knighting for
room.
Monica by white
Oh,
knighting
Are
for
you done?
Direwolf
Are you
right
done,
now.
Valid? Shut the fuck up.
You shut your
I
mouth
was
in real life.
actually
The
supposed to go
problem
next, y'all.
is when you don't consent to bang
If
and
she's
someone
gonna
keeps
jump over me.
banging, they
Yeah,
get
who is
moved
this
down.
side
I've been
character? Let's
Yes,
moved
just
down
ignore
Brad.
her.
plenty
She's
of
a side
times.
character. Anyway, yeah, Brad, you
Nigga,
totally
you don't
outpaced
even
Monica
belong
rhetorically.
here. Get
Can
You
the
someone
don't
tell this
fucking
side
belong
character to
bare
shut
here.
her
face
mouth?
ass nigga the fuck
Can
up out of
someone tell
here.
this side character to shut her mouth? So yeah,
Valid.
Brad,
All
I
right, so
think you
everybody,
outpaced
chill, chill,
Monica
chill.
So
in
yeah,
terms
Everybody,
of
chill out,
bro,
rhetoric
chill
right
out.
like
now.
Hold
I
on,
was
everybody,
saying,
chill.
All right. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Knowledge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Knowledge.
I ain't. I'm here now. I'm here now. Let's
Hey,
start
what
all
about
over.
this
We
I don't.
got
I
Monica
don't know.
bitch?
Star's little
I'm here.
brother,
I'm here now. I'm
Valid.
here now. I don't. Okay. I'm
She
here now. I'm
act
here now.
Valid act just like Star. He's like the
Okay.
male
Okay.
version of
I don't. I don't
Star.
know who Valid
he's
is. I'm
so
here now.
weird. He
Let's
looks
start
Hey,
all
forward
over.
knowledge. I
to
have a
his
question though.
ugly
Why is
ass.
Monica a mod if she's just throwing
Ugly
people down
ass
in the goo?
nigga. Square
How's
face
that?
ass nigga.
No. No mod abusing. No
Tranny
mod
looking
abusing.
nigga.
Then they mod
Okay.
Monica.
Okay.
Now
I'm.
She
I'm
I
here
moved
now.
wanna
down
I'm
in
here
the
bang.
now.
goo.
Do
I'm
you
here
consent to
now.
Brad,
bang
Let's.
valid,
There we
you
go.
bitch
Let me try
made
this
bitch?
again.
I want you to stay on stage, Brad. So I want you to
Your
stop
kids are
attacking
monkeys.
people,
All
please.
right, so let's try again. Let's try again. I don't know who's talking. I don't know who's who. I heard She Wolf speaking
Mo
last, so I'm gonna let She Wolf speak. She Wolf, you started off. Go
Well,
ahead.
I
Thank
actually
you,
was supposed to
Knowledge.
go.
move
I was
Thank
back,
supposed to
you.
go
nigga. Called
next.
my
No,
kids
he said I can
monkeys.
go. He said I can
Well,
go.
okay, after She Wolf, I think that was Q that said I was supposed to go next. After She
Hello?
Wolf, then
Hello?
Q. Okay,
Hello?
after
Are y'all
Q,
moving that
then
valid
after
down or
Q.
not?
I don't know who Valid is. Anyways, after
He
Q, then
called
Chai
my
Chai.
kids monkey!
I don't know who that is. Anyways, so
What the
She Wolf, then Q, then Valid.
So Brad, I'm not booty clapping for Monica or whatever you said I was doing. I want you to follow the rules so you can stop getting moved down. That's all I'm saying, Brad. You can say I'm doing whatever. I don't like when you attack. I don't like when you attack Sugar Belly. I don't like when you attack Monica. I don't like when you attack B Master. Like I don't like when you
Praise
attack
tomorrow.
women, Brad. I had this conversation with you yesterday. I cannot continue to be a public supporter of Brad if you're gonna treat women like this.
Tomorrow's Feedback Friday.
Can I
So
say
All
this?
right,
Can
all
I
right.
say
okay.
Hold on,
this
hold
real
on, hold
quick?
on. Q is next. next after Q, then Shasha.
Wait, Knowledge, real
Nope,
quick.
nope, nope,
20 seconds,
nope,
20
nope.
seconds.
Nope. There was
Hello,
chaos.
hello,
There was
Go ahead, go
chaos
hello.
ahead,
when I
go
came
ahead,
in the
go ahead, go
room.
ahead. Go ahead.
Q, go ahead,
Hello.
Q.
Yeah, so the whole 50 million thing came from press secretary, the current press
This is gonna take
secretary
a while.
who said in a meeting that essentially that Doge and the OMB had discovered corruption, that $50 million had been sent to Gaza for condoms. And it actually wasn't true. In fact, they found out through further research that only something like $45,000 had been sent to the Middle East, and it was to Jordan, and it would have been, it was the first time since 2007, but that $83 million had been sent to Mozambique for what they call women's reproductive care, basically like abortions and health care for women, all kinds of stuff for women, mammograms and stuff like that. and also
Yeah, we have
AIDS
fentanyl
medication.
addicts dying on the street of Philadelphia. Meanwhile, we're sending $83 million to
Hello,
No,
Mozambique.
no,
you're
no,
not
no,
done.
no, no interrupting, no
Hello,
interrupting,
hello.
no interrupting.
So yeah, so it was the $83 million was for women's reproductive rights, medication for AIDS and HIV patients in Mozambique, also for like mammograms and stuff like that. So that's what that was for. So not no $50 million was sent to Gaza, no $50 million was sent to Mozambique worth of condoms. It was actually $2 million was sent, I think, in 2023. $2 million was sent to South Africa for condoms because they actually have a high infection rate of HIV. But in terms of 50 million, no such thing happened. It was false claim.
All right, after Q, it's Shy Shy. After
Brad,
Shy Shy, hold on. It's gonna be Shy Shy. After Shy Shy, we're gonna do Chaos. I think Brad wants to speak, so after Chaos, we'll do Brad. Go ahead.
So, Brad, I'm not caping for nobody, but I do expect consistency in the rules, especially when they're enforced on me very harshly. So, whenever I try to bang with someone that doesn't consent to banging, I'm always moved down. So, that is the reason why you were moved down. Okay. And again, I'm expecting the rules to be enforced consistently. Valid just called my children monkeys. So I expect Valid, this little white ape right here, to be moved down for at least 5 minutes. If not, then I can't blame Brad for going off the way he is. Honestly.
I actually believe
Oh, hold
Shy.
on, Monica. Hold on, Monica.
He
Hold on,
said it.
hold on,
So are
Monica.
you guys going to move him down or are you gonna keep him up in the chat?
Valid. Did you
Hold on,
He
Monica.
said
Hold on,
that. I
Monica.
wouldn't lie. Like he very much said that. So are you guys gonna move him or what?
It
Or
is.
my kids are not included in the rules. So it's only Cheyenne's kids that can be talked about on stage.
Damn, she
Nobody
went with the
else's but
Hold
government.
Cheyenne's.
on, hold on.
She went with the government. Move him
All right.
down.
If that's the submission, we're gonna let Chaos go next. After Chaos, then
Are
Brad.
you not moving this little faggot down?
Thank
Thank you. Thank
you.
you very much. She'll come back up in 5 minutes, Vlad. Thank you.
For the
All right.
record, that wasn't knowledge that moved him down. Go ahead, Chaos.
Acknowledge. So, Monica, did you get to see my links of the actual fact of how much money was spent? Okay. So, are you admitting that you were
I
wrong with the
haven't had a
numbers?
chance to look at them, but I did post
Okay.
one of them in Discord. It's
Okay.
it's not opening easily for me, and I'm busy right now. But I put it in Discord for us to look at later because it was a USAID financial report. Looked like.
Yes, it is straight from the horse's mouth.
And then how much money did they say they spent for condoms?
Yes. So, for male condoms in Mozambique for the year of 2021, this just says condoms and total contraceptives. So, I'm including condoms in it. For 2021, it was 3 million, 3.4 million. For 2022, it's 6.3 million, and for financial year 2023, it's 5.3 million. So even if you were to take these 3 years in combination, it would still not hit your number of 50 million. So you were
With
wrong there.
it would be over $10 million for
Yeah,
condoms
but
and
your initial claim,
contraceptives.
yes. But
So,
what was
so
the initial
my
claim?
question to you, Chaos, no, I'll concede being wrong. My question
what?
to you
Oh my
is
god.
That's
how
15
many
million.
millions of dollars of contraceptives should the taxpayers of the United States pay to send to foreign countries? What number would you
Wait,
put
so
on that?
did
Zero.
we move past it? Wait, did we move past it? Like, were
No,
you
I
wrong with your numbers?
concede.
She already
I
said she was wrong. Dude, you
Oh,
I
she was
don't.
wrong?
suck.
Okay,
What
okay, cool.
else
Well,
you?
I just
God,
didn't
What
hear
you're a
it.
else?
fucking
I just didn't
lefty
hear it.
I
loser,
don't
bro.
think. I don't
Try to
Wait,
win
think you didn't hear
something.
why
it.
can you
You
be petty and I
stupid
can't be
ass
petty? This
She's
is
on
bitch.
to the
stupid.
next
Oh,
person.
so
Fuck
you
out of
Okay,
here.
all
did
right, look,
hear it.
okay.
You did hear it. You
It was not just 15
feigned
million.
No,
It was
ignorance.
hang on.
15
Hold on,
million.
You,
hold on,
no, no,
guys, hold
no.
on, guys.
Wait,
It is
wait a
Chaos'
fucking, wait a
turn.
second.
Loser ass
It is
bitch.
Chaos'
I,
turn.
Knowledge is Samoa
okay,
in
I
this?
thank
like the
you.
way you put me in the queue now. I'm just saying.
No, I
Thank
was
you,
Hold
thank
supposed
you,
to
on,
thank
go
you.
it is
after Q.
Chaos' turn. After Chaos, we're gonna let
No,
Brad
we did.
go.
I didn't. Yeah.
And I see that Samoa wants to go after, and then Mr. Finley as
Wow.
well.
Wow.
So whenever Chaos is done, okay, I think he's done. Brad, if you want to go, go ahead. After Brad, we'll jump to Samoa, and then anybody want to go before Finley? He's taking bets.
So
I'd
again,
like to go before Finn.
Yeah, no one should actually have to suffer the pain. I would actually give $10 million for condoms if one of them were placed over your head and like held tight.
Like
The
Howie Mandel.
very much so. Except make sure you cover the mouth.
So there's
So
stage
again,
abuse going
why
on,
are you
stage
talking?
speaker
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
hold on,
abuse.
Monica. Hold on, Monica. Hold
What?
on,
Why are you
Monica.
talking?
Hold
Stay
on, hold on.
quiet, cunt. So there, I haven't broken any rules. And as far as banging goes, Monica can interrupt everybody. She can change topics. She can get off. She can say tell Finley and every other person to be a good fucking little black boy or girl. She can say all this shit. That's fine. But at the end of the day, when I go hard on her because she's a moron posting fucking Twitter fucking links that people said, oh, we saved $5 million when there are actual no receipts. There isn't because the DogeUS.gov site has a big fucking sign on it that says receipts will be shown on Valentine's Day. So today, as far as I know, isn't Valentine's Day. And I know that people like Monica Twat Waffles, obese women who can't fucking figure out that a penis is supposed to go into a vagina are fucking confused on what Valentine's Day is. So this is February 14th. You fucking moron. You fucking imbecile. That's literally what it means. So everybody having these things about Elon Musk is saving, all you have right now, which is part and parcel why conservatives are worried, is the fact of you just have his word. That's all I have. That's all anybody really has is just what's been tweeted out. And when it's even reported by the press secretary who says this, and yes, you can take that as a pretty much a confirmed resource. However, we have just gone through 4 years of a press secretary lying. So forgive me if I'm not totally sold as a conservative on the press secretary. I want to see the receipts. Now, if Elon shows those receipts tomorrow, that and there's tracking and there's able to verify, that provides a whole different discussion. But listening to an obese cum stain named Monica is a fucking joke as far as asking for validation. So yes, all we're going on is what Elon states.
All right. Next in the queue is Samoa. After Samoa, we'll do Monica. Anybody else want to go before Finley?
I'm on my way to North Cuba. I promise you. I
Wait, is
promise you.
Chaos still here in here talking shit? Chaos
Hey,
still talking
hold
shit?
on. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're gonna do
Okay,
Samoa
cool.
and then yeah, we're gonna do Samoa and then Finley.
All right. So a couple of things, right? Like when he makes the little post on X, it's good to kind of look at how the opposition responds to it, because they're normally going to ignore the ones that he's right about, and they're going to address the inconsistencies of a letter not being capitalized or punctuation not being present. There was a couple of things that they tried to make a story. The $59 million that was reimbursed through the FEMA program, shelter and the sheltering and resources program through FEMA. I think that we can take that as credible, especially when Christy Nome and other representatives of that institution has basically took all the money back, and then you can see um, Adams and everybody else from New York talking about how it's a down. Da, 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 da. So we know the money was sent. We know people were fired. There was the CFO of the FEMA. She was fired, and three other people were fired as well because they violated an executive order of freezing these payments. They sent it anyways, for whatever the reason, but they were fired. They were dismissed. So we can say that that was one. But the media is going to say, but it wasn't actually 59 million, but it was actually 80 something million. But whatever. The fact remains is that is a good example to use because there's multiple sources that are responding to it. Yesterday, I was watching a press conference and she had receipts. She pulled it out and then she kind of showed it, right? And she was saying, this is that. And I'm waiting for the mainstream people to take the receipts that they were given at that point in time and then counter the points, but then it's just crickets. It's just silent. So
Yeah, yeah, but that doesn't
Hold on,
justify
Q. Hold
her
on, Q.
no,
Hold on,
removal.
Q. Hold on, Q. Hold on.
yeah, yeah. So for me, what I'm saying is I always wait for the opposition to be able to get their bite at the apple, right? Like I don't want to say these things are 100% accurate because what they're looking for is inconsistencies. And if what he's saying while he was in the Oval Office is, okay, cool, I got that one wrong, but do you think we should be spending this much money? A lot of people are going to say no. And then that's where the conversation stands, right? So I think in order for them to be able to attack him, I just was reading the thing about the EPA, the 20 billion. that they're saying was laundered through NGOs. I'm waiting for that story to get some legs to it. So
How can they be
All right,
NGOs
hold
if
on. We got
they
one more
need the
person. We got one
government?
more person. We got one more person. Hold on. We got one more person in the queue. We're gonna let Mrs. Finley go, and
May I
after
get
Mrs.
in the
Finley,
queue?
we're gonna do a popcorn. Nope.
yeah,
After Mrs. Finley, we're
I'll
doing
go after
popcorn.
Mrs. Finley.
so I don't want to
Both
endorse
of y'all ugly.
any of the I don't want to endorse any of the feminizing of a fellow brother and everything, but I defer the rest of my time to Mr. Finley with an emphasis on Mr. Finley.
Thank you, good American that didn't climb over the wall from North Cuba, from South Cuba. I just want to point out that when Brad and Monica were banging on stage, she was a regular person. And then she got deputized and got a gun and shot him. I do not stand for such violence. State sanctioned police violence on
Oh hell
citizens.
no! Call me
That's
nigga,
exactly what happened, Samoa. She was a regular citizen, and somebody deputized her quick and handed her a pistol, and she shot Brad, fam. I am not standing for this nonsense, and
That
I don't
sound
like.
deja vu. Yeah, deja.
It's going to
I
be
do. I
interesting.
do not stand for this violence unless it is me doing the violence. And just saying, that was some nonsense.
It's going to be
Um,
interesting to see what happens.
so all this.
See,
Wait. I'm not done. So all this, he was violating the rules. Nonsense. That was a setup. That was a state sanction hit. I'm just saying.
it's going to be interesting to
Oh, hold on. We
see.
got one more person. Hold on. We got one more person who's gonna start the queue. I'm sorry. Gonna start the popcorn. We're gonna let Monica start the popcorn, and then go ahead.
Thank you, King. I'm going to give my time to Bread.
Dude trying to cover her tracks now that she's
Yeah, he
been
ain't taking that
indicted.
shit. Go ahead,
Now she's
Q.
Yo,
been
Kenny, I'm
indicted.
still here.
Yeah, he
So
ain't taking that shit.
everybody
Meanwhile,
wants to
bro,
get rid
you
of
have no
y'all.
facts.
y'all
You just like spewing narrative here, Kenny.
for people
Oh
that
yeah.
support a MAGA and not a MAGA on this stage. I mean, you may be supportive of Donald Trump getting rid of the administrative state, and you think it's wonderful, but you don't understand. You're playing right into his hands, right into the hands of Elon Musk, who doesn't believe that democracy works, who believes that American democracy in America is at its end, and that supports the network state, who has an ideology that is based in Curtis Yarvin's ideology, which is we replace democracy with a technocratic, what is it, a technocratic monarchy system. Is essentially what they believe in, and Elon Musk believes the same way. These are all disciples of Curtis Yarvin. So it's going to be interesting to see, and to see who thinks they're going to have a place in this new paradigm is going to be very hilarious.
You're
Yo,
stating
Q,
the
those are
same
the
shit we
shortest.
just did. You're just saying it with more words. Like again, you don't have that concrete evidence. Nobody has it. You don't know what kind of thing Elon Musk has, and he doesn't even have fucking power in this nation. He doesn't. He has no more power than say Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and it's weird to see fucking average day people fight over which billionaire they want to fucking follow into the fire. Like I could say crash them all, but you're sitting there saying, "Oh, it's Elon Musk's fault." But before, when Bill Gates was doing a whole bunch of nihilistic shit in foreign countries and giving his grand overview plan, when fucking all of the people at the fucking conference were saying you're gonna eat bugs and like it too, and all of these elites that have fucking forever told you that you don't get to determine it. I do because I'm wealthier than you and I have more power. And yet, somehow or another, your biggest gripe is to make the same fucking inverted fucking comment that fucking cum stain did. Like, don't do better. If you're gonna offer an argument, say, yeah, hey, you know what? I have issues with this because there hasn't been evidence. I want to know what is actually coming out. I want to know for fact where these savings are, what this UA program went through, and understand, hey, I want to pay more attention to what's going on domestically. I want to look at where entitlements are fucking failing through our system because we pay taxes fucking all the time, insurmountable amounts, and the majority of our budget goes right to these entitlements for failing programs because every year we hear the same thing. We need to raise taxes. And we're falling for a fucking Ponzi scheme. The same thing happened under Clinton. Clinton balanced the budget. No, he did a drawdown on the military. He raised Social Security tax, and he raised a whole plethora of other taxes. Do you forget the nickel that it cost you more at the fucking gas station when that shit went into effect? And he basically blanketed and taxed everybody. And no one said shit at that time frame. So the Republicans were on board, the fucking Democrats were on board at that time, and Newt did do a lot of things that helped out America. But again, it's not the same here. Like, so take this Doge and say, you know what, tomorrow is going to be a good day or a bad day. It's either going to be good for Republicans or it's bad for Republicans, because this is where their ace in the hole is going to have to stand. And Elon has to show the receipts. That's it. That's what
So,
America's looking at.
so when you say, hold on, but when you say, and see, this is where it's problematic at, sir. You don't know. I'm not. I don't agree with that creep. Microsoft asshole and what he was doing. Right. This oligarch system that they were supporting. But to say that he doesn't have an ideology, he certainly does. Elon Musk is literally a disciple of Curtis Yarvin. He believes, I mean, he's literally on record for praising Yarvin. Yarvin believes and believes and has been preaching for the better half of what, 25 or 30 years, that the way to get rid of to way to institute the network state is to get rid of the administrative state. JD Vance is also a disciple of his. Everything that JD Vance has been saying that's on the record about getting rid of, and the actual roadmap to how to get rid of the administrative state to establish this new network state, this technocrat monarchy system that they want to implement, comes from Curtis Yarvin, sir. So yes, he is a disciple. He does have that
Q, the
ideology,
idea of
and
getting rid of
that's
the
exactly
administrative
what
state goes back to 1896 in the
sir,
Republican Party.
I'm talking about getting rid of the administrative state to
And I am
install.
talking about the
Hold on,
same thing, and I
hear
am
me out.
telling you
He,
that it
no,
goes
he
back in
doesn't.
the
Listen,
Republican
no,
Party
no,
to
I'm not talking about just getting.
1896.
Hold on, sir. I'm not talking about just getting rid of the administrative state. I'm talking about an ideology to get rid of the administrative state and replace it with a technocrat monarchy. That is something that comes
How
Nigga,
are you
what?
going to
exclusively
replace it with a fucking
a
technocratic
techno
monarchy?
a
How?
tech a
Yo,
technocrat
How?
Creed, you are a retard.
monarchy by
How?
replace. Okay, if you listen without attacking, all
Do
right.
you
So
know
you're
what a
asking.
monarchy
Dude, I've
is?
asked you how now 3 times, and you're
Okay,
still
I'm
like
gonna
beating around the fucking
a
bush.
lot
Just
because
explain.
everybody's coming off their mic and ad libbing while you're
You said
talking.
I'm
techno
not fucking ad
monarchy, you
libbing. I'm
fucking
asking you to
retard.
explain it, and you are ad libbing about
Okay, I'm
something
gonna
that is
explain.
not you explaining it.
Okay, can you
Explain.
calm
Mike,
down? All
please,
right, thank
guys,
you. I
one
will.
mic. It's hard
Yeah,
when you're trying to
exactly.
listen. Go
So
ahead.
Curtis Yarvey believes that American democracy doesn't work, right? And it's inefficient. And so he believes in getting rid of the administrative state, which is what they're doing now. You shut down all the U.S.
Okay,
departments, you fire.
how does getting rid of the administrative state get you to a fucking monarchy?
Okay,
Like
You
get there.
fucking
okay. Can I
retard.
answer your
No,
question?
no, 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 no.
You keep
Monarchy
asking me, and
means
I'm
a
attempting
king.
to
So
answer it.
how in the flying fuck do you get there?
Can you
Yo,
allow me
Creed,
to
you're a
answer it,
retard.
sir? Can you allow me to answer your
Can you not
question?
give me some long-winded explanation about
Right. I
Curtis
don't know how to
Yarbrough and
answer it other
explain how
than
you
how I
go
know
from a
how to
system where
answer
we
it.
elect a
Sir,
Marshall, you
sir,
president
sir.
sounding
to
like
a
Mike
system with a
now,
kettle.
fucking
Marshall.
king?
That
Sir,
is a
sir,
You
pot
sound
I
like
don't
calling the
know how to
Mike.
kettle
answer
He
it
black.
said a
anymore.
techno monarchy. He
I
said
don't
a
understand how
techno
to.
monarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
him
If you,
explain it.
damn. So again, I'll give you a source so that you can go and read it for yourself and have a better understanding. His name is Curtis
I
Yarvin.
need
And,
you
and
to explain to
all right,
me
I'm trying
how
to, but you're
technology
yelling and
creates a
screaming and coming off your
monarchy
mic
out of
and
a
not.
presidency.
You're coming off your mic and are not allowing me to do it.
Creed, just
So
Because you're not
explain it.
actually explaining it.
yeah,
You're giving
so
me
I'm,
some long-winded
so
explanation about
yeah,
Curtis Yarbrough that doesn't explain
yes,
how we go from
I'm
a
trying
fucking
to, but you keep
president to a
interrupting me and you
monarchy,
keep
and all you're
screaming at
telling
me.
me is getting
I'm
rid of the
trying to do it, but
administrative
you
state
keep
gets us there,
screaming and
despite
yelling
the
like you're
fact
doing
that
right
getting
now.
rid of the administrative
All
state
right.
does not make a
All right,
fucking
Please
all
don't
right,
allow
all
dime.
right.
me to
Hey,
explain.
Yo,
Marshall.
Creed, you're a
Let
retard.
He's
You're a
let
yelling.
literal
Creed
retard.
let Creed get it out.
You're a
Let Creed
fucking
get it.
Yeah,
retard.
yeah.
Hold
So,
on, y'all. Hold on. Let
so
Creed get it out. Cause he cooking.
Curtis
He
Yarvin
know what he talking
proposed.
about. Go ahead, Creed.
Curtis Yarvin proposed that the way to this sit what they call network state, right, is to get rid of the administrative state, fire everyone in government, and then replace it with a techno monarch system. What is a techno monarch system? A techno monarch system is when all the systems
Sounds
that
like
the
a rave party.
Okay. So the tech, are they going to? Y'all don't want to hear it. Just say you don't want to hear it.
Do
He
y'all
don't
No,
want
hear
to
I
hear
want to
it.
this?
hear
He
it. I
don't
want to know
want to
how
Look,
he
hear
wound
y'all.
up
it.
with a fucking
Y'all.
king.
Look,
And they,
y'all. I
you
don't know.
notice,
I don't
Marshall,
know.
he used the network state, the book that was created by, I think his name is Bajan or,
Yes, he's an Indian man, and he is
yes.
a
Why did you
disciple
bring
of
that book up?
Curtis
Why? That has
because,
nothing to
be,
do. I know
yes, it
that book.
does. Because hold
No,
on,
it does
damn,
not.
it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. You don't
The
know what the
network
fuck
state
you're
does not
talking about.
propose
Listen to
Then
me
Come on,
first.
explain to
King.
me
Wait,
how
hold on.
getting
The
rid of the
Come
network
on,
state
administrative
does
King.
not
state
propose
creates a
Come on,
a
monarchy in
techno
the
Marshall.
United
monarchy.
States of America.
Come on,
Oh,
King. Come on,
It
Marshall.
doesn't
Let
propose
damn,
a
let the
techno
man
monarchy.
speak for 40 seconds.
Yo, he
And
he's
damn.
long
and
winded.
then hold on. Just give him a second. Give him a second. Because I was talking about Curtis Yarvin on this app. I don't know if Creed got it from me or if he found it on
No.
independent research. But I've been talking about Curtis Yarvin too. So please let the man get 40 seconds
Yes.
to explain
So
what he's
All
talking
right,
Curtis.
you
about.
got
So
The
40
world's
Car-
seconds, bro.
longest 40 seconds.
wow,
Make it
40. I'm
20.
not
Make
gonna
it
be able to
20.
describe anything. Fuck
Come
it.
on,
Forget
man.
it.
Give the man 40 seconds. He's been
Bro,
on
Creed's
Clubhouse
been
since
talking for the
season
last
one.
5 minutes.
Just give him
I haven't.
40
I
seconds.
Actually,
haven't
I
been
would say
talking for
that
no
more
fucking
accurately
5
Okay.
for
minutes.
All right. All right.
for
All
the
right.
past
All right.
5 minutes, you've been the entire stage in an
Yeah,
era
but
from
tell
him.
Marshall that he was mad about Mike.
Yes, yes. So, yes, partially it was also our friend Marshall. Happens to the best of us. Anywho, Creed, there's a lot of competition for the mic, so I would say try to be concise if possible,
I'm
so that people can reply. Go on, Creed.
Come on, Creed. Bring it home.
I don't need your help, Gildas. Thank you. You'll have to unmute. Although just a moment ago you were unmuted, so I think you muted intentionally. In which case,
oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, the roadmap that Curtis Yarvin pointed out was to get rid of the administrative state, to replace it with AI technology, and essentially establish corporate entities like Elon Musk's billionaires, tech companies, all these people that some of y'all call tech bros.
Hell yeah.
Make them head of this government, make them head of this state, and that they are essentially going to be the ruling classes, and that they will set the laws, they'll set what happens in that society, they'll be the curators of it, and essentially there won't be any more American democracy as we know it, where we have an essential voice in that society. They will be making all the decisions for us. This is part of that whole you'll own nothing, but you'll be happy, essentially, that comes from that. Elon Musk is a disciple of that ideology. Now Curtis Yarvin is far more dark and far more horrifying when you talk about that. But the book Network State is sort of like a fuzzier version of Curtis Yarvin's
No, it is not.
ideology. Yes, it
Stop
is.
Yes,
lying.
because the
Yo, Creed.
Congress of the United States is going to give up their power to a bunch of billionaires and fucking technocrats because we get rid
They
of the
already have,
Well,
though.
administrative
they're doing it
state.
right
That doesn't
now.
make
It's
any
They
Elon
sense.
already
Musk.
have. That
They
Well,
happened
power
already.
Musk,
they
Respectfully, though.
use it right
No,
Respectfully.
now,
that's what
or
he
they
said.
just all agree
He
with it
Give me
said
right
we
20
and
now.
he's
get rid
trying
seconds.
of
to get
the
rid of
administrative
the
Respectfully.
state.
Give me
We
administrative
get a
20
state
bunch
right
of
seconds.
now. They're
technocratic billionaires,
dismantling the
and they
administrative state.
Just so we're clear, popcorn does not mean you stick your burnt, stinky popcorn on the mics of other people. If Marshall was meant to reply, allow him to. And then um, someone else can take the mic. How about that? Marshall?
Yeah, I'll take the
The
mic after him.
reply is that it doesn't make any sense. In what universe do a bunch of technocratic billionaires supplant the President of the United States, the Congress of the United States, and the Supreme Court of the United States? In what
The
universe
current
does
one,
that
it
fucking
happened
happen?
yesterday.
So Marshall's absolutely right. Respectfully, Creed, what you said, essentially what you did was you essentially pitched like a Hollywood movie to us on stage, where you can suspend actual reality. You can just make shit up. There is no world in which what Elon is doing in dismantling a unelected bureaucratic state leads to a techno monarchy. Literally, a
Say it four
techno
times,
monarchy
man. Say
is
it four times.
the complete opposite of the system we have in place. And as Marshall pointed out, you would essentially have to have Congress give up willingly all its members, give up their power in the legislative branch and the Supreme Court give up their power in order to have this fucking stupid ass fantasy of a techno monarchy where
And don't
our
forget
tech
the
companies
states.
are
50 states
ruling
giving it
in
up.
America. That makes literally no fucking sense.
I'll tell you what is
So the
happening.
reason why
Senators
it
are
may hold on,
using
the reason why
AI
it
to
makes
help
sense is
them.
what currently right now, that's exactly what you have going, sir. You literally have the executive, hold
Dismantling
on, you literally, hold on,
executive
you literally have the
agencies is the
executive, hold on,
prerogative
you
of the
literally have,
President of the United States of
hold on,
America
Marshall, come on,
by
Literally.
bro.
those
I was
that are
quiet while
not
you were
protected
talking.
by civil service
Marshall.
protections.
I was quiet while you were talking. You literally have the executive branch right now, along with an unelected a person named Elon Musk, that is acting outside of Congress, that are firing and trying to dismantle entire agencies without an act of Congress, that are going in and firing
Executive
people. Hold
agencies.
on, firing people and canceling funding that Congress approved. Why the fuck do you think Democrats are out there protesting, saying that he's acting without Congress? So, yes, right now, Doge is attempting and has been attempting to circumvent Congress and what Congress voted on in the last session under Biden for funding for these different agencies like the USBID. So when you say that they're
No,
not
what
going
they're
to go,
doing is getting the OMB to throttle
hold
funding.
on. When you
Okay.
say the only thing right now that's holding back this Doge shit is the judiciary system. Now, thank God Trump said recently, he said what? He said, I will respect the courts, I will appeal, but that's just going to hold things up. So it's the court system, it's the actual judiciary that has been holding back and holding Doge accountable and stopping them from circumventing Congress' responsibility of gutting these agencies and stopping funding from these agencies. So this is literally a playbook by
Doge
Curtis
does not
Yarvin.
have that
Hold on,
No,
let me
power.
it's
land.
not.
This is
The
It's
literally
not.
a
bosses
playbook.
of
You have
Doge
Hold
stretched
are
on.
so
This is
far
office of
off of
literally
management
insanity.
this is a
and
Uh-huh.
budget
literal playbook
who
by Curtis.
over.
So it looks like you had landed Q. Am I correct?
No, I didn't land. They keep
No,
coming
he
off
Okay.
their
needs to
mic.
land.
He's
He can't
What are
always
go
you
on for
talking about?
20
monologuing,
minutes
I'm
man.
and
going to
15
land. I'm
But
just
he's
seconds.
simply
always
saying that
monologuing. I'm
this
not
is
trying to hear
literally
him
a play
monologue.
from
Okay.
Curtis Yarvin to
Change
get
the
rid of the
records. Take him
administrative
down.
Fuck
state,
Curtis. I hope
circumvent
he dies
Congress,
because you
Right.
idiots
circumvent
should go.
Congress and Congress's funding, and essentially use the
Again, why
executive branch to
he keeps
dismantle,
going on and on
essentially
and on
use
and
the
then making
executive branch
15
to
points. This
dismantle
guy is
government
like the
agencies.
QAnon of the
This is a
left.
literal playbook that
Again,
you
a
low IQ
conspiracy
motherfuckers
theory,
don't even
that
understand because you don't even read his
Don't
writing. You
put
just
me
go by what
in
other
I don't
people
care
say.
I
about
agree.
his
Q, I
writings.
hate to
There's
break
plenty
it
of
to you, but
people,
if you're not covered by
there's plenty of people in history that have basically gave their own constructs about what the United States should be like. We had a communist movement. We had a black revolutionary movement. We had a Hispanic revolutionary movement. We've had all sorts of movements on here who all produced ethos and documents and wrote books and all said, hey, this is what America could be. They've all had it. All this philosophical bullshit that you somehow warped your tiny brain around and fucking put it under saying these are disciples of Curtis. Fuck him. It can't get done. It really can't. Because again, aside from the structures that King laid out for you, you got 50 fucking independent states. Because we're not a single nation. We're
Literally.
actually 50 fucking countries that go and align under a banner. And that's about it. That we are forced to actually contribute to help each other. That shit will never fly in the majority of the fucking states. Second, another point that you fucking arrogantly forget in your conspiracy theory is the idea that Doge does not have any fucking power. They only get access. It's already been confirmed in multiple arenas. It's been questioned on all sides, including Democrats, have been told they only have access to so much and they can't even fucking stop things. All they can do is recommend to the people that are in charge. And as far as the judiciary, you want to go out and start saying the judiciary is saving us from a technocracy. Yeah, it's really weird to see Democrats judge shopping to find fucking rulings that are just made up of wholesale cloth with no precedent, no fucking legal standing. They're just whipping shit out like Erdogan and others are fucking doing this crap. So the idea that you're worried about the downfall of this is fucking absurd because the Democrats seem to not be worried about it because they're firstly, the ones that were perfectly fine with supplanting the Constitution, removing constitutional rights from people, fucking forcing them into all sorts of things to go under a quote party monarchy, that you will, because your side lost. You're so worried about shit that you don't even see what's going on in front of your nose. And Elon Musk has absolutely no power. He has no more power than Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos in this country. The whole billionaire class, corporations, they can lobby all they want to. If the people get pissed off enough, that corporation doesn't have enough power to overcome those votes. Jesus
So
Christ.
this is how
Now,
I know
not
you
to
have
mention the
this
And
is
it's
fact
how I know
Marshall's
that
turn.
you
the
It
this
wasn't
thing
a
is
you're
how I know
thinking
question
about
to
is
you. It was
actual
Let
Marshall's
executive
Marshall
turn.
go.
authority already given to the president of the United States. If you are not under civil service protections, Q, and you work in an executive agency, you serve at the pleasure of the President of the United States. The difference is, for all of my lifetime and probably all of your lifetime, those executive agencies have been deferred to by the executive branch to make decisions. The truth of the matter is that the executive has the right to fire people that don't fall under civil service protections because they work in the executive branch, a branch overseen by the President of the United States. Also, the people Doge has to submit their paperwork to is the Office of Management and Budget. The Office of Management and Budget doesn't steal money and it doesn't stop what Congress is doing. What it does is called throttling, and it was given the permission to throttle by Congress, meaning when Congress appropriates $2 billion for a department, the Office of Management and Budget can look at that sum and say, we're going to give you 1 billion this 6 months. We're going to give you 1 billion the next 6 months. That does not violate the Impoundment Act, which would mean the president was holding funding and not dispersing it, period, which Democrats have argued the president is in violation of. The destruction of the quote administrative executive state is something that has been a Republican Party goal for over 100 years. We didn't like the New Deal. We
Oh, he
didn't
got a
like the
phone
New
call.
Deal. We didn't like the Great Society because they were large expansions of executive bureaucracy. The idea that the president, using his prerogatives, is somehow in violation of a directive by Congress is just not a truthful statement. Now, as you have seen, when OMB has exceeded its authority, the federal judiciary has said, no, 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 you can't do that. This idea that there's going to be some sort of technocracy that replaces the President of the United States, the Supreme Court, and literally all of our congressmen and senators is it's not something that should be taken seriously because it's not going to happen. And the idea that you think it will, I'm sorry, you're out of touch with how the government actually functions. You would do yourself a favor to brush up on existing executive authority, the way the executive has increased power over time, and the way, say, the last administration held power and used it, which allowed this president to point to Joe Biden's use of power and say, well, because Joe Biden did A, I can do B. If folks in your shoes were seriously concerned with the growth of executive authority, then the Joe Biden administration would have given power back to Congress. The Democratic majority in the Senate of the United States of America, open and operating since 1791, would have submitted messaging bills to take power back from the executive. And here's the truth, buddy. They didn't do it because when it's their guy in, they trust him. When it's our guy in, he's Hitler. Don't get me wrong, we say the same shit about the Democrats. The only thing to happen from those arguments and excuses is that the power of the executive grows and grows and grows. But this idea that Elon Musk is just running around roughshod, closing government agencies, is simply not a truthful portrayal of what is happening. It's not even a truthful portrayal of who he has to report to have his recommendations put into law. Better yet, to have the funding he recommends throttled in the first place. Like, if you're going to talk about the executive agencies and you're going to talk about people who aren't under civil service protections, it will behoove you to know they serve at the pleasure of the fucking president. I don't have to like the way Donald Trump is using that executive authority. Doesn't mean he doesn't have it, though. He has it. Joe Biden had it. George W. Bush had it. Fucking Ronald Reagan had it. Right?
30%.
So this is how I
Thank you
know
for
Brad
thank you for your
suffered
TED
from.
talk.
This
Hold
is
on,
how I
Q.
know.
Hold on, Q. Hold on, Q. Thank you for your TED talk. I just want to say that
Wait,
respectfully,
Q talked as much,
respectfully,
if not more. Stop it,
respectfully,
Finley.
and I also criticize him too. Watch your mouth.
Finley's
I'm always
talking.
on it. I'm also
Don't
on his.
tell
I'm
Mike. Don't tell Mike what to do.
You telling me
Fuck
what
you,
to do.
Monica. That's what I'm telling you to do.
I'm also on Q's heels all the time. I just said he made the earlier said he made the shortest comments he's made since I've ever seen him on stage earlier, but he stopped doing that. But respectfully, Marshall, if the Republicans were serious
Marshall's
about their
on the phone.
large, oh rats, never mind. I'll wait.
Yeah, cool. So here's the thing, Creed. Respectfully, the most annoying thing, because everything Marshall said was true, but the most annoying thing that you did was bring up that wonderful book, The Network State, which has nothing to do with that stupid ass techno monarchy crap that you were trying to bill on stage. And I actually would encourage everybody to go and pick that book up. It's for free. You can get it on I think his name Bajar's website, and it's a fascinating book on how to essentially start a country right from scratch if you wanted to in the modern day and age, in the information age, and it essentially expresses the steps to take to do that, forming online communities. You can pair that with an Apple like institution where there's technologies that are being produced, and through those online communities or those online environments that are accessed through like a device, you can essentially start a new country, right, with citizenship X, Y, and Z. But the final thing I want to say, I listen to folks like you, Creed, and the one thing that comes to my mind is that eventually we're going to need a civil war. We're going to need a civil war in America because some of you niggas got to go. That's just how I feel at this point. Some of you niggas have to go because we just
No,
can't live in the world. We just cannot live in a world where we have you dumb, stupid ass niggas who get to speak this dumb, stupid ass shit
I don't care what
every
this
time,
tether has
every
to say.
time,
He's a
every time,
tether.
every time you refuse to hold corruption to the light, and you want to enable corrupt ass niggas and make them essentially sacred cows. So at this point, we just need a civil war. Let's just all purge, and let's see which one of us come out. Let's see which one of us ends up actually surviving that night. Because at this point, I'm looking at this stage. A lot of you niggas gotta go. A lot of y'all.
So let me
It's
let me say
it's
this
going. Hold
too.
on, Q. Hold on. I yielded to him
Hold
because
on.
Marshall's on the phone. Marshall's on the phone. So Marshall, I want to respectfully disagree that if the Republicans were serious about this grandiose, over bloated administrative state, they've had multiple opportunities to deal with it, and they have not. They've only expanded the globe, which to his credit, that Brad the conservative calls out. That's it. My only objection to what you said. Everything else I don't disagree with, but that's the only thing. And also,
So
good brother King, if there were a civil war, there'd be a lot of Aquariuses left over. Just saying.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I
let me
didn't
let me
mean to
hold on.
indicate that
Let me
Republicans
say this.
were good at
Hold on. Let me
reining
say
in the
this. Let me hold on.
administrative
Let me
state.
say
I
this.
only
Let me
meant to
say this
indicate
because
the
a lot of
beliefs
people
had
address me.
been.
Let me say this. Brad proves that he has a low IQ and a little brain. Let me explain to you why. He talked about there was a black power movement
The
and there was a
dude who
Latino
thinks
movement.
Congress is
Oh,
going to
no,
give up its
hold
power to
on.
billionaires.
Damn. What? Yo, chill, Marshall, or whoever came off their mic. He told there
No,
was a
that was
black
me
power.
because you called him
Oh,
stupid while
there was a
advancing
okay.
literally a
Calm down,
stupid theory
Marshall. He
yourself.
has a little brain. He knows it. He came. So, there was a Black Power movement. There was a Latino Power movement. The difference is none of those movements made it
red
into the West. Damn. The difference is none of those movements made it into the West Wing. The movement that Elon Musk believes in and is a part of is now in the West Wing. And for you to sit back and lie and say that Elon Musk is somehow responsible to government when he has no oversight, there's nothing holding him accountable. He literally said,
Q, his
basically,
boss is
hold
literally the
on.
Wait,
director of the
Marshall.
OMB. Like,
Marshall,
get the
come
shit
on,
right.
Marshall.
Wow.
Put it
He
in the
literally,
No, but
chat,
don't
and
blatantly
then I'll give
lie.
the mic direct. Well, he's gonna. People lie
Monica,
on
it is a
Clubhouse,
blatant
Marshall.
lie to say he has no
I
nobody's
oversight. His
lying.
know
boss is
you.
literally
Yo,
director
wow,
of
you
Right,
office of
really,
management and budget.
right. No, and
He's
then
proposing a theory.
Marshall, do
there's,
you
hold
have a
on.
Discord account? A
There's,
Discord account? Cause
Monica, why do you
Monica, shut the
interrupt and
fuck
give all
up.
these instructions? Why you just can't
I like stop it,
keep the
Finley. Back
conversation
off.
moving?
Back off,
I'm
Finley.
just
No,
saying you
why
can't
don't
keep
you
the
just shut
conversation
up,
moving.
Monica?
Anyway,
Shut up,
Marshall,
Y'all need to
Monica.
put
stop.
Like
it
no
in
one
the
wants to
Chill
hear
chat.
out.
you
You
ask
And
about
then
interrupted
we're
this
people.
dude
gonna
to give
hear.
dude
That
Oh
instructions.
you didn't
fuck.
create, that you
Oh
ripped off of
my.
other
Oh
people.
my. Oh my. Okay. Q had the mic. Marshall interrupted him. I asked Marshall not to interrupt him. Marshall, you can go after him and please put your comments in the chat. Thank
And
Yeah,
you.
see, this
and
is what
keep
MAGA
mute,
does. MAGA
Monica.
lies and makes up alternative facts. Literally, the motherfucking Elon Musk in the interview admitted to the fact that there's no oversight, admitted to the fact that no one holds him accountable, and went on to say, but, well, if I make a mistake, I make a mistake, I'll admit to it. And if people see me doing something I shouldn't be doing, then they'll call me out on it. He has no oversight. There's no independent committee to watch what he's doing, to monitor what he's doing, and then report upon it to the American people. Once again, when
He
this goofy,
literally
this little, hold
reports
on,
But
to
isn't
a
that
chill.
his
committee.
job, though?
Marshall's after
That's
Q.
literally his
Would you
job.
like to go in the chat in the queue,
Oh my
Brad?
You finna
After
God,
start a
Marshall?
queue? Don't start no
what
queue. Come
is
on, don't
going
start no
on?
queue.
Y'all can't even.
Q, take another 30 seconds. Come on. You
Again,
know,
he
Brevity
has
Come
is
on,
not the
oversight
Monica.
of the
Let the
slogan.
dude
OMB, the Trump
land.
administration. He reports
How
to
did I
them.
land?
Literally the
Marshall
executive
just
branch,
gave an
you idiot.
entire
I just asked
soliloquy.
I,
I
I
don't care
just
what you ask,
asked
Monica.
I just asked
Brad
for
gave a whole
Q to wrap
soliloquy.
up.
You've
Brad,
talked 40 fucking
you're
minutes on bullshit, on QAnon
What do
theory.
you mean? You motherfuckers been talking, just gave a whole soliloquy.
all
And I
right.
didn't
I'm
say
with
nothing. I
King.
was on
You
mute.
know
I didn't
what,
interrupt
King?
you and
Sign me
complain
up.
about
Where
anything.
do you do your
Because
recruiting
you
from?
have low
Sign me fucking
IQs and you
up.
don't have the
Today.
range.
Sign
Because you
me up.
literally lie and make up
You
shit
said
and
what,
say
Brad?
things
You
like,
said what,
oh,
Brad?
the
All right. So the
OMB is holding
derailment,
Elon Musk
instead of going
accountable.
and talking about the topic, has now gone to insults. Can you wrap up,
Brad said
Q?
Elon
sign him
Musk
up for the Civil
literally,
War,
Oh,
King.
Elon Musk is
absolutely. I got
literally
you. It's
on,
a lot of niggas
Elon
that
Musk
gotta
is
go.
literally
It's a
on
lot
X,
of niggas
literally
gotta go.
saying he's going
I'm
to
gonna start
shut down
shooting people.
departments. And you're going to
Just a
tell me that
flesh
he has
wound.
oversight? You're going to tell me that there's people that he has to answer to when he's literally determining on his own platform what departments are going to be shut down and what aren't? Get the fuck out of here. You then had President Trump who said, well, if we see him doing anything wrong or anything that's out of character, we'll stop him. What kind of fucking oversight is that? There's no oversight for
You're
this man.
asking
And
questions.
he-
Marshall, do you
I'm
have
not
answers
asking
for
a
them?
question. I'm not asking a
It's
question. Nice try,
Marshall's
Monica.
turn. It's
No, it
Marshall's
isn't.
turn,
How is it
Q.
Marshall's
Monica, why
turn?
are you
You,
getting in the way?
yo,
Q, it's
yo,
Marshall's
Monica,
turn.
why are you getting in the way?
yo,
Finley,
Monica, you know
quit
what you're doing.
micromanaging a
That's what you're
Monica,
moderator.
you know
doing.
what you're
No,
doing.
You
I'm
And it's
not.
micromanaging the
I'm
clown
Not the
shit.
stage.
overseer
You know
doesn't
it. You
want to
know
be
it's some clown
overseen.
shit.
That's so
I'm
You right, you're
weird.
facilitating
micromanaging the
the
You know it's some
stage.
clown
conversation.
shit.
I'm facilitating the
Monica,
conversation. There is a mod complaint channel in the Discord. Q,
you know
you're
it's
done. You pause. You
clown.
asked 3 questions. It's Marshall's turn, and then we
Monica,
can go to Brad. Stop it, Q. I will
you're
shoot
doing some
you.
clown shit.
I
You
will
let that man
shoot
talk
you.
for
Oh, we got
literally
a trigger
5 or
happy
7
Karen on the
minutes, and
stage.
now
Come
Yeah,
on,
when
I
I
know
start
she
Monica.
talking,
loves
you
that
cut me off.
God
terminology. So,
dog.
because
All
we do
right.
have a stage full of talkers, which is natural on a fucking talking app, I think that to be generous, we'll just implement temporarily at least a 3 minute maximum on popcorn. So you can pass the mic around and I'll
90
just,
seconds. 90 seconds.
oh, 90 seconds. You
I
know
was
that's
gonna
not
I
say
enough.
three
told,
You
I
minutes.
know
told,
that's not
God
enough.
damn,
I
three
told
Everyone's
Marshall.
not going to use everyone doesn't need 3 minutes, but some people do. And we have,
But the people that do don't, I don't want to use it.
All
well, that's
right.
too
You
fucking
done?
bad. Okay, so
I
what I'll
actually
do,
told Marshall he
I'm
could
uh,
tired of
go
hearing Creed.
after
I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie. I'm
Q.
so
tired of
if I
hearing
could
fucking
speak,
Creed.
thanks. Okay, so I'm going to do it silently. And if like, if you do approach the 3 minute maximum, I'll just do this. So watch your stage.
No, Monica's just gonna come up.
Yeah, if I can please finish what I was saying without being interrupted.
No, Creed, Creed.
You,
You get a
You're
minute and a
done.
King,
half,
King,
bitch, nigga.
I don't
You're
care what you
done.
have to say,
King's
Tether.
turn. King's
No, you
turn,
He's
can't
Marshall's
say
done.
that.
turn.
No,
Q
no,
is
no.
done.
Tila,
You're
Tila,
done. You were
come
Okay,
cooked.
on.
well, Q
Fucking
off
Are
it.
done.
they the
Okay,
moderators, Tila?
hush,
Are they
hush,
the
hush.
moderators? Then
Well,
just
here's
mod
what I
them
can
up.
say.
I am a
Here's what I
mod.
can say. Here's what I can say, Q. You often lay out several points, so you sort of stack the deck, so to speak. So let them respond to your points thus far,
Wait a
and
minute. You
then
got, come on, you
I
finished saying
know
what I was
I
saying. That's unfair.
well,
Life's
Yo,
not
Creed,
fair.
shut the fuck
Q,
up.
you do give many TED talks. So every time you talk to family, I'm just keeping it
No,
buck with you.
Yo,
don't.
you
Okay.
talking about besides
Well,
that
Q's
we're
fact to let
still.
way, he got the
Marshall give a TED
answers,
talk.
bro. He don't got the
You let
answers.
Brad
Yes,
give a TED talk.
everyone's
You
giving
said
TED Talks.
nothing.
You don't
Okay,
got
Because
the
you
so
like what
answers,
he
He
Flame.
don't
said.
got.
You
I'm gonna tell you now that it's nine. It's 3 minutes, so that we can accommodate people who do need a little more time, such as yourself, and not 90 seconds as was previously requested. So I am accommodating you. I do want you to stay on stage. I do want you to be able to get your points across. But you
okay,
often
T,
give
I
people
go
a
by what you
lot.
go. I'm down with
You
you. Go
give
ahead.
people a lot to respond to. So we're gonna go to Marshall again. I'm gonna time keep, but silently. And if I put this up, you're approaching your 3 minute mark. Okay, go Marshall.
So the statement was made by Q that there's no oversight. There's literally a House committee called Doge, which is an oversight committee with the power from the House to oversee the quote Department of Government Efficiency in both congressional rule and past congressional law. The Office of Management and Budget, which is the office that has the right to throttle payments, to throttle money from executive agencies, is the boss to Doge. Elon Musk does not have any statutory authority, and nor can Q name any statutory authority. That Elon Musk has to unilaterally end, fire, delay, shove out government departments without the head, a gentleman named John Voight, of the Office of Management and Budget, which the Department of Government Efficiency sits under. It is important to note that when it is said that there is no oversight, we should take that speaker at their word. When they say there's no oversight and we correct them and we show them, hey, there's a House committee, there's past congressional law. Hell, there's even an executive agency that oversees this stuff. The insistence by Q that there is not is nothing other than a fever dream. It's not truthful. Q, you can insist all you want. Again, you can't name one piece of law, one court decision that gives Elon Musk the statutory authority to do what he is doing. And I hate to tell you, my friend, that's the kind of authority you need in the American government to shut stuff down, unless you're the president of the United States and you're an employee, as I said, not protected by public service laws. Your insistence that we're going to go into this technocracy where we will have some sort of a monarchy because the Congress of the United States and the President of the United States are willfully going to give up all of their power is, to say politely, a fever dream. To say unpolitely, a complete and utter fiction made up out of whole cloth by someone who obviously does not understand how the executive branch functions.
So, as always, because MAGA have alternative facts, there is no, I'm going to repeat, you can provide no evidence to there being any oversight over Doge or Elon Musk. Elon Musk and the White House West Wing
Prove
admitted to,
what evidence you
look,
have that
look,
they
look,
shut
hold
down
on,
something. Prove one
look.
thing that
Here
they
they
shut
come.
down
All
Here they
right,
personally.
come,
just a
Tia.
moment, just a
Here they
moment.
come.
I'm pausing the clock at 20 seconds. Okay. You're going to give him the opportunity, and I think I saw Brad come off mic, so Brad will go next, and he will also be allotted a full 3 minutes, although he likely won't need it because of all those Irish jokes. Q.
Yes. So once again, you have no evidence. You're a liar. You and Brad are both liars. You have no evidence to the fact that there's any oversight over Dodge. Dodge is not approved by Congress. There's been no vote in Congress to that, not in previous sessions or in the current session. You literally have Elon Musk literally saying that he's going to shut down entire departments on his X, whether he's doing it through the act of the executive, which is unconstitutional, which is why the courts are blocking it, which is why it's likely to go up to the Supreme Court. You guys know nothing about how law works. What you do is you get on this stage like Marshall and you say a bunch of bullshit that sounds intelligent and smart to the novice or the person that doesn't understand
You
how
mean
our
naming
branches.
actual congressional
Hold,
oversight you take as a
hold, hold,
lie?
Okay, so
No, he
again, I'm
interrupted him.
pausing the
Why he
clock,
interrupting
and
Q?
you were given your full 3 minutes, and you were only about 38 seconds shy of it, Marshall. So please allow him to complete his, and then we'll go Brad, and then we'll go Marshall. Everyone will get their 3 minutes maximum.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is no oversight for Doge. There is no oversight for Elon Musk. He literally said to the entire planet, standing next to our Donald Trump in the West Wing, that he has no oversight. And his only response was, well, just trust what I'm saying. And I believe that the American government, I mean, the American society or American public will hold me accountable if I do something that I shouldn't be doing. But once again, you guys are liars. And again, the court has already stated that he went outside of the act of the executive branch, the Trump administration. And in fact, you talk about lawyer shopping or court shopping. What the people who have made these decisions was a judge that was appointed by George W. Bush and by Donald J. Trump himself in his last administration. So nobody's court shopping to find Democrats to make these decisions. The court agrees that this is overreach for the executive branch and unconstitutional. And that's why Doge consistently gets blocked. And that's why he got blocked out of the Treasury Department, because he was accessing information and data that was unconstitutional, against the law, and beyond his scope.
All right.
Yeah, can I let me know when I
One.
could jump in? This is Robert Dupree. Thank you.
Okay, so it's gonna
What's up,
be
Dupree?
I
Peace. I
think
got you. Peace.
What's
Brad.
good, Supreme?
Hi, Brad, Marshall, and then
Dupree.
Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
So again, with all the bullshit and just like pontificating on the fearocracy that clearly is coming from the left, I'm going to use that phrase from now on. The fearocracy. This bullshit that Doge doesn't have anybody to report to. First and foremost, they actually report to somebody who oversees that. That's Donald Trump. That's the administration in power right now. They also have to go through and actually only make recommendations. They don't have any power to do anything other than look. This has been clearly outlined. This has been clearly stated. They can't cut jobs. They can't close U.S. aid. Rubio actually heads that agency. Guess who is the final say in terms of that agency? It's fucking Rubio. Again, all of these things that you are stating are factually not fucking true. You're a moron. You're not even reading. You're only trying to cherry pick what you want to make a good soundbite, and that's all you've got is this fear mongering bullshit that goes through. And again, I was with other people, particularly liberals, when we said, "Hey, we have some concerns about this," because at least liberals understand that yes, there does need to be the audit. Yes, we appoint special prosecutors. We appoint special task force all the fucking time in the U.S. government's history. We have done this since, I don't fucking know. Marshall will probably give me the starting date, but I can remember it since fucking Nixon. So, like, and I wasn't even alive then, but Nixon there's been a multitude of it, of people even making up. In fact, your favorite feminazi, Hillary fucking Clinton, fucking was actually ostracized from one task force because she wanted to make up shit on Nixon and other Republicans to get them out of power. So she was kicked off of that fucking thing. So spare me your fucking high morality. Spare me this whole bullshit song and dance that you're doing because, again, you don't come with facts. And as far as being low IQ, everybody heard this. Just because we don't want to sit there and go and listen to your bullshit that either subjects on race or fucking fear mongering that Republicans are going to put you back in chains. You know what? The day you go to a plantation and start picking motherfucking cotton and putting it in a bag, then bitch to me. Until that fucking day happens, stop fear mongering on it because guess what? Ain't nobody going to do that shit. Ain't nobody going to force anybody there. Spare me your fucking bureaucracy about Elon Musk taking over the United States. It can't happen. It won't happen. And we've had billionaires from Rockefeller to fucking Carnegie to fucking Ford to everybody in the past come through and have their sway over government. Chase was a prominent one. All of these people had fucking power that they could influence
10
decisions. But
seconds.
at the end of the day, they weren't able to succeed. And Elon Musk is just a civilian doing a job that the president appointed him.
That's
All I
time,
have.
Brad. One mic
Yeah.
on Oh, we were going to go Marshall, Robert, and then I think I am wants to speak. Uh,
Yeah.
go on,
After
Marshall.
I am, can I go?
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna go
Marshall.
before you,
Marshall
Q.
been going already though, but go ahead.
So I submitted three pieces of information in the chat queue. You said I was lying and making shit up. The first one is the establishment of a House committee to literally do oversight of the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah, that's recent.
I didn't say it wasn't recent. I said there was authority for it. Q was arguing there was no authority for it. He was
There
arguing there
isn't.
was, he argued
Q,
specifically
we're
and
doing a
literally,
timed one mic policy. Go on, Marshall.
he argued literally that Doge had no oversight. None. And I don't need to re-look at what no oversight means. It's pretty obvious. No one is overseeing them, which means the naming of a congressional committee in the House of Representatives whose job is to do oversight takes Q's claim that I'm lying and feeds it absolute horseshit because it's just not truthful. The second is establishment and implementing the President's Department of Government Efficiency. It's an executive order signed on January the 20th, and it defines the agency, it defines the federal law it uses to set it up, and it defines who it is going to be overseen by. The third and most well, the third source I grabbed, Congressman Dan demands Trump administration Doge comply with federal data protection laws, which Q, you're right that the federal judge did knock on them and say, hey, you don't have appropriate clearance for this department. That doesn't mean they don't have authority. It means they didn't have authority to do that, which is very important to note. Let's see. U.S. Senate members, yeah. So those two pieces of information are my basic two pieces of information, which show you there's oversight. You don't have to like that there is. You don't even have to like the people doing the oversight. But the declarative statement that there is no oversight is obviously horseshit.
All right, one mic on Robert. Robert, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. Hold on. It's just so much to unpack. All right,
I
so
know.
listen. First, I'm gonna be real quick. First and foremost, there is no oversight for Dodge. This notion that the president has the capacity with all the shit that he got going on to process the impact of the decisions that are made by those is fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous to say that they make a decision and they run it by the press. Like yo, how many? Do you that's fucking impossible, right? So now you're talking to a person who knows the role of project management and managing stakeholders, et cetera, right? I have over 25 plus years in capacities within the financial services, ranging from internal audit, external audit, operations, you name it. I've done it all. And in that process, the first thing you do, let me put on my analyst hat. You come in, you look at the situation, you report your findings. Then, when you report your findings, you also report what action you're going to take and why you're taking those actions. And then that has to be vetted and approved. That is how the process works. What we are seeing is so ridiculous. You have a young kid in the White House telling the president he's not the president, telling him he should shut up and he doesn't. Where do you think that kid gets that language from? He is hearing that language from his freaking father, who's freaking right next to the president and high as fuck. Nobody is even pointing. This man goes into the Oval Office with a t-shirt, a coat, a baseball hat, and then has his child on his fucking shoulder playing with his hat. Do you understand how the visuals on that looks to the freaking to the world? We look like a fucking clown show. And what's concerning is that nobody or those that support the MAGA movement, we have three parties: the Democrats, the Republicans, and the MAGA party. We are allowing one individual to swear our country and lead us down a path of fucking chaos, and we don't have the heart. We have a bunch of cowards in Congress on the on both sides of the aisles who don't have the fucking heart and balls to stand up and call a thing a thing. And I'll say this, friends, this shit is going to come to a grinding halt. And I'll land with this with regard to the executive power. The executive power allows the president to make decisions. It is the judicial that reviews that and determines if it is constitutionally prudent, right? And then what we find, or what we are finding, that many of these cases are being stopped, halted, and eliminate it because the decisions are that fucking dumb. Like, let's wake up and call a thing a thing. This is about vengeance. This is about billionaires that
10
people look
seconds.
up to, merely because they're billionaires. And for us to think that this man wants to come in and help us because he just does, you are foolish in your thinking. I land.
That's Thank you. That's time. One mic on I am.
Oh, goodness, I'll be quick. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I was really triggered by a gentleman that was yelling at everybody, talking about they're stupid and they just have no idea how politics work. What I found out over time is most of those people that we elect have no idea either. There is no real special credential. As you can see, Donald Trump is definitely not a politician, but more so a businessman, but yet he runs the country. Um, and yeah, most of them are typically attorneys or have completed political science, and that's what they get paid to do, to argue all day. So it's interesting to hear the room argue back and forth, and it doesn't really accomplish anything. It's a great argument. It's very entertaining. I will sit here and listen, and hopefully we can be humble and understand that most of us don't know how it all works. We think we do. It looks great on paper, but when you get in those back offices and you shake hands, I'm not surprised Elon is where he is. I mean, who doesn't get a job through your friend, even though you might not be qualified? So, for me, all of this is kind of comical, um, and lighthearted. The sad part is that I'm a working American, and damn it, they're playing Russian roulette with my life. That's the sad part. But I'll continue to listen.
Thank you, Finley.
So I'm not I'm just, I try to take a middle of the road approach to this, but I've been consistent in saying that we are an oligarchy. I've been consistent with that. I don't pick sides. I don't say the Dems are the oligarchs or the Republicans are. I think that they're both ran and influenced by oligarchs, and I don't trust oligarchs. I just don't. Everybody from Jay-Z to Oprah to Trump to Elon. I don't trust none of them because I think billionaires are bad for the economy. But this is my personal beliefs. That's just my personal beliefs. I don't trust them, but we're gonna see. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping that something good comes out here because I live here too. I'm hoping that they don't steer the ship into a iceberg. I don't think that they will. I don't think I'm not someone that's gonna say absolutely they're gonna fail. I think there's enough safeguards in place that won't allow them to totally destroy the country. I'm not gonna go that far. I don't ascribe to the what do they call it, a technocracy. I don't subscribe to that. I think that is a little dystopian. I don't go that far, but I'm not also thinking that they're going to create this utopia either. I'm not going that far. So I'm just kind of in the watch and see seat. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna give a TED talk.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Q.
Oh, this nigga got to go again.
Q got something to say, King. No matter what, he gonna say something and a lot of something.
He gonna take the
He
whole
my
three
he my
minutes.
boy though. To be clear, he my boy though. I like him. I like Q, but
Fuck
he
you.
be talk he talk
He's
too
going
much.
to
Stop
insist
it.
there's
He
no
talk
Stop
too
it.
much.
oversight where there
Yeah.
literally is
Marshall my boy
oversight
too. Well,
like a
Marshall
brick
talk too much
wall.
too. You
Yeah,
talk too much too,
Marshall,
Uh,
my
Marshall.
boy.
Q, are
Marshall,
you
that's my
there
boy,
to
bro.
respond?
Marshall my boy too, but he talk too much too.
He's hibernating, Tally. He's hibernating for his
Okay.
next TED talk.
Oh, whatever.
And I just want to point out that Dupree is a good brother from previous rooms. I've had many interactions with a good brother. He's a good brother, and treat him as a honored guest, please.
Wait, who?
To the people. I
Dupree,
didn't do
Robert Dupree.
nothing. I
He
did
a
Who?
good
nothing to
brother.
Dupree?
nobody.
Yeah, he a
Oh,
good
you said
brother.
Robert. Robert.
Yeah, Robert Dupree. He's in here. He was just
We don't.
speaking. He's a good brother. So I'm
Oh,
asking y'all to
okay.
I,
treat him
dude,
as
I
my
would
guest.
agree
Well,
that he's a
Robert, if
great
Philly says
I
person,
you a
but
good
appreciate
brother,
that.
you a
consistent
Thank
good
you,
that
No
there
brother.
is
sir.
no oversight
preferential
is a
treatment
literal
over
statement of
here. Y'all
untruth.
niggas
Well,
always
Robert,
thank
if
defend
Philly
me like
says you a
shit,
good
you
brother, you
heard?
a good brother, bro.
Let me just say,
Yep.
and first of all, thank you guys. I want to say thank you, bro. I really come to bring value to the space, but thank you. I appreciate your kind words. I'm so humble. Thank you.
Fuck up, deal.
Absolutely. If Philly says it, it's true. So,
Absolutely fuck up to you.
Fuck Mr. Finley.
Shot, 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 shot.
yeah, you knew Shot Shot
I'm
was
on
gonna
my way
do.
to New York, shot, shot. I'm on
You
my way
knew
there
she was
right
gonna come in
now.
and say
Right
some
now,
crazy
shot, shot.
shit. You knew it.
King, we're signing up Shy Shy too.
Absolutely, Brad. We finna take. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. I
No,
wish I
she.
was joking, But I really want to see this because I get tired of a lot of people just talking
Wait,
shit. They just
signing me up
talking
for what?
shit.
What am I getting
Yo,
signed up
King, now
for?
bump that. Now bump that. Shot,
What
go
am
in the
I
kitchen.
getting
Go in the
signed up
kitchen,
for?
Shot. You soft. Take your body to the kitchen. Make me some tamales, Shot. You don't get to fight. You get to cook.
That's
You know
funny.
what's
You
Shy
crazy?
Shy,
I've
we're
never
signing
had
you
a
up for World
tamale
War
in my
Three.
life. What the fuck is even in a tamale?
Shy Shy, we're giving out blood
You've never
eagles.
had a tamale?
Yeah, I never had a tamale. What is
me
that?
neither. Wait,
That's
hold
right.
on.
Oh, we are gonna
She
have to
Puerto
get you
Rican.
some
She Puerto Rican.
tamales
She not a
next
real
So
time.
Y'all,
Latina.
I
y'all
have
keep
never had a
mixing me up
tamale.
with
Is this a
every.
thing?
Oh,
I'm
what's
not
up,
Literally
Pocket?
the
Mexican.
biggest caucasoid, and I love tamales. Like, what is
What's up, Pocket?
What
Oh
is
yeah,
a
I'll send you
what's
some
up?
tamale?
from South Texas that
What's good?
literally
What's good?
change your world.
Shot is a Puerto
What's
What
Rican. My
is in
bad.
a tamale?
She
Can
not a real
someone
Latina. She
answer
just
me?
Puerto Rican.
She really is not like Mexican. She really a Puerto Rican.
She a Puerto Rican.
Nigga, none of my parents are
What?
Mexican. Where are y'all
What?
getting this
I
from?
said Puerto Rican. I
We
said you
said
not.
Puerto Rican. We literally
I
I
just
just
said
say
want
you.
Puerto
all the Asians off.
I
What's
say.
in a tamale, God?
I
It's
said
like
she's not a real Latina. She a Puerto Rican.
So typically, a tamale's
It's
got a
meat.
corn husk,
Tamales, it's
and
meat.
it's like corn masa wrapped
Okay,
around
all right,
like
not too
chicken or beef or
much.
something like that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that actually does sound pretty good.
It looks
Girl,
good too.
it is
You
so
just
good.
yeah, it
Dude,
looks good
tamales are
too.
delicious.
Damn,
They
they
are
white
delicious.
explained the Hispanic food. That's crazy.
He's
I
Yo,
like my
Abdiel, I
tamales
gotta
better.
talk to you,
Ah,
Abdiel. I
That
gotta
was
fucking
wild.
talk to you, bro.
Yo,
I like
Abdiel,
enchiladas
what are
better.
you? Are you what's that? What's the
He's
A?
Mexican.
Is he?
I'm Dominican.
Are you Dominican?
Same
Me
He's
no
a
black,
thing.
me no black,
he's an Arab Mexican to be specific.
me no
I
black,
thought
me
he
no
was
black,
Yo,
Armenian is the
but
word I
yo,
was
when
thinking. I
Mike
thought he
on
was
cue
Armenian.
though, I was.
me no
Go ahead, Q. You got
papalos,
it.
me
No,
no
no mic,
papalos.
no mic on cue. No mic on
Please,
cue.
no mic on that nigga, please.
Q has moved on, and that's okay. So can we.
It's like
All
Creed
right.
and Sugar Belly. You gotta have them in the wrong
So
places,
is
man.
it just me or like all these kids have like these new days in school where you gotta fucking dress them up and buy more and more shit? Like my kid have a 70s party day on the 26th. So I gotta
That's
dress
like
him
ancient
up.
history to you, huh, Shai?
I didn't have these days in
Oh,
school. I
Shasha
don't
just
I'm
They
saying,
realized he
don't
was
even know
acting.
what was
fucking shit.
happening in the 70s. What the
I'm
fuck?
saying, I'm saying
So
the '70s are ancient history to you, huh? Because you like 18, like 17.
I don't know.
Oh, so
I
she
was
bought her
born
first
in the
car.
90s, okay? So I'm way
Oh,
younger than all of
yeah,
you
clearly.
fucking motherfuckers. But yeah, like I have to buy these fucking 70s outfits. It's like what the, you're
She
fucking
thinks she a
running
young,
me
pretty
dry.
little thing, man.
You're running me
No,
dry.
listen, bro. Get a white T-shirt and just draw a bunch of circles on that bitch and sell.
Facts.
No, I already got their outfits. Like I have my son's outfit in the PTR.
You be
He's
Just
gonna
wearing your
a
have an
son's
shoulder
clothes? That's
pad
afro.
crazy.
and Aquanet and poof the hair up straight, and you'll be good.
I got a wig, Brad. I got a wig. It's
Aquanet, you
over.
Oh, you
He's
got
stupid.
a
gonna
wig?
wear a
Don't
We
fucking
know you
wig
a black woman,
and
don't
a
forget
man.
the
porn
fake.
stash.
You
Don't
got a
forget the
wig.
fake.
We know
Don't
you a
forget the
black
fake
woman.
bong. Don't forget the fake bong. It was
Oh,
a
No,
'70s.
that's
Oh
too
plastic
yeah,
much.
don't
bracelets
That's
forget,
too
too.
much, Mr.
don't forget.
Finley. They're in fucking preschool, okay?
That's
Oh,
too much,
preschool?
Mr.
Make
Finley.
sure
They're in
they show up
Look,
with some.
preschool.
look. Then give them the little, the little Smarties candy.
I already got the
Put
outfit.
those, put those in a
PTR.
little baggie.
That's
Put the
my
Smarties candy in a
son's
little
outfit.
baggie for
Give
He
it
has a
to
little
ya.
for the
Halloween every
uppers and the
day.
downers.
he has a porn stash and a goddamn fake
Get those
afro
little
wig.
candy cigarettes.
Oh, he
Halloween
winning
every
then. He
day.
winning.
Damn, Q left.
Yeah, that nigga
It's
left, man.
amazing.
He don't want to fight us in a civil war. He knew what's
Don't
up.
question it. Don't question.
That
Can
nigga
we
know what's
not?
up, man. He can't talk his way out of that
I
shit.
don't
He
even know
can't
what the
talk
fuck you
his way.
guys were arguing about, if I'm being honest. I
They were
mentally checked
arguing
out
about a
10 minutes ago.
6-year-old telling the president he's not the president. That's what they were talking about.
There's some
Yeah,
That's
dumb
but
that's
shit.
how
I
this.
thought the shit
What
Where does
about
a
freaking
kid?
out about
Where
the
6-year-old?
does a
toddler
kid?
was a
Where,
little
right?
much.
What kid
I'll punch
speaks that
that
way?
6-year-old in his
No,
fucking
no,
chest.
no. That kid is hearing that.
I don't
Listen,
think he's
that
That's
kid
six.
because
I
is
think
you
he's
and the
still a
repeat.
6-year-old
toddler.
the same height, right?
That
I'll
kid is
fucking
repeating
fling that
that.
6-year-old
No,
across the room.
That's
no.
because y'all both the
That
same
that kid
height,
is
right?
repeating.
Now
That
let
kid
me
is repeating what he's hearing. Seriously,
Yeah.
that kid.
Okay,
That
he
kid
maybe he's
is repeat.
repeating what he's
Oh, y'all
hearing, but he's a
joking,
Hold
man.
on,
fucking
hold on.
toddler.
One mic on Robert, because your mic is real
He's
low,
a
Robert.
fucking
Go ahead.
toddler.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
turn
go
it up.
on, Robert.
I got a lot. There's no way a 6-year-old says that or thinks that way. That kid is hearing it from somewhere. That kid is parroting
I
what he
thought the
is
same
hearing.
thing.
Trust me on that. And like, how could, and I'm talking to the parents in the room because some of you guys probably never raised children. No 6-year-old speaks that way. And the way, look at the smut and what the kid looks at him. Just look at it and let's call it what it is. He's hearing it from his father. I guarantee that he's learning no respect by his
His
behavior
father is
in the
also
White
on.
We
House.
had a whole half of the country in 2016 who said the legitimate
Be
president was not the
quiet.
president.
Marshall, we're talking about a kid repeating
So,
something. That's
so
what we're
again, when you
talking
said
You're
the
about.
stupid
talking about
Okay?
show
freaking
that would
out
say
about
what
a
could be a
toddler.
six,
Freaking
like
Like,
out.
what kids say the
seriously,
darndest
you
things was
you
a
are
fucking
getting your
show.
No,
panties in a
A
knot
Marshall.
about
6-year-old is
politics
Marshall,
not
for
a
a toddler.
toddler.
Marshall,
A 6-year-old
Marshall,
is not a
He's
stop
not
it,
even
toddler. Just
Marshall.
six.
like
I think he's like
I
Yeah,
don't
4.
think he's 6. I thought the
No,
kid
he's
was much
he's
Marshall,
younger than
four.
that.
He's like
That's
He's
not
a
my
Marshall,
little
point. My
baby,
point
man.
is
He's
Marshall.
like
I have a
three or
people
question for
losing
you,
4.
their
man,
Marshall.
minds
that
over
kid
a
needs
Marshall,
to
kid telling
fucking
the
where do you
whoop.
president
think
he's
he
not the
gets that
president.
from?
He
Like they want to throw him in jail. Like these niggas want to throw him in jail.
Marshall, where do you think he gets that from, Marshall? You think a kid
Okay,
just conjures
so
up a thought
I
like that,
don't
Marshall?
care. It's
We know you
politically
It's
don't.
a
unimportant that
We
a
know
baby.
kid
we
says
don't.
stupid
We know
shit.
you
if
don't.
I
We know
may,
you
may
don't.
I
We know you
offer a
don't.
scenario where one parent might say to the child, "You're not the president." So let's say little
Oh, stop. Oh my God.
oh,
Okay.
can I, are you
No,
gonna
I'm
let me,
just,
Robert?
I just can't take the
May I?
ignorance. That's my
May
thing. I'm
I?
sorry.
Please, Robert. Thank you. So, let's say little Falcon Eagle numerical sign pound signal is at the dinner table and doesn't
Yo,
want
the disrespect though, Tally. Come on, Tally. Come
Yo,
on,
that's
and
Tally.
crazy.
and doesn't
Wow. It's
and does
Black History Month, Tally.
and doesn't want to, you know, that kid's name is weird, and
Kitty.
doesn't want to eat his string beans. You know what his dad or mom might say to him? "You're not the president. You don't get to decide. You eat those peas. I said so." So I do think that he's probably heard more than once, "You're not the president." So
What about the
perhaps
cussing? What about the
Yo,
cussing?
the cousins.
pound signed was fucking hilarious, dude.
Plus, the kid is like 3 or 4. Like the idea that somehow like 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds don't say the dumbest shit and throw shit out there that sticks on walls
Right,
and
What
everybody
kid
fucking
says shit like that? What kid
right.
says some shit like
So
that?
Yo, it's not
again,
like he
we've
said he
had
likes his
Told me,
literally
literally
suitcase.
told me I wasn't
Put
wait.
it in
God.
a suitcase.
Hold on. We've had a TV show running for 40 fucking years saying kids say the darndest things and
True.
America's
Bro,
funniest home
they
videos.
don't
It's
say
true.
shit like that, bro. They
Yes,
don't
they
say no shit
do,
like that.
bro.
Hold on,
No,
hold
Like
on, hold
what
on.
the
My
Marshall, do
fuck?
you
four-year-old,
have
hold on, y'all.
children?
My
Do you
four-year-old
have
niece has
children,
literally
Marshall?
told me I am not God. So I don't know what
Marshall,
the fuck y'all talking
Marshall,
about.
do you have a
mm,
kid?
Um,
Marshall,
She's
do you
right.
have kids?
my
yo,
3-year-old nephew is at the day
but wait.
down to the
Don't say my joke.
daycare.
Don't say my joke. Don't say my joke.
I have my own joke. Your
Go ahead, go
joke's
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So
Damn.
anyway, my little 3-year-old nephew is down to the daycare. Now, fortunately, it's owned by our cousin, so he ain't gonna get, kicked out or put in cuffs. But he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And I told my sister, but she didn't believe me. And now he down to the daycare talking about, "Motherfucker, give me my snack." That's all.
That's
Okay, so Pockets, the
crazy.
reason,
Can we
Pockets, the reason,
vote on the best joke?
Pockets, who is that? You say your niece, your nephew? Who you said? That say you're not God? Who said that, Pocket?
My niece, my niece.
Any event, you know why your niece say that? Because you're always high. But I'm pumped.
That's a fact. That's a
So,
fact.
Robert, to
Why did she? Why?
answer your question, I think being frustrated about what a child says and making it into a big
That's what.
hullabaloo forgets the fact that
If my
half
kid
of
ever
a
said
political
hullabaloo in front
party
of me,
in
that'd be the
2016 to 2020 went, got a whole 4 years saying that Donald Trump wasn't the president. I am confused as to
Who
why
said
that
that?
is acceptable and why that
Who
seems
said
to
that for
make some
4 years,
sense.
Marshall?
But the stupid shit a 6-year-old says, you're getting your panties in a wad and you're freaking the fuck out over. Like, I don't
To,
understand it.
to
wait.
be clear,
Yeah.
I only have issue with
What?
the cussing. Uh, I only have issue with cussing.
Hold
Y'all
on,
know
hold
that.
on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I just want to read what that girl put in the chat because it's too funny to let it go. She goes, "There was a kid that went to school saying her cousin was traumatizing her, got child services and everything involved. That cousin was a vacuum. That shit has me.
Listen.
no,
Now
kids really do
The
say the
vacuum
The
dumbest
was
shit.
darndest things,
traumatizing her."
yeah.
they do.
Like now these niggas wanna like throw him in jail. They wanna throw him in jail and impeach Trump. Like this that's how these niggas sound. They wanna throw the kid in jail and they wanna impeach Trump.
I,
This how you
Lock him
know
up.
I,
it's just butt hurt. I'm sorry. This shit is butt hurt, man. You're
I
mad
don't,
that
I
a
don't want him
fucking
in
parent
jail,
Mirror,
but
King? How do you look
I
in the
want him in
mirror,
jail. But
King?
no,
I
How
listen,
do
want
you
to
look
catch
in
listen
him
the
to
with
me,
an
mirror?
elbow
Philly.
to the throat
Philly.
for
You
cussing.
Lock
know,
him
Philly.
up.
You know when somebody, okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. When someone's angry at you, or someone's jealous of you, or someone's envious of you, they make everything you do in any of those three cases. They will make anything you do around them or whatever to be a negative thing. We've all experienced that. Where no matter what you do, because this person's angry at you or they're jealous of you, or they turn or they spin everything you do into some negative shit. That's what all this shit sounds like. Everything Trump does, any fucking situation, whatever's being said, it doesn't matter. There's always somebody fucking complaining about some irrelevant shit. You're getting mad at a baby boy who doesn't even know what the fuck the world is around him. He's still growing, learning. He said some stupid shit. Oh my God, guys, did you hear? Oh my God, no, it's like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck are
God,
we
he's
talking about?
four.
He's
He's
repeating what he's
You
hearing
lock
is
four.
the
him up
point,
too.
right? But
Lock
he's
them both up.
repeating what he's hearing. King, how do you even
Listen,
look in
listen.
the
That
mirror,
dude,
bro? How do you look in the
Robert, it
mirror and look
doesn't
So
at
I
matter.
that
haven't.
yourself?
Robert,
dude
I didn't.
literally said
Robert,
this
it
kid is
doesn't
mean
matter though.
spirited
That's
and
what
Like
we're
smart,
saying.
shame,
It
bro.
doesn't
shame on you,
matter.
man.
Kids
Like
are
why do you
mean.
cat for
He's
Kids
a
are
Trump
mean,
like
kid.
this? It's
Pocket.
He's a
pathetic.
Kids are
baby.
Um,
He's
mean as
4 years
they
hell.
old.
mean as fuck. But I didn't hear about it. Can you guys tell me what the kid said?
The kid said in the Oval
You
Office,
could
You are
"You're not
not
the
barely make it
president.
president,"
You are
out.
and
not
Robert is putting
president.
a
He
bunch of
said,
weight on
excuse
it that he
Marsha,
shouldn't be.
Marsha, relax. The only one that's upset in here is you. So look,
Actually,
I've
it's
No, dude,
you.
I'm
listen,
not upset. I'm just tired. I haven't slept in 2
for a
Hey,
days.
that's
child,
now the second time you attacked
Marshall,
Marshall. Otherwise, I can come in and pack you up.
Marshall,
Can
That's
Marshall,
my
somebody
game.
Marshall,
tell me what the
Yeah.
sir,
kid
I can
yo,
do
said?
that.
Get him, bro.
There's only one
He
thing.
will. The
The only thing
child
you could
told
pack up
Donald Trump that
is
he's not
laundry.
president.
That's the only thing you could
And what else?
you could pack up.
I
That's
think
the
that
only
was
thing
it.
you could pack
No,
up is laundry.
Robert, the reason I
Oh,
seem
I could
irritated with
sit
your
there. You
Marshall,
better bring
statement
a lunch because
is
I could
that
do
you
this
are
all
They
day.
said
putting
he
a
was
lot of
cursing, Pocket.
yeah,
importance on what a
whatever.
You're upset
6-year-old
over
He was
says
what a
cursing
when a
3-year-old
though.
said.
bunch
Who's
of
the
They said he
Better
adults
was
bring a
in the
cursing.
snack
you
too.
Democratic
Better
are?
bring a lunch or a
Party
little
spent
fruit
4
So
years
snack.
let me speak
pretending the
for
president
myself.
wasn't the president.
All right, it
No,
is
no,
very
If
you're
if your
you
strange.
speak.
kids
You keep
if
saying
your
the
Yeah,
kid
yeah,
said
same
yeah.
'fucking
six-year-old
dumb
said that to
shit.
Donald.
Okay, very strange that we need to all be off mic at once. Stop. Stop unless you want to cue. Okay? So
Thanks,
Robert,
Tivia.
I think Robert, I think, was tasked with first saying, repeating what the kid said, and then telling us why it was deeply impactful.
Okay, so I'll say this right very calmly. Now, you're talking to a man who has raised a child. May my daughter rest in peace. You're talking to a man that has great grandkids. You're talking to a man who actually works with young people for the majority of my life. It's well documented. I understand children, right? There's a difference between a kid being bratty and all of that. Yeah, they're going to be kids. This is the son of of a man, right? He has 12 kids, right? This is I think the youngest son of his 12 kids that looks at Donald Trump in his face and says what he says. This isn't some random comment. And the fact that we downplay it and make it seem like I'm picking on the little kid and all that, I don't know about you guys. I come from a era where you call a thing a thing. The kid is saying what he's saying for a reason. It's a reason. He is hearing this a lot. He's hearing it a lot, and he's looking at this man, and he understands that his dad really doesn't like him and doesn't respect him. That's why he's emboldened to say and behave the way he's doing. And finally, this is a small child of a very wealthy man who doesn't have any manners and any decorum. He seems like he is not being taught respect. So if that's okay with you guys, fine. That's what my comments regard. So don't come at me crazy. I
I
land.
4 years
wasn't
don't
commenting
listen.
on good manners for the kid. I was saying that I don't believe you're actually as concerned as you're saying you are, because if you were concerned about people disrespecting the president of the United States, maybe you would have said something during Trump's first administration when a whole half of the Democratic Party spent their 4 years saying Donald Trump wasn't the president. And to be frank, I can't see any difference between the Democrats saying that for 4 years and this kid saying it. And the only other difference I can figure out is that it's Elon's kid saying it, and you don't like Elon and you don't like Donald Trump. And so you're putting far more significance in what this kid said than is actually fucking warranted.
So Marshall, like if that's your fight, if you want to fight with the Dems said and all that, then you go ahead and do that. I'm not joining your mission. If that's your mission, that's fine. You can't
Robert,
impose. Wait, hold on, wait. This man can't impose and tell me how I should speak. What I'm talking about today in real time, what just happened, and he's going back to somewhere else. I'm not even getting into that whole rabbit hole with him. All I'm saying is the kid is repeating something that he is hearing. All right. And by the way, I do mediation. I deal with young children, and we are trained to look for red flags of the way children behave. We want to look for the source of that behavior. So if you guys are not in this game like that, I suggest you just be quiet. It's not about that. He is repeating something that he's hearing. That is the point that I'm making.
When
And
did
it's
the
And
very
Democrats
simple.
I've never
wait,
disagreed that
Marshall,
he's
when did the
hold on.
Who
Democrats
I've
go
never
cares?
into
disagreed that he's repeating
conspiracy
something. My
theories to like the
only
fucking
contention
extreme?
is that you giving it the weight you're giving it is not an honest portrayal of the situation. Kids that are sick
Honest, I'm just
say
repeating what
stupid shit
happened.
all the
It's the
fucking
truth.
time. Why
Honestly,
is
it's the
it?
truth. It's the
No, no,
truth
no.
what the kid said.
You
The
So
kid
think
so
it's
said
the
what he
again,
truth,
thought.
and
so again,
you are
listen to this
attributing
argument.
to this child your own beliefs on the matter, Q.
How do you
You
do
are
you know
putting
do you know my
your view
beliefs? Do you
of
know my
Donald Trump
beliefs?
in that kid's head and saying the reason he is making those remarks is because of the reasons you have in your head, despite the fact that you don't know that. You don't
So
know
where
why
do
he
you
said
think
what he
they came?
said.
Okay, so Marshall, where do you think they came from? Just curious. How what do you when you hear that from a kid, what goes through your mind? Can you tell me how you process that, how you analyze what that kid said to
There's
him?
nothing that should
Dumb
go
All
through
shit a
right.
your mind.
six-year-old
Okay.
says, and I
Right.
ignore it because it's
Okay.
He's
ignorable.
Right.
It is
4.
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
significant
Okay.
First off,
political issue.
Marshall, hold on. The kid is fucking 4. He just turned 4 or something like that. He was 3 and he's 4 fucking years old. Secondly, if you're worried about what a 4-year-old regurgitates, worry about your own damn kids, not Elon's, not anybody else's kids. Like that is the
And
whole
then you
point
don't
of
worry
this
about what I
whole
say,
fucking thing.
Brad.
And,
So
and
Brad, you
again,
don't
you're
worry
sitting there
about what I
going,
say.
I think he's heard it and he regurgitated. Maybe he did. Maybe he heard it on a fucking Democrat National Party commercial that it
Right.
goes
Got to be
through
a
here.
Democrat.
Who gives a
Right.
fucking
Right.
care?
Right.
Who
So
cares what he says? He doesn't even know what he's saying. The same thing is said when you go to Christmas time and you bring 3 and 4-year-olds up to see Santa Claus. I know, I raised 2 girls too. Guess what? My daughters all said for fucking a number of years, that ain't the real Santa Claus. That ain't Santa Claus. You know what? Who cares? Who cares what the 4-year-old fucking said? If it's cute, it's cute. If it's not, okay, move on. But you're hanging your head on this as if it's some fucking gotcha against Donald Trump. It's not. There's plenty of other shit
I
you
never
could
said
actually
that.
bring up,
But
but
I
you're
never said
this is
that.
a dumb fucking line of
I didn't say
attack.
that. I didn't. First of all, I didn't even
Can
use
I
Donald
can
Trump's.
I hop
Wait.
in?
Last thing, because I'm getting ready to go. First of all, I never mentioned Trump. I said what the kid said was very disrespectful. I didn't mention anything about Trump. I didn't even
It's
say
not
Trump's
that big of
name.
a deal, Robert.
Okay, hey, if you
Robert,
guys,
it's
if you
not
guys,
that big of a
I,
deal. He's
I can't even
4.
finish. I
You know
can't
what?
even finish.
He's
Lock
First
this
four,
of
fucking
all,
Robert.
kid up.
He's
Lock
four,
right,
this
you
man.
kid
are,
up.
yeah. So if y'all
He's
listen,
four.
all I'll say is this: you guys can be blind if you want to and downplay everything.
We're
Everything that a
blind.
billionaire
It's
does,
not a
everything.
matter of that. I have two
Yo, let
4-year-olds,
Robert
He's
finish.
Robert.
four,
Let Robert
bro.
Okay,
finish.
They
Let
say
yeah.
Robert finish.
anything.
I don't know why you
They
yelling at me.
literally say
Yeah, they
anything.
say things like that. You
My
shouldn't be
kid thought
president.
he was
It's crazy.
Spider-Man. Then I
Hey,
teach
That
him
is
can
that
we have
crazy.
one mic on
He is
Shy Shy?
cuatro.
Yo, we good. We good.
my fucking kid thinks he was
Shy Shy, I can
Spider-Man for
hear
a
you
little
better
bit.
when you're not yelling. Can you tell
God
me?
damn.
At least
Quattro.
your kid is a
Just
child.
lock the kid up. To make Robert feel,
Yeah, let's
can we
just lock
lock
him
the
up.
kid
Yeah,
up?
Who said anything about locking the
yeah,
kid
let's
up?
Lock,
lock
lock
No,
him
him up.
up.
no.
Lock
Yeah,
him
Like,
up.
where
You
y'all get
lock him
that
up.
from?
let's lock him up,
Lock
Shy
Lock
Shy.
him
We're
for
gonna lock
So
him
treason.
up.
so
Where did
so
y'all
if
get
I
Lock him
that
for
may,
from?
treason, King.
if I
Where did
may,
y'all get that
if I
from?
if I may, if I may, I think y'all missing the point. He's not necessarily pointing to the kid specifically. He's pointing to a pattern of behavior from the kid, and he's asking where is that kid getting that behavior from.
Pattern of
And
behavior from
let
a
follow.
30
Let me
second
finish.
clip.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? I'll say it again. I've said
Oh
this
my
again.
God.
I said I don't. The okay, fine. The presidential remark, fine. I'll give him that one. But the cussing is a bit much for me, and
Who
that's not
cares?
that's not. Let me
He's
finish.
fucking
Let me
4.
finish. I'm not
Lock
saying.
him up for treason.
I'm not pointing the finger at the kid, and I don't think Robert is either. I'm asking. I would ask the question: where is this kid getting this trash behavior from? Like,
Dude,
Finley,
that's what I'm
Finley,
saying.
four-year-olds do
I
That's what
want to
I'm
ask
Finley,
you a
saying.
hold on a
question,
second.
Finley.
Finley, when
4-year-olds
my
always
Go
get
daughter
in
cry,
trouble.
Finley. Go
Finley,
cry.
when my daughter got in trouble for cursing at school, my wife went went there and said, hey, I have to take this. My little girl, my angel, cursed. She said, fuck. You know what? My wife said, When the teacher asked, "Where do you think your daughter learned this from?" She goes, "Oh, I don't know. Her father's a sailor and he freaking curses like one." So guess what? She learned a word and didn't know what its meaning was, and it won't happen again. And we had to talk with her, and guess what? It was over with. And as far as what Robert's trying to say is that Elon Musk is sitting there and saying he's not really the president or anything like that, and inferring it to a kid and trying to do some psychological gymnastics to try to get a theory through. It's just weird. It is fucking asinine. Kids say all sorts of shit all the time. Like, how many of you, mothers in here, how many of you have sons that said, "Hey, I'm going to marry you, mommy, when I grow up"? The
Yes.
same thing with daughters. "I'm going to marry you, daddy, when you grow up." So that shit happens all the time. Kids say the dumbest shit.
Okay,
Jesus,
I
move
get what
on,
I
you're
Yeah,
do
Kelsey.
saying.
want
Robert.
I get
Robert
what
to
you're
wants.
saying.
Robert wants him to go to jail. He wants a
He didn't. He
4-year-old
didn't
arrested.
say
No,
that.
I
y'all just
Robert
said
never said
y'all
want to
that.
just
He
ask
y'all
never
just
said
said
I
some
that.
do
bullshit.
want to
Jail
He never
ask
said
him.
that.
I do want to ask since
I only grew up in
that's
a black household.
uh
I never got your mouth washed up with salt. I expect that from Brad because Brad white. But y'all black people are disappointing,
okay.
especially
Well,
you,
I
Kelsey.
just want to know, like, was the expectation a public apology from Elon for the behavior of a 4-year-old? Was that the
No,
expectation?
no. The
Oh,
expectation would have been
y'all were calling him a lie.
if the expectation would have been, and
Elon.
again, and maybe I'm hypersensitive because like behavior in public was a big deal since as young as I can remember, and if I cussing would have been I'd have caught a
Same,
throat
Mr.
shot.
Finley.
I'd have caught a throat
Same.
shot for cussing,
Well, you
like
were
you know
the
what I'm
Negro
saying, and if
child
What
of
about
and if
sharecroppers.
what
and if
about a
and
grown
if
The
adult
and if
doing
rules don't
and
apply
coke?
to
if
you.
Can I
and if
offer?
No,
and if
I got a
and
question for Philly.
and
Go
if
ahead.
I continue, like again, if I continued said behavior, being disrespectful to an adult was a no no. Like that was a no no, right? And if I would have
what about
continued the
being a
behavior,
crackhead?
Yeah.
I'd
Come on,
But
we got
Philly, you
that's my
people
word.
on the
That's
did
my
stage
word,
too.
Dewey.
We got that
That's a
girl.
throat shot. That's a throat shot.
Come on.
but
That's
you
what,
Okay.
did
and I
the
think
Finley,
behavior,
you were
maybe,
Philly.
soft. Finley,
maybe
you soft
So
at
hold
Abdul,
on,
Philly,
I
I,
got a
you did
Abdul,
the
question for Philly.
behavior.
Abdul,
How else would you have
Ab-
been corrected for it?
soft.
you said
You
what? What'd you
did
say,
the
Brad?
Can
behavior. You
I?
were disrespectful. You swore, and then your
Come
parents
on, let that
corrected
girl
you.
go.
Can I just
She been
I was
waiting.
offer?
gonna
Go
ask him.
ahead, that
I
girl.
got a question for Philly.
Someone asked. Someone asked,
Who was that?
"Where do you think?" Sorry, I'm at the bottom. I just had to come off mic. I've been listening for a while, but someone asked, "Well, where do you think this 4-year-old got
That's
that
you and your
from?"
PTR.
I just want to answer the question really,
King
really,
water.
really quick. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh my God.
This is where I think the four year
Right,
old
King,
got
get
it
some
from. Oh
Hey,
water.
my
Yeah.
Get some
goodness.
water, King.
Yo,
your
it's
PTR is
Black
No,
very
History
shut
Month.
the
It's
distracting.
Hold
Black
on,
fuck
I'm gonna
History
move
up.
y'all
Month,
Let
man.
down,
her
bro. I'm
Okay.
gonna
speak.
move y'all
Yeah.
down. I'm gonna
Yeah,
move you down. No,
let me
seriously.
help. Let me help you out. So we're supposed to be, a marketplace of ideas, and if this woman wants to submit her idea to the conversation, please allow her to. Please take your thirst bucketing elsewhere to the audience, perhaps to the hallway. Anyway, go on that.
Okay, sorry. So someone asked, like, where do you think this 4-year old got it from? In his defense, Trump just became president, right? So maybe he was learning in school about the president and then it changed all of a sudden on this 4-year old. And he said, wait a minute, I just learned for the last 4 years that someone else was the president. So maybe that's where he got it from. I just wanted to answer that question because
Wait, to who? Who you asking it to?
no, someone asked, where do you think this 4-year old got the fact that he didn't believe that Trump is the president? Maybe he learned it in school. Like
Yeah, and the
maybe
kid
he
Oh,
is
that's a good point. That's a
the
it
good
kid is
just
point.
it
literally 4.
literally just changed. Literally. He's like, wait a second, you're not who I thought was the president. Like,
Right. Oh, that's true. Now that's a good
Yeah, that a
observation.
4-year-old could easily get that wrong of like,
Yeah.
oh, there's been a
Like,
change,
oh,
a
wasn't it
transition.
Joe Biden?
It was
Right.
No,
like less
dude.
about a month ago. It was this other
What,
dude.
Dude.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't
what
great
even,
was?
point. That's
hello?
Well,
actually a
Hello?
really great
I want to know
point.
what King's
Hello?
question was.
Can I
Yeah,
talk?
Philly,
Can
I
I
got a
talk?
question for you.
Can
No,
I
I got a
talk?
question
Can
for
I talk?
Philly. I'm
Let
gonna
Can
ask
I
let
him
King
this
talk,
ask his
my
question
question.
quick.
Bro,
Nigerian
Cha cha.
fuck.
friend?
I'm gonna ask him this question.
2 seconds.
You fucking go
Two
ahead. Go
seconds,
ahead,
my
Shaja. Go ahead.
Nigerian.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Go ahead, Shaja.
So, so the other day, because y'all just reminded me, right? The other day, I'm painting my daughters. Y'all know I have twins. It's a boy and a girl. They're both 4. Um, I was painting my daughter's nails, right? And my son comes up to me. He's like, "Mom, I want to paint my nails." And I'm like, "No, boys don't paint their nails." He's like, "No, Mom, I'm not a boy." He didn't hear that from nowhere. I never told him ever in his life, hey, you're not a boy, right? If anything, I'm always repeating to him that he's a boy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he heard that from home. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone's putting it in his ear and that, fucking Trump isn't the president, that it's really Elon Musk. That doesn't mean anything. He's a fucking 4-year-old. 4-year-olds say the darnest things. That's all I have to say.
No, I agree with that. Sir, I'll speak to you about that shit. But Finley, I was gonna ask you, right? Um, and I need you to be, I need you to be honest with me, man.
All right, I'm back.
So, Finley, take all the nappy headed opposition, right, to Trump. And don't laugh,
I can't
don't
help it.
don't you laugh, don't laugh, Finley. I'm trying to be serious,
Go
Finley.
ahead.
You
I'm trying to
can't
be
be a
serious,
moderator and act
bro.
like this,
I'm
Mr.
trying
I'm
to be
Taylor.
sorry.
serious,
It's
You
bro.
funny, man.
cannot do
It's
this.
funny.
Take
It's
You
That's
funny.
cannot do
racist. I think
this.
you could be
take
a
all
Fin-
moderator.
the
Finley
opposition, right?
soft.
Everybody that
That's a
is
fact, Mr.
having
Finley.
listen, everybody that's having an issue, right, with this 4-year-old boy, and I need you to be honest with me. Out of all those groups of people who include you, several individuals in this room right now, blah blah blah, this and that, how much of a percentage of these people do you believe would love to see this 4-year-old boy go to jail?
He needs
Hopefully
to
Be
go to
none.
honest.
See him
jail.
get
Be
Hope,
honest with
slapped.
me.
hope,
How much? How much
hopefully,
of a
hopefully,
percentage?
King, there
I
was
hopefully
want
send
him
him
to
to
none. I don't.
get
Gitmo.
Be
carried
honest,
off to
Finley.
the
Hope.
Be
no.
honest. In their heart of hearts,
I
how
don't want
many
him
of
to
these
go to jail.
fucking
I want him to get
At least
carried
So
off
let me.
once.
mentally ill people?
to the
So let
men's
me.
restroom
So
with his
wait. Let me.
dad, and
Let
I
me.
want his
Let me.
dad to
Let me
whip his
respond. Let me
ass
respond honestly. Let me respond
because he
honestly. This.
clearly no. You're a moderator. You're supposed to allow other people to talk. Be quiet.
Well, go
So
ahead. I thought I was
I
answering
think
King's
No,
question.
she will. I asked. I want to know
Yeah, he
what
asked me a
Philly.
question.
I
I
want to
think
know Philly.
King, they want to send him to Gitmo.
I think he needs his ass whooped. That's what I think. I
But
think
wouldn't
Damn.
just
that
like
would be between
So
him and his dad though, wouldn't it?
exactly.
right, and
I
so
think
I
that's
think
who should whip his ass. And just
Elon
like when
can't
we
fight.
see badass kids in public acting up, and we want their parents to um to punish them, and we think the same thing when we see that type of behavior in public. I don't think that child is no different. I think he's unruly. I think he's a badass kid. I think he's a fucking menace, and he needs to be
Damn.
chastised.
She Wolf. I don't disagree
He
with all
and
needs
I
to
that, but
fucking be
A
chastised.
I
menace?
have some
And you
statements.
don't take.
A menace?
I would never. He's a menace. I wouldn't take no child like that
Wow.
around the president. I wouldn't do that.
She
A
Wolf. I
I
get
don't
all
want
so
that.
I
I
so
don't
would
want
like to
King.
my
say
kid
some
to be like
things.
that.
Go
I get
ahead.
Hold
all
on.
that.
Let me respond to King. Let me
Dewey's
respond to
gonna
King.
say, but Dewey hasn't
Let me.
spoken at all.
I wanted to respond. King asked me a question, so I got to
Respond
respond.
respond to
Yo,
King
yo,
and then
yo,
I'll
She
go.
And
Wolf, you
then you
saw
got
how
to do
tight
it. Then you
Trump
got to do
got
it.
when he was
So
yelling? You saw
so
how tight
so
he
so
got?
I want to say
I
this. I agree
haven't
with
seen it.
everything
I'm
she
looking it
would
Fucking
up.
said.
Somebody put it in the
I agree with
chat for me.
everything. I agree with everything she would said a
I do
thousand
too.
percent. But I also will be honest. I think that those on the left are taking it a bit far
Thank you.
by implying that his daddy is putting in his head this idea of he's not the president and all
Thank
that
you,
stuff.
Mike.
I think that's the theory that I can't rock with because I agree that kids do say the darndest things. My issue, and I've been solid on this, is the pattern of behavior. He's a bad little kid. That's what I was pointing to. I'm not saying he needs to be arrested and all that stuff. He do need his butt whooped, is what I'm
Well,
saying.
how
I've been
many of
consistent
your
with that.
other comrades, though? How
lock
many
him
of
up for
I
them?
don't.
treason.
Honestly, King, I don't know that they blame the kid. I think that they're implying that Elon, because their whole theory is that Elon is the shadow government, right? That's the theory, right? That's what they're running with. And so every bit of evidence that points to that, they're going to run with it, right? And that's their theory. And so follow them. They say, he said you're not the president, so the daddy is saying he ain't the president because the daddy wants to run the country. I'm talking about Elon. That's their theory. I don't think they're blaming the kid. I think that they're just saying the kid is a reflection of what his daddy is putting in his head.
Fair enough. I think it's around 35%.
All right, go ahead, Dewey.
Nah,
You got
honestly, I'm gonna keep it short and just say, yeah, I think you cannot hold. Would a 4-year-old be able to testify in court? Like imagine a judge, right? If a 4-year-old is going to give testimony, the judge is going to have a real look at the kid and be like, hey, kid, like this is a court. We have to talk about the truth and really, and even then, and I think a lawyer on the other side would have every right to prosecute and be like, this kid's testimony is the testimony of a 4-year-old who thinks that dragons are still real, right? Like,
Dragons
there
aren't real.
is, I hate to break it to you. So the point being is, we would not accept, a comment said like that by a 4-year-old without extreme prejudice, or under the circumstances of having a level set with the kid. And even then, even if you have a level set with the kid of, hey, kid, this is not the time to like say things, that just come to your mind. Even then, I don't think a 4-year-old's testimony would be fully accepted, right, at face value. So the idea that a 4-year-old kid says something off the cuff and while not really paying attention, it's stupid. And anybody with a kid knows all the other things that Brad and others have said, which is kids say, my kid is he's like 5.5, 6. He's also one of the twins. It was really funny. He's naked, and he started calling it his soft bottom penis. He's soft bottom penis, soft, and I look and I was like, no, son, those are testicles. And then he goes, tentacles. And so, like, come on, like, it doesn't matter what kids say sometimes. They just say dumb fucking things. They make weird observations.
That's true, but this kid should have got his butt with just said.
Yeah, but that's between him and his
Right quick.
dad.
Can I say
I don't
something?
I don't disagree with that.
I have an observation as well.
And you bogus for telling me the dragon thing. Just say.
Hey, I want y'all
Finley
to take.
soft.
I want y'all to take notice that the people who believe that the people who believe that the child should be punished also happens to be the same people that also believe that women somehow are unequal to men.
Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
Mr.
Let
Finley's
me say
defense,
this.
he believes he should be punished because he cursed.
Thanks for coming tonight, Lion.
To be frank, if I
Absolutely.
talked that
Finley
way at
is
that age,
soft,
I
Let
think
bro.
me
I
say
might
this
have
one
been
thing
too.
right quick, guys.
Finley did.
I just want to 1 second. Look here. That little kid is rude. That little kid needs his ass whooped. That little kid should not be fucking cussing. I don't care what y'all say. I'm just embarrassed at all the black fucking people that looked at the little white boy and gave that white boy a pass when they know that their son wouldn't be up on that stage fucking cussing. I can understand the white people defending it because when they look at that little white kid, they see
Thank you.
themselves or they see their little kids when they were younger. So that's why they can relate. But you black motherfuckers are embarrassing. Taking up for that dang dumbass shit.
No, Nathan,
Wait,
We
wait,
I actually
Nathan,
agree
what
with
you
Mr.
that's
Nathan,
Finley
Nathan?
for
that's
criticizing
a
the little
that's the
kid,
that's
criticizing
that
the first
stereotype that we
No,
got choked out.
it's February, Nathan. It's February, Nathan. You just gotta
Yo,
you
that's
just
a
gotta take
fact,
it.
Nathan,
Nathan.
You
we
just gotta
just don't
accept
want the
February,
No,
kid to
Nathan.
that's
go
a
to
no,
jail.
Yep,
Dewey. That's a
that's
fact,
a
Dewey.
fact.
If that I will whoop my son. Four
I
years
think
old. I will give that. That's no excuse. You shouldn't be acting like that in the to the fucking president.
as soon
I don't
as
know
he
about
get
you, Dewey,
Yo,
but that
Nathan,
could have
that's
been
why
my
they be
son.
raising wayward children, bro. You
as
gotta
soon
spank that ass.
as soon
Nathan,
as
in all fairness,
look,
if
Louis,
this
I
not
had
the
shit is
talked that
president.
way
really
at that
this
age,
shit is
I'd have got
really
my
rich.
ass whooped.
It's really rich coming from you abortionists and you motherfuckers that always got something to, you want to put your little boys and girls in the opposite gender shit all the time.
Right.
I think this shit is
What?
fucking
What are you
weird
talking
coming
about?
from you niggas.
That's
There ain't no
It's
facts.
there ain't
really
nobody on
weird.
Wait,
stage,
what the
line.
fuck, bro?
There ain't nobody on
Louis,
stage, line.
Yeah, who you
He's
Louis is
talking
talking
to
one
about?
of them.
Nathan.
Nathan is one of them. Nathan believes that a man could be a woman, so that
Right. All
also
that
means by
stupid ass
proxy
shit.
that a
Yo,
little boy
Nathan
could
do
want to
be on
be
that
this.
Yeah, he
bullshit.
I
be on
But
that
know
he's
you guys
stupid
right
are
ass
right
fucking
shit,
now.
bro.
Right now, he's
hypocrites,
spitting
man.
facts.
And all of a sudden now you got these conservative views that you need to put the hand of justice on a 4-year-old for saying a cuss word that that the little boy heard
Spanking
from
kids is
adults.
conservative?
That would be
That's definitely
yeah.
conservative.
Oh.
That would be considered a conservative
All right, Violet.
viewpoint because liberals usually they want to reason with the little
Man, my
tadpoles.
mama did not
They
reason.
said,
She
I'm
took
not
out the
reasoning with no kid.
she
I'm not
did man,
reasoning
my
with
mama did not
nobody.
reason.
I'm not reasoning
Man,
with
look,
nobody. I'm sorry.
it was throat
You
chops.
getting your ass
they
whooped.
want to
Don't
make it
don't
Throat
try
chops
to
and
fair for the
encourage.
elbows.
children. But
My
that's the
only thing
point.
is
I
don't
think
throw the kid in jail. That was my
I
only
have
thing.
questions. Like, I'm still trying to piece this story together. So, Elon Musk and his 4-year-old son were in the Oval Office. People are saying kids aren't in the Oval Office.
No.
God
That's
damn,
not what
Except
people
Monica.
are saying.
except there's a
What the
okay
fuck,
no
Monica?
online. Hold on 1 second, please.
Please
So,
don't quote stuff people are saying
so,
online.
He's
Please
just
don't.
using language he shouldn't use, Monica.
but
That's
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if
it.
that I don't know if that's accurate. I'm looking at the video and I'm trying to decipher what he said. Are
I
we
think
so
it was somebody
The
doing
kid
sure?
lip,
said
He
like lip
shush.
reading.
The
he
kid
was
He
said
said
cussing.
shush.
shush
That's what
because
the
the
kid
people
said.
on the stage just said
People are
he
like,
told
Nah,
him to
he
shut
was
the fuck
people are
up.
alleging it.
he
People are
was.
like, he said, "Shut the fuck up, Mr. President." That's what they're saying.
Uh-huh.
The 4-year-old
They're
said.
Instead of
alleging it. It's
shush.
lip reading. It's lip
Right.
reading. I
Yeah.
think it's not
Right.
that we have it. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there isn't any audio, right?
No, there is.
I don't know.
So
I
Yeah,
what
and
watched.
is
we
I
it's
never
watched.
we
really
never found out if
speculation.
that
It's
I
cocaine
watched.
really
belonged to
The
Hunter
speculation.
Biden or
audio, the
not. So
audio,
you
the
Wait,
know, let's
wait,
audio
wait,
chill.
wait.
that
I
the
watched.
audio that
Look, I
I
Finley
watched that.
saw,
soft. You know, it
I
could have
watched
been
that App
soft,
I
deal.
heard him
bro.
Get
say
punched in the
shush.
throat, fam.
We're
I
giving him
punched
a
in the throat,
pass. There
fam.
was no hard evidence,
Hey,
no connection to Hunter.
yo,
And you'll
yo,
cry about it
What did
I
afterwards.
done
what did you
watched.
hear?
I done watched that video like 100 times, and that boy was cussing.
And the other thing, Monica,
What
I
I've
did the
don't
been
know,
boys
around.
say?
Finley.
What did the boys
I've been
say?
I
around.
do think we
Look,
need to be
hey, wait,
careful.
some other joke. Just some other joke. I've been around this stage enough to know what curse words sound like.
and
Okay,
Monica,
what did you hear? Because I saw the video. All
Wah
I heard was
wah.
shush, President. That's all I heard. Did
I
anybody
want to
actually
say,
Did
hear
you actually
Yeah,
cuss?
hear?
it
Wait,
wasn't shush that he
knowledge.
said.
Did you hear the kid say that?
That's what I heard. I heard
Yo, I
shush.
just want to
I heard
point
shush.
out.
That's what I'm
I
asking. Who
just want to
else
point.
heard something different?
Yo, Abdul, say my name one more time, fam.
Yo,
I'm.
listen,
This is just a weak
One more time,
scandal.
fam.
listen. We all. Some of
I'm
you
gonna send you a
guys.
child support check, fam.
and
Some of
Monica,
you
there have,
guys. Sorry.
Say my name.
Real
Say my
quick. Real
Yeah,
name.
quick,
I'm
I'm
not
guys.
going to
done.
put a judgment on this until I get more evidence. I think we
I
jump to
just want to see.
conclusions all
What?
the damn
But that's
time.
not AI.
Monica, to be fair, if this is a little black kid, you would jump to a conclusion. To be
Hey,
fair,
for
You
those.
don't speak for me, Finley.
Don't
Why
do
are
I'm
that,
just
you
speak.
Finley.
so,
I'm just speaking
you
to
know
your
who I'm
record.
mad? You know who I'm
Or
angry at? I'm angry at Solomon.
what?
Solomon, you know I
What?
don't act that
I'm
way.
gonna ask the
Hey,
question
You're
again, Mr.
can
Finley.
I
laughing?
please
I'm
talk?
gonna ask the
Or
question
am I
Stop.
again.
getting
So,
crashed out?
I
So
Am
didn't
I
even
gonna
let
Mr.
have to
Finley
crash
I'm
talk.
out?
so
I'm
Monica.
gonna
sick
ask
I
the
don't want
of
to
question
be
this
left
again.
out.
bias.
So Mr.
Monica. I
Finley said
literally
he
said,
heard it. Mr.
Monica,
Oh
Finley
my
said he
Finley.
heard
God, you guys are the
cussing. Mr.
worst.
Finley, what did you hear the kid
What
say?
am I gonna
I
do?
I
heard
gotta watch the
shush,
video again because
President.
it wasn't no day go shush, fam.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
Yo, for
God.
those
wait.
who
Here
are
we go again.
Monica, you
So
hear
earlier someone
Finley.
said that he
hey,
said, shut the fuck up, Mr. President. And then
Hmm
someone said, oh, he
I
might have
said I
said a
heard
curse
cussing.
word. And
nah,
then
he said
someone
that.
said, there might have been cussing involved.
Yo,
So can
yo, that
someone
kid is
provide
based.
anything where the kid is
When
actually,
I get it,
Yeah,
when
not
I get it,
just
when I get a second,
possibly,
when I get a moment, I'm gonna rewatch the video and
there's
okay,
no
okay.
I'm
audio.
gonna,
I don't
in
think
a
Finley. I
clean
don't think there's
fashion,
any
tell you what I
audio.
heard.
I
He
don't
So
said,
think
you
there's
don't
"Please
any
think
wait.
you
audio.
don't think if
I
there's a
haven't
clear
heard shit."
audio of him saying President shut the fuck up that everybody wouldn't be talking about it?
This
That's what I'm
kid
trying to
was
say.
That's what we're
ordering
talking about.
This kid
No,
was ordering
no, we're not
illegitimate
though.
electorals. He was instructing
It went
the
from I
electoral
heard
college to
it
vote
went from I
differently.
heard it went from I heard him say President shut the fuck up to I think I heard cussing to I know what cussing sounds like. I think I heard something to
exactly.
I'm gonna find it later on.
You want me
Exactly.
to tell him? You want me to tell you specifically what he said, and I am
Yo.
not
Yeah.
Philly.
right, and I'm
Listen,
not going to
Nobody heard
specifically
it.
say what he
can I
said.
Nobody
can I
heard it.
say my piece,
Philly. No one
please?
has
What am
heard
I
it,
going to
Philly.
do?
No one has
I
actually heard it. There's no
not.
audio.
I like to correct Monica really
There's
quickly
no
about
audio.
something she stated.
King, he said,
First,
"Shut the fuck up. You're
Yo,
not the
look,
Lion,
president,
can I
motherfucker."
go after you, bro?
yeah, no problem. Look, Monica, there's something that you stated that's just improper. Here's the
You
correction.
don't have to ask Lion for
There
permission, nigga.
there have been millions of children in the Oval Office, all
Shut up,
over
like, what
Monica, all over Monica Lewinsky's dress.
you
Oh, that's
There
crazy.
is audio.
I
I'm
knew
gonna
that
watch
was
the video
coming.
right now. There is
I knew
audio.
that
I'm
was
gonna listen
coming.
to it.
It's my go. It's
Pause.
my go. It's my go.
Okay,
Pun
tell us
intended.
what you hear.
It's my go. I just
Digi, tell us what you hear.
nah. Let me go real quick, bro. All right, for those who are in this room surprised at Finley's reaction, what Finley wants done to this 4-year-old for
What do
doing
I want done to
4-year-old
this 4 year
things.
old fam? What do I want done to him,
Listen, I
Abdil?
just want to remind
I just
everyone.
want you. To, no, I want you to quote me clearly. What I want done to him, fam.
I'll do it afterwards. Yeah. So
Since you want to
for
quote me, you
those
got my
who
name
are
in your mouth, fam.
surprised at Finley's reaction, I just want to remind everyone Finley was a police officer, so that's it all makes
Yep,
sense.
exactly.
What was that got to do with the
Yep.
price of tea in China?
What you doing,
I
FDR?
was
What you
also
doing, bro?
I was also raising both my parents. What's your
FDR, you
problem
trying to
with
start a
Abdil?
diaspora war? You trying to
Yeah, he
have this
started a diaspora
Negroes
war.
versus blacks again? That's what you want to do
Man,
now? That's what you trying to do, bro?
Look,
That's
look,
a
just
kid,
I'm back. I just
look,
Stanley.
listened
look,
to
Have
it.
some
Abdul,
mercy. Have
Abdul.
some mercy,
Just because
man.
my parents didn't have me outside selling oranges,
That's a little
don't you come for me,
African
man.
boy. His father is
Hold on, man.
African.
Hold on, man.
That's a
It
little
was
African boy.
Finley. It
Finley,
was
I just
Oh
bubblegum.
listened
my,
to it.
oh
It
my
was
bad.
to his old
Oh my
bubblegum.
man.
bad. Oh my bad. It was
Oranges
avocados.
are
I just listened to it.
first of all, oranges are a great source of vitamin C, and
That's
Delicious.
true.
avocados are a great fat.
I just had some.
Don't
And
be
Abdul was still mad he had to go to the corner and sell them bad boys.
No,
And
Mr.
I
Lucy's.
would.
Finn.
It was
And Lucy's.
bubblegum
And
in the
Lucy's.
subway. It
Mr.
was
Finn,
bubblegum in the subway,
What's
Finley.
up, Dewey?
Get it straight.
it does not sound like he's saying a curse word. You know what it sounds like? It
Shush.
sounds like but he does it a few times, even when he's not at the president. It sounds like he if he is repeating something he's been told, it's him repeating that he's being told to shush. He's saying shush, shush your
Yeah,
mouth,
shush.
because he's probably been shushed that way.
Ooh, that's a good point. He definitely says
There you
shush.
He's
go. You heard
Yes.
that,
probably
Stanley?
been told,
People don't realize
shush,
that
you
Thank
have to
you,
what
shush,
Dewey.
they're
be
saying.
quiet, shush your mouth. And
There
Thank
he's
you
you,
go.
Dewey.
repeating that.
Sounds like a
And
child.
again,
Oh,
as
sounds
someone
like
with
a
a parent,
child in
as
public.
someone with a
Thank you.
yeah, and lady knows this
Thank
too.
you,
Like
lady.
that is 1,000% believable that he is, oh, shush,
Yes.
shush your mouth. And he's been told
She has to
that
tell
probably
Lion to
time and
shush all the
time
time.
again. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Nah, that little
to
exactly.
kid looked
Dewey's
like he had a
point,
cussing
to
mouth.
Dewey's point, how many times do y'all hear
Nathan, you know you was told to shush.
my little mini midget in the kitchen asking for chips, and when I tell him no, you
I don't
shush,
know
you
why
see
Lion
I'm
does
talking,
that.
and he'll
I
go
never heard him
shush,
say that.
shush, mommy talking, shush.
Yeah,
I
after
heard him say
listening
that.
to
I'm
it,
But
gonna
you know
mute
what
him.
I
after
don't hear
listening
him
to
say,
it,
ladies?
I am ninety
I
plus
don't hear
percent
him being
convinced.
rude to people. I don't hear him telling you you're not in charge and telling you you need to leave. I don't hear him talking to you like
Oh yeah,
that.
my son would
I
never. That's because he wouldn't have a lip.
okay. And how old
But
is your
that's not in the
son?
video either.
He wouldn't
That's
have
He
a
the
lip.
told the
problem.
president, "You're not the
They
president. You need
getting
to go
they're
away."
getting they're
I
getting
don't think that's
they're
what he said.
Yes,
they're
he
getting
did.
So,
they're getting the
so
He said,
two
"You're
response
not
hours
the
from
worth of
president.
liberal
You
discussion
need
arts.
to
over
go
something that
away."
didn't happen because the
There,
liberals are so
there
joyous
you
that the
go.
Yep.
4-year-old
God.
told off the president.
Yep.
Y'all are
Yep.
weird.
Y'all are fucking. I said it.
It's
They
not.
couldn't
Like
wait.
It's
this
Yeah,
shit
you
is
guys are
just
crazy
making
that
fun
you
of the
guys
it's
think
autistic
that
kid,
it's
envy. It's
bro.
okay for
jealousy.
somebody to
It's
bring their badass son to
Trump
talk to.
derangement
I have more
syndrome.
respect for the president than that, than to say that this is okay. And it's
It's a
not an
4 year
indictment on
old.
the child. It's an indictment on
He's not
Elon
bad. He's
Musk.
autistic, bro. What do
It's
you
an
like? I don't want you to
indictment
expect this
on
guy to be a
Elon
normal kid.
Musk. And this family, this fucking man who wants to be an oligarch so bad, is every time that his whole entire family does something ridiculous and out of the way, you guys are not going to use autism as a fucking excuse. This man did a
Right?
goddamn Hitler salute. Y'all said autism was the reason. His son comes
It wasn't a
into the
Hitler
White
salute.
House. His son comes into the White House disrespecting the president, and y'all want to blame fucking autism. I'm sick of this
All
shit.
right.
So
I'm fucking
autism
sick
makes
of
you a
this
normal
shit.
kid.
It
So,
wasn't a
can I
Hitler
So
ask
like,
you
salute.
my
Like,
question about
why
the
are we not?
trust in
Why are we
Elon
trying to treat
Musk
him like a normal
on a
I
kid,
don't
just
like
scale
like a
of
normal
Elon
1
Musk,
to
kid?
Monica.
10?
I don't
Scale
like
of 1
Elon
to
Musk.
10, if 1 you could set Elon Musk metaphorically on fire, or 10 you could have his baby, what's your trust level in Elon Musk?
What? Why would
I
that be
would
This
the
is a
That's
dumb
a
I
I'm
would
crazy
question.
have
listening
his
to
I
scale.
would say
She-Wolf,
a
baby?
please.
two.
Oh, the she wolf. Okay.
I would say a two.
All right, thank you.
That was a
Damn.
case scale. So
Once again,
what
You
would
bro,
got
number
why
five
are
you
you
be?
got
guys
two
treating
What
a
would
kid
five
with a
be,
disability
Monica?
like
Five
a
would be
normal
first
kid?
base.
Because my kid clearly, if I had a kid with him, it
five
clearly
would
would
be
be
a
a
No,
Okay,
child
Monocle of
who
okay.
would
Trump
be
no.
fucking
class.
disabled and autistic, going around acting like a rude ass son of a bitch. So no, I wouldn't want to have his
No,
kid.
imagine the optics if Trump actually said something to the autistic kid.
Like, hey,
Imagine the
hey, shut that
liberals.
child up.
Yeah, imagine the liberals' reaction to, oh, he's bullying a disabled
Nobody
kid,
wants Trump
and then we'll
to
have
do
all the
anything to the
fucking
kid.
disability
We want
rainbow people
Elon
coming
Musk
out.
to discipline his child. That's what we want. And we don't want him to bring
Y'all don't discipline your own
his
children, liberals.
unruly ass rude child child around the president. It wasn't necessary.
That's
He
not
shouldn't
rude,
have
bro.
done
He's
it.
autistic.
Your children are undisciplined. Remember, your children are the one over here going, my pronouns are they, them, and you must respect them. I'm wearing my dress today at school, mommy. Your children are undisciplined. Your children are the one cussing you out. You fucking weird ass liberals. What are you talking about? Yo, we want discipline. We want our kids to be. You don't even like children. You want to abort them. This is
Yeah, you
ridiculous.
guys don't know how the spectrum works, bro. There's like literally a reason why kids in school have a harder time with behavioral issues if they're have autism or some type of ADHD or something like that. But we want to sit here and act like that he's a normal kid and that he's gonna act like every normal child in that situation. It's just not true.
I haven't seen no diagnosis
Yo,
for this
breaking news.
child. I don't know if this child is autistic or he's just fucking bad. How you know this child autistic?
Maybe he's a
Wait,
little bit
breaking
of
news,
both.
breaking news.
But breaking news.
You don't see the way he was
RFK
moving, bro. He was looking like he was
That
a
kid is
fiend.
not fucking autistic.
He'll be all right. Breaking news: RFK Jr. just said fat bitches are now illegal. So yeah, I look forward to. I look. I look, I, I look forward to his
Wait,
tenure, his
is it
4 year
illegal or is
tenure.
it decriminalized?
Fat bitches are now illegal.
Oh,
So
shit.
um, there's a lot of
He
people
must have
going.
said.
Deportation.
There's a
He
lot
must
of
have
people
said.
going to
Deportation.
health jail. There's
He must have
Where
seen
they
that
Well,
get to
video.
they get
well,
deported to Hungary, King,
Solomon, pack your bags,
or
fatty.
Turkey?
All that ice cream you bought,
I ain't a fat
fatty.
bitch though. I'm not a fat bitch. That's the issue. All
He,
right.
All that
he must
ice
say,
cream you bought, fatty,
Sol,
fat,
Sol,
fat.
I
Solomon,
still got to get into. Yo, Lion, we need a
Solomon.
second opinion.
He must have saw. Wait a minute. He must have saw
We'll
that
try it when
video
he comes home.
with the big girl rapper, that one that couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he probably just saw
That's what
Yo,
it
that.
was.
Lion, yo.
And you're like, you know what? The
King,
hell
you
with
know
all this.
what,
What's
y'all?
up?
Let me tell you something. King always got something to say
What?
about the BBWs. I bet you, y'all, he secretly got one in his room right now,
What?
laying on
So
No,
of
she is the
rose
mattress.
no,
petals.
no.
She is the
Watch
bed.
this. Watch this, lady. And
She
Lion.
laying on a bed of
No,
rose
listen.
petals, waiting for him to come in and feed her some
Who
Jenny's
said she
ice
is the
cream.
bed?
No,
That was
listen.
great.
Listen. And
Hello.
Lion, you'll be proud of this, Lion. Lady, I swear on everything I love, I have never once been with a fat white girl or fat any girl, but especially a fat one. I've had plenty of fat white women try to see what's
Oh,
up
You
with me.
don't
you
say.
ain't tell him you was a
Not
Nigerian
not
prince
one
from
time.
Zamunda.
I think it's
You
because I
know,
was
Okay.
Nigerian that they thought it was gonna be
but
something like
yeah,
that. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, and that's the one thing I
I
gotta
just I
hand
don't
it
do
to
that.
you.
So
That's the one thing I gotta hand to you, Nigerians. I mean, of all the things that you will accept, you will not get with a big, gigantic,
yes,
white woman. And
yes.
I think you kind of feel like
I don't know. You
it's
never seen
insult.
90 Day
Yeah, I don't know
Fiance?
why y'all
But
lying.
she
That's
but
definitely
she
not
can be
true.
old as a grandma though.
So
Mm.
That's
wait.
true.
Let's
That is
be
true.
because what Line is saying. Line is making a distinction though. Line's making a distinction between because y'all are pointing to niggas who are trying to get to this country, get a green
Mm.
card, X, Y, and Z. That's different from
Yeah.
someone who's
I
Nah,
not
love
same
desperate
you,
in
thing,
that
BB.
same
bro.
context. Yes, it
I
is.
love you so much,
Uh,
BB.
You gotta be proposing to them
uh,
fat white women at the
no, we don't.
airport.
No, we
He
don't.
ain't
Gotta
got
be
a
We
letting
big
them
you're
know.
talking
back.
about Jamaicans.
All right,
He
Jamaicans.
Yeah.
ain't got a big
Jamaicans are the
back.
ones.
I
Nah,
got a
Aaron
question.
said
Jamaicans are the
90 Day
ones known for
Fiance.
I got a question. I heard someone say earlier they were gonna listen to the tape and verify that he said "shut the fuck up, president, you bitch ass nigga." Did that person
Not gonna
listen to
happen.
it? Can
No, he
someone
didn't.
confirm that's all was said?
For
Anybody?
I
what?
believe
Yeah,
that
bro,
she
he
did
did
say
say that,
that.
Wait,
bro.
what was said for what?
Oh, someone said they had an
You talking about Flander?
audio and that he did say "shut the fuck up, you
Yeah.
bitch ass president, you bitch ass
Yeah.
nigga." They were gonna
Who
play
Yeah.
said
it.
that?
He
He
said
did.
the
I ha-
audio that I heard, he
I have the
definitely said,
transcript now.
"You're
It's
not the president. You need to leave."
That's why you gotta
Eh,
stop
he
Who
listening
said
to
said
him.
that?
Definitely
Can you
said
send me
that.
that
Yeah,
audio?
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta
Hold
see
on,
that.
hold on. She Wolf. The claim is that he cursed him out. He said, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch
Nobody
ass
said that.
nigga."
You's a
That's what.
goddamn lie.
Yes, ma'am. We
Listen,
all
y'all.
heard
I
it.
just, I
We
just,
all heard it. We've been waiting.
Say,
We've been
turn
Wait,
your
waiting
did
patiently.
everybody
goddamn
go mute?
You
I
podcast.
see that, right?
just,
Damn.
yeah, I
Who
saw
did
that.
they say said this?
I thought it was
So
the
Flander
the
that said
kid,
first,
that.
Lil
yeah,
The
X.
kid?
the first
Yeah.
person that said they heard him curse was Mrs. Fifi. That was the first person,
No,
and
he
then
definitely said
Lie
Skip.
your ass.
and then
Miss Fifi
Lying on
said
me.
that?
and then and
You
then
Yeah.
what
gotta
was his
expect
name?
that.
Lie.
Chaos said he also heard it, and then
Chaos said he
I
heard
was
it?
Knowledge, when you
embarrassed.
done,
I
I
was
got a
embarrassed
question.
for Trump.
and then Louis said it off
I was
mic. I'm sorry,
embarrassed for
on
Trump.
mute.
Knowledge,
Shut
when
the
you
Louis
fuck
done.
the
up,
fuck
bro.
out of
Yeah,
Knowledge, when
here.
you
I was
Louis
done,
said
I
it
got
off
a
embarrassed.
mute.
He was
question.
embarrassed.
Louis
And
Knowledge, I
said
got a
it.
yeah,
question.
I
someone said
did
a
not
second
say no
ago,
shit like that. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
I said you said it
That's
on
why you
mute.
can't
Anyways,
trust the
and then
Shut the
testimony.
someone
fuck up.
and then
I heard
someone
Louis
said
was
and then
saying
And then
transphobic
someone
things.
said that they had an audio saying that
Oh, they heard it for
That's
Hey,
what
let
I'm
sure.
me
saying. I'm still
find this
waiting.
shit.
I'm
Y'all,
still
y'all playing
waiting.
with me. I'ma
Oh,
find
there
it.
you go.
Hold
There you go.
on.
There's another person. Another person claiming they're going to find it. Okay, we're still
Yo,
waiting.
Miss Fifi, I can't. Miss
I
I
Fifi,
just
I'm
listened
watched
sending.
the
to.
Knowledge,
Listen,
video.
knowledge,
Miss
I just
Fifi.
watched the video, and that kid is just mumbling the
He
entire
is
time. He is
No,
just
basically
Wait,
mumbling.
no.
mumbling.
hey,
It's
King.
Like
clear he
he
said
looked at because
no.
Girl, you know
they
you
asked
you
Elon
too
Musk to
Hold
speak, and
on.
so he
anti-classy.
looked at Donald Trump and
You
said,
not looking
"You need
for
to
it.
move
That's
now."
what it
You're
is.
And then
wrong.
he just
I'm
started
looking
Pockets,
for
you're
mumbling.
wrong.
this shit. Let
Pockets,
me
you're wrong.
find
He
this.
clearly said, Mr. President, shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga. That's clearly what he said.
He did not.
What?
And
I
I did
there's
got
a,
it.
not
yeah,
say.
Yep.
I
yeah.
said.
We're,
He
we're
said,
just waiting for
Yep.
the audio.
"Shush your mouth.
I
You're
have the
not the
transcript right
president."
He
here.
did
No,
not say
I,
that,
Girl, shut the hell up. I know what I
there we
heard.
go.
Cause
Miss
that,
Somebody,
Fifi.
yo, Miss
I
Fifi,
somebody
think
why
it
you
is a
responded.
make
I
big
this
didn't.
up?
stretch that that's what
Miss
he said.
Fifi,
Hey,
At
I
can
feel
best,
somebody
it's
like
a
you
please play
stretch.
this?
stretching the truth. You
Can
stretching the
somebody play
truth
this out
more than
loud? Because I didn't hear
Kamala
that.
You may
stretched
be
the truth.
stretching it just a little
So for
bit.
the
Miss
I'm
re-
just
so for
Fifi,
the
having
hold on
fun.
Miss
for the
Fifi,
To
I
record
know you
for
me,
the
it
record
commenting
sounded
on
earlier.
like
Kamala.
it
So,
was clear that he did a shush. He did do a shush.
yes, that's
That
what
was
I said.
clear. But again,
Thank you.
he did that when he was close to the president. He also did that when he was on Elon's head, when he's getting, when he's on Elon's shoulders. He says shush, you shush, and he says that a few times while he's on the shoulders. So again, in my read of it is he is a child who has been told to shush
How old
and
is
Where
he
this
did
is
he
Yeah.
say
boy?
that
repeating it.
he's
So
not
I'll
the
tell you. Hold on.
president? I
So
didn't hear that.
the
Did you hear
original
that, G?
claim earlier. The
He's
original claim
autistic
earlier. So the original
on the
claim earlier.
spectrum.
Ms. Fifi said that she heard him say, "Shut the fuck up, Mr. President." I said in response, I said I heard it, and the only thing that I heard him say at best was "shush," and then she
Ain't that some
changed it,
shit?
and then she changed it to he said
Ain't
"shush,
that
Mr.
some
President,"
shit?
and then I said, "Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with him saying
He's
shush,"
a
and
goddamn
then.
lie. Why y'all
And
still tell me
then,
he lying
and
on people?
then, and then someone said,
Recap it.
then someone
You
followed that they
cannot.
heard him curse him out. And I said, okay,
That
I want
that
to
would
hear
be
the
slander.
video of someone cursing him out.
I
And we're
put
still
the
waiting for,
video that
okay,
Mike sent, that Mike put in the chat for me, where you could clearly hear him say, "You're not the president. You
Thank you,
need
agree,
to
sugar.
go."
agree.
That I
Thank
just
you,
put that in
sugar.
the chat.
I'm waiting for
All
the
right,
video of him
thank you. I'm gonna
cursing
watch it.
him out. So I'll repeat it for the fourth time.
Well,
I'm waiting for
well,
someone to
well.
post the video of him
Listen.
cursing him out.
I refer. I defer. What am I saying? I'm gonna pass it to Sheila because she put
Yo,
it in
Miss
the
Fifi,
thing.
Miss Fifi, what
Yeah,
you doing, Miss Fifi?
Ain't
Why
that
you
some
you
why
don't
you
shit?
even
doing
want
this,
to
Miss
know.
Fifi?
That's why I keep telling y'all
Why you doing this, Miss Fifi?
stop taking the testimony of black women, especially
You
black
don't
women
want to know,
ever.
King. Hey, King.
Ever.
Did you
You
see the
always find
episode?
yourself
Did you
in sticky
listen?
She Wolf, did
situations.
you see the comment? Some guy commented said, "Nice try." He was talking to a reporter who was repeatedly talking loudly while others were discussing the topic at hand.
Damn. Damn.
No, he's looking right at Trump
So
though
Okay,
when he's
I
what you
want
saying
to
that.
say,
bring.
King?
There's a
People
couple
are
What's
so
up,
people.
Miss
retarded.
Fifi? I
I
don't.
just I just want to bring this up. I just PTR Blue Ivy when she was
Who
at
is that
Trump.
talking? Who is that?
It's that I'm at the bottom.
Oh, what's
Hey,
up?
hey,
So
Oh,
hey, hey,
what's up,
Tam, what's
baby
going
girl?
on?
Go
Hi,
ahead,
love.
Queen.
there, I just PTR a video of Blue Ivy literally doing the same things to her parents. They were clapping in her ear, and she literally told them to stop.
Absolutely,
So
Queen.
I'll PTR it again. Like
Yeah, now we all get
kids,
it. Right now we
Yeah,
all
when
literally.
get
you
it.
PTR, make sure to turn back to the picture you got in. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Oh my
Yeah, we
goodness.
appreciate you.
Oh my
Hey,
God,
King,
King,
I'm
get
gonna
some
start calling
water.
you
What? What?
eBay.
I'm just trying to.
Get
Hey,
some
What?
water.
King,
What? I'm
I'm gonna
just
He
start
did
saying.
calling
nothing
you
wrong.
eBay. Do you know who
What?
eBay is? Do you
Why
know
He
y'all
who
did
hate
nothing
eBay is?
black
wrong.
love? I don't get
Knowledge,
this.
who
Why do
pissed
y'all
who
hate
pissed
black
Hey,
So
red
love?
I
who
know
been
listen,
picking
Y'all
on
Aries.
hate
red
do you
black
know
love
rum?
who
so
What
much,
eBay
I
is?
man.
wanna know is who been picking on red rum and stop picking on him.
Lady,
Like
wait a
who's
minute.
picking
Let
on
me
red
get
rum?
King straight real quick. Hey, King,
What's up?
I'm gonna call
Yes,
you
ma'am.
eBay. Do you know who that is?
Call me what?
eBay.
eBay. I know the platform eBay. Yeah.
EBI from Good Times.
EBI.
Thelma.
No,
Thelma
who
good.
is that? I know EBAY.
I'm fucking with you. No, I met the African man. I'm
You
sorry.
know me,
Like
Miss
African
Fifi. I'm all
man. I'm
about
sorry.
black love and growing
I
black
know,
love.
baby.
That's all.
Come
All,
I'm about
all
you
I
know that.
know,
So
all I know is this is exactly reason. This is the number one reason why it's very difficult when you go to court. They actually take the testimony of any black people is because they know that black people will say they seen things, heard,
that they
seen.
never see.
They
But
wasn't even
King,
there
they were
for.
so confident, King. They
Right?
were so confident
Nigga, you
earlier. It
see
was
so goddamn much,
crazy.
man. It's
That's
crazy.
the way it hit my ear. Shit.
Hold
Yo,
Like
on.
you
knowledge.
say.
It's so funny when you said when you